Like, subscribe and share fanfiction audiobook channel. Let's start. Chapter 1: The Strongest Pretending System. That night. A room in Konoha. Naruto stood in front of the mirror, looking at the slightly immature face in the mirror speechlessly. Damn. How did you cross over to Naruto's body? I'm really convinced. Can you time travel after watching a movie? Suddenly, a voice appeared in Naruto's ear. Ding. During the system binding process, 30%, 50%, 100%. Congratulations to host, the strongest pretending system, is successfully bound. The corner of Naruto's mouth twitched. The name of this system, the strongest pretending system, is really simple and rude enough. Open the properties panel. Naruto said in his heart. Host, Uzumaki Naruto. Level, Genin, E. Bloodline, Uzumaki Sage Body, inactive. Skill, none. Equipment, none. Pretend value, 0. System, you young man with a confused face, rack your brains to pretend, because pretend will become stronger. Just as the system said, Naruto looked confused after reading his own attribute panel. But soon, Naruto said excitedly, System, list the exchange list for me to see. Is there any Rinnegan? Is there any Sage Mode? Is there any Wood Style? System, host successfully pretends once to unlock the system wall. It's late at night, there isn't even a ghost. Aren't you embarrassing me? Who am I going to pretend to go with? Naruto suddenly thought of something, and quickly said in his heart, System, can you communicate with me? System, yes, this system is an intelligent system. It's good to be smart, good to be smart. Naruto breathed a sigh of relief. After brewing some feelings, Naruto walked to the window, opened the window, looked at the crooked moon outside the window, and sighed, Uzumaki Naruto, I was born in the sky, I am as powerful as Chang yet. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +1, +1, +3. System, I know I'm not human, but I didn't expect you to be a real dog, pretending to be in front of the system. Naruto didn't care about the system's complaints, and shouted in his heart, open the system wall. System, please host to select a category. What are the categories? The system wall has 3 categories, bloodline, skills, and equipment. Inherited Naruto's memory, if he remembers correctly, tomorrow is the final exam of this semester. Exams are usually taken from the 3-body technique, but Naruto can't do anything now. Without hesitation, Naruto said directly, choose the skill category. E-level skills, clone technique, transformation technique, body replacement technique, transformation technique. D-level skills, body flicker technique, shadow shuriken, mist shinobi technique, heart beheading technique, leaf hurricane. C-level skills, illusion tree bind kill, water style water prison technique, lion combo, wind style great breakthrough. After browsing the list of skills roughly, Naruto's eyes light up. If you learn so many ninjutsu, you will definitely be able to enhance your strength a lot. However, among the many ninjutsu in the list, Naruto's most important one is the C-level illusion tree binding kill, although this illusion was easily cracked by Atake. But since tree bind kill can be regarded as a bottom-of-the-box illusion by a jonin, its power is definitely not weak. If you can't beat Atake, it is still very easy to bully the inexperienced chinin and special jonin. That is to let the opponent fall into your way without knowing it, and it can also maximize the pretend effect. It is really a must for home travel, murder, and arson. System, C-level illusion tree binding, how much pretend value do you need to exchange? System, E-level skills consume 1 point of pretend value, D-level skills consume 10 points of pretend value, C-level skills consume 100 points of pretend value, B-level skills consume 1000 points of pretend value, and so on. Naruto thought about it, and decided to deal with tomorrow's exam first. System, exchange clone technique, transformation technique, body replacement technique. System, remind the host, this system exchanges skills, not ninjutsu. Naruto asked, is there any difference between skill and ninjutsu? System, skills are instant, no seals are required, and ninjutsu requires seals. No need to seal, is it so awesome? Naruto's eyes lit up, no matter how strong a ninja is, they can make madras very fast, or they can do madras with one hand, and to exaggerate it, they can do madras with feet or eyes. But these are all younger brothers in front of Wu Jian. The reason why Tsukuyomi is strong is that most people can't defend against it because they don't need seals for a while, and the second point is power. The power of Tsukuyomi can make Kakashi, an elite jonin with Sharingan, lie in the hospital for more than a month. Ding. System, the exchange is successful, the current balance of the host is 2 points of pretend value, please continue to work hard on the host. As soon as the system's voice fell, Naruto immediately felt something more in his mind. Naruto imagined the general appearance of Sasuke, and said silently in his heart. Transformation technique. Boom. Sasuke suddenly appeared in front of the mirror. Naruto leaned closer to the mirror, and Sasuke in the mirror was exactly the same as the real Sasuke in terms of details and temperament. Even the details of his vague memory were perfected by the system. Naruto was secretly happy. This transformation technique, I guess even the teachers in the school can't tell which one is real and which one is fake. Naruto lifted the transformation technique, and said silently in his heart. Clone technique. Boom. An identical clone appeared beside him, and the two Naruto glanced at each other and smiled. This kind of three-body technique that can be faked can not only pass the exam, but also harvest a large number of pretend values. Unlocking the clone technique, Naruto almost understood that the ninjutsu exchanged by the system has almost no flaws. However, the specific effect still needs to be practiced tomorrow. Excited, Naruto lay on the bed and fell asleep not long after. Chapter 2. The next morning, Naruto got up early and rushed to class. Just sitting in his own seat, Yamanaka Bamboo sitting in the front row of Naruto, immediately turned around and mocked Naruto, at the end of the crane, today is an exam, why didn't you have diarrhea? Diarrhea? Naruto was confused. Yamanaka Bamboo laughed and said, Crane tail, why, forget the last exam, the whole class was waiting for you, but you used the excuse of diarrhea to avoid the exam. Koji, who was sitting next to Naruto, stood up with potato chips in his hand, full of righteous indignation, and said, Yamanaka Bamboo, don't go too far. Yamanaka Bamboo gave Naruto a disdainful look. Seeing Koji's chubby physique, he turned away instead of talking. He was once overwhelmed by Koji Taishin, but he was still a little afraid of this little fat man. Naruto poked Yamanaka Bamboo with a pen. Boy, no matter who you are, talk to me later, be polite. Such a good opportunity to pretend was gone in a flash, how could Naruto let it go? What do you mean? Yamanaka turned his head and looked at Naruto angrily. Naruto crossed his arms and thought of the candidates' duel this afternoon. He stood up, looked down at Yamanaka Bamboo and said. What do I mean? Soon, you'll know. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +1, +1, +1. Naruto was overjoyed. He hadn't started pretending yet, it had already started to have an effect. Yamanaka Bamboo was taken aback by Naruto's aura, and reacted and said angrily, Crane tail, you wait, when the duel in the afternoon, I will definitely beat you into a pig's head. Snapped. A handful of kunai was slapped by Naruto on the Yamanaka Bamboo table, and Naruto said lightly, this wooden kunai will be placed on your neck in a while. Mumble. Yamanaka Bamboo was also a child when he was naughty. When had he seen such a scene? He swallowed a mouthful of saliva in shock from Naruto's actions. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +5, +3, +1, +1. Naruto was overjoyed in his heart, kept his expression on the surface, and took away his wooden kunai in front of Yamanaka Bamboo. Today's class came earlier. Besides Koji, Naruto, and Yamanaka Bamboo, there is also a white-eyed princess who has been silently fixing her eyes on Naruto in the corner. Hyaga Hinata. Hinata silently thought in her heart, it feels like Naruto-kun is a little different from usual today. Returning to his seat, Koji said while eating potato chips, Naruto, why do I feel weird about you today? Strange. Naruto rolled his eyes. The little fat man. Koji said, it should be said that I have become handsome. Koji said, Naruto, don't say that. Why? Naruto asked. Koji said distressedly, just saw you pretend, now I heard you brag, I want to hit you, but I treat you as my brother, so I can't do it. Naruto. In front of Koji, an honest man, his act of pretending seemed to have the opposite effect. In fact, in the original book, Koji can actually be said to be the most tempered person among Konoha 12 Xiaoqiang. When Naruto was young, almost all parents told their children to stay away from Naruto, because he was the Nine-Tails demon fox. And this also caused Naruto to be lonely since he was a child, eating instant noodles and grilled fish alone. This situation can be improved after Naruto enters the ninja school, because they no longer call Naruto the demon fox, but call Naruto another more famous name, the tail of the crane. But for Naruto, Koji, who has the best temper, actually stands up for Naruto, grabs Shikamaru by the shoulder, and makes him take back the words Naruto is an idiot. Of course, it is because of this incident that Shikamaru, Naruto, and Koji became good friends. And for the first time, the dark world of Naruto is tinged with some Madara colors. Naruto turned his head and said to Koji and Shikamaru, Koji, Shikamaru, before, thank you. Koji was sleeping, so he didn't hear Naruto's words, but said to Naruto in a low voice, Naruto, it's class, why are you crazy? It's over, teacher Irika is coming towards us. Shikamaru looked straight away and touched the sleeping Koji with his foot. And Naruto also reacted from his contemplation. Seeing Irika approaching aggressively, he kicked Koji calmly. While half asleep, Koji yelled, give me back my dashi-flavored potato chips. Irika said sternly, the exam is coming this afternoon, you three haven't paid attention to the class, and you will wait for me at the door after school at noon. Naruto and Shikamaru said at the same time, yes, Mr. Irika. The two looked at each other for their tacit understanding. Koji, who came to his senses, saw that the three of them were about to be taken away by teacher Irika, and immediately wanted to defend himself. But before he could speak, Naruto and Shikamaru grabbed an arm each. This time, not only Shikamaru, but even Iruka looked at Naruto in surprise. You know, Naruto is the most active person who usually fights against the teacher. Why did he suddenly change his temper today? Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +1, +1. But now it's class time, so Iruka and Shikamaru didn't ask any more questions. Ring ring ring. One morning passed, and the school bell rang at noon. I didn't pay attention when the get out of class was over in the morning. As soon as school was over, several girls had already surrounded Sasuke. Ino walked up to Sasuke shyly, took out a pink bento from behind and said, Sasuke, you didn't bring your bento, eat mine. Not to be outdone, little Sakura pushed Ino aside, Ino pig, get out of the way. Squeezing to Sasuke's side, little Sakura took out a blue bento and said, Mr. Sasuke, this is a love bento prepared for you by myself, please accept it. Compared with Ino, little Sakura undoubtedly pays more attention to details. Not only is the bento made by blue, but she also cooks it herself. Chapter 3. I saw Sasuke with his hands in his pockets, wearing a blue and white dress, with a round fan family emblem on his back, and a cool hairstyle. Every move he made would arouse cheers from the girls. Sasuke didn't look at anyone, but said lightly, get out of the way, I still need to go to the playground to practice. Seeing Sasuke's cool refusal, the middle-aged girls were not disappointed, but screamed like they were being beaten. Naruto gave Sasuke a thumbs up in his heart, as expected of the second pillar. In terms of showing off, there are almost no opponents in the ninja school except Kakashi and Itachi who have graduated. But it's different now. In the future, the girls in the ninja school will only cheer for one name, and that is Uzumaki Naruto. Beside Naruto, Inyazuka looked at Sasuke's back and said jealously, what's there to be proud of? Sooner or later, I, Mr. Inyazuka Kiba, will be welcomed by so many girls. Shikamaru yawned, woman, trouble. Koji opened another bag of potato chips and said, dashi miso chips, my favorite. Naruto said inscrutably, Tooth, you are wrong. What did I do wrong? Tooth looked confused. Naruto said without changing his face, because sooner or later, these girls will be around me. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +2, +2, +5, +0.5. Naruto nodded in satisfaction. If there is no accident, the last 5 points of pretend should be provided by Yacht, and the 0.5 may be provided by the dog Akamaru. Is it okay to pretend in front of animals? Naruto asked tentatively, Akamaru, can you understand what I'm saying? Akamaru called out childishly. Wow! Kimaru, when you become an adult, I will find you 10 beautiful bee. Akamaru's eyes lit up, and he said wow, twice excitedly. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +2.5. Naruto was a little excited, just like opening the door to the new world. The teeth were dissatisfied and said, Naruto, it's okay to pretend in front of people, but also pretend to be in front of dogs. Iruka suddenly walked into the room and shouted, Naruto, Koji, Shikamaru. I've been waiting at the door for so long, why haven't you come over yet? The three obediently walked to the door and followed behind Iruka. Iruka brought the three of them under a big tree, and looked at the three troubled teenagers with some headaches. One has never been motivated, the other knows how to eat and sleep every day, and the other is not only stupid but also likes to make trouble. Shikamaru was bored looking at the sky, Koji was eating potato chips silently. Naruto had to take the initiative to say, Mr. Iruka, we haven't had lunch yet, why did you call us over? Iruka said, this afternoon is the time for the exam. If you can pass it steadily, it's fine, but can you? With his hands behind his back, Naruto said calmly, the exam is not difficult in front of me. After speaking, Naruto began to wait for the pretend points to be credited. Snapped. Iruka took the lesson plan and patted Naruto's head hard. Call you pretend. After the fight, Iruka said angrily, you don't know what your own conditions are. Teacher Iruka. Both Koji and Shikamaru looked at Iruka in shock, this was the first time they saw Mr. Iruka hit someone. Although the hit is not heavy. Naruto also looked at Iruka in surprise. In the original book, Iruka is the only elder who treats Naruto wholeheartedly. Not even Kakashi or third generation, they take care of Naruto, either because of his father, or because of the 9 tails in his stomach. And only Iruka does not mix any emotions, and truly treats Naruto as his own son. Iruka scratched his head embarrassingly and said, I'm sorry, I just saw Naruto pretend, and I just got angry and didn't control myself, you don't mind it? Naruto, Shikamaru and Koji shook their heads in unison. Iruka continued, hey, let's get down to business. I mentioned the 3-body technique in class today. None of you paid attention to the lecture. What about the exam in the afternoon? Iruka stared at Naruto and said, the reason why I called you here today is to give you a special training, otherwise you will be the last one in the exam. Naruto nodded in agreement and said, Shikamaru and Koji's 3-body technique really needs special training, otherwise the exam will be really troublesome. The person I said worried about is you. Iruka said speechlessly. Naruto said proudly with his hands behind his back, Mr. Iruka, you may have made a mistake. The me standing in front of you now is completely different from the me yesterday. My mastery of three-body technique has surpassed that of ninja school. All the teachers inside. After speaking, Naruto subconsciously stepped back. Sure enough, Iruka's attack fell through and missed Naruto. Shikamaru looked at Naruto strangely, he always felt that Naruto seemed to be a different person today. Smarter, more mature, more stable, and of course more pretending. Even the dull Koji looked at Naruto speechlessly. Naruto, are you stimulated? Why are you talking nonsense? Naruto looked at the three people's distrustful expressions, and said in his heart, it seems that if you don't show them a hand, you can't get the pretend value from them. Naruto adjusted his expression and looked behind the big tree in surprise. Old man third generation, when did you come? Iruka looked back in surprise, while Koji and Shikamaru looked behind the big tree at the same time. An old man holding a pipe and wearing a bamboo hat walked slowly towards several people. Iruka said respectfully, Master Third Hokage, when did you come here? Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't speak, but instead exhaled a big smoke ring. Master Hokage. Iruka bowed respectfully and called out again. Just when Iruka was in doubt, there was a sound of boom, and a puff of smoke appeared at the position of Third Hokage. Iruka looked at the position of the smoke in shock, as if seeing something unbelievable. Chapter 4. Naruto walked out of the smoke with a smile on his face. Naruto took the initiative and said, Mr. Iruka, although I want to be a Hokage, I haven't become a Hokage yet, so don't give me such a big gift. It's you. Iruka looked at Naruto in shock. Just now was your transformation technique. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, Iruka would never have believed that Naruto could use the transformation technique to such an extent. Koji didn't even have time to eat the potato chips, he opened his mouth wide and said, Wow, Naruto, when did your transformation technique become so powerful, even teacher Iruka let you fool me. Although he didn't speak, Shikamaru's shocked expression couldn't be hidden from Naruto at all. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +10, +7, +7. This time, it was the first time that Naruto exchanged skills with the system, and it was the first time to pretend in front of people, so the obtained pretend value almost caught up with the sum of this morning. Check the pretend points. Naruto said in his heart. Current pretend points, 53 points. 53 points, there are 47 points left to exchange for illusion tree binding. Naruto was a little excited. The illusion that does not use seals has the same pretend effect as Attackist Tsukuyomi except for its lack of power. Iruka still doesn't believe it now, when did you master the transformation technique, and you are so proficient? Naruto said with regret, Mr. Iruka, I am so disappointed in you. I didn't even recognize such a simple transformation technique. Iruka felt ashamed. Naruto mastered the three-body technique so proficiently that, as Naruto's teacher, he didn't know anything about it. Embarrassed, Iruka changed the subject. Have you had any conflicts with the Yamanaka bamboo? No. Naruto said calmly. Iruka wondered, when the get out of class was just over, Yamanaka-zu secretly told me that he hoped to be in a group with you during the exam in the afternoon. Naruto's eyes lit up, Mr. Iruka, I just had the same idea. What Naruto was about to say just now, was unexpectedly said by that Yamanaka bamboo in advance. Iruka waved his hand and said, okay, now that you have mastered the three-body technique proficiently, I can rest assured about the exam in the afternoon. Mr. Iruka, let's go first then. The three of Naruto and Iruka waved and returned to the classroom. Both Koji and Shikamaru took out a bento from their desks. Naruto went back to his seat and found it was empty. Gulu. The protesting stomach pulled Naruto to reality. Koji, we are all good buddies, how about? I can only give you one bag. Koji reluctantly took a bag of potato chips from his school bag and handed it to Naruto. Shikamaru said in a complicated tone, Naruto, this is the first time Koji gave his snacks to outsiders. But a bag of potato chips is not enough for me. Naruto set his eyes on Koji's bulging backpack. Koji said seriously, Naruto, what's in the backpack is not potato chips, but my life. Just when Naruto wanted to continue reasoning with Koji, a slightly panting voice came from behind Naruto. Naruto-kun. Hinata held a bento in both hands and looked at Naruto panting. Looking at Hinata's appearance, Naruto immediately understood Hinata's actions, but Naruto still took the initiative to ask. Hinata, what's the matter with you? Hinata shyly said, Naruto-kun, I saw that you didn't bring your lunchbox in the morning, and you were called away by teacher Iruka just now, I'm worried. I worry. Naruto looked at the sweaty and panting Hinata with some distress. Are you worried that I won't be able to eat at noon? Naruto's eyes were full of tenderness. Hinata, you were worried that I didn't eat, so you ran all the way to get me the bento from home. Seeing his actions, Hinata let out an inaudible hum. Naruto was a little moved, except for the second fool, who can refuse a beautiful girl who is all eyes on you. Hinata plucked up the courage to explain, I'm worried. Naruto-kun won't have the energy to pass the exam in the afternoon if he doesn't have a full meal at noon. Naruto didn't show any embarrassment, and directly saw the bento in Hinata's hand and said, "Hinata, have you eaten?" Hinata froze for a moment, and was interrupted by Naruto just as he was about to speak. "If you don't talk, you don't eat. Since you haven't eaten, come and eat with me." Hinata just stood there dumbfounded. Do not know what to do. Naruto only knows one thing, to start a relationship with a baby, and to be bold, careful, and thick-skinned. Naruto stepped forward and grabbed Hinata's hand, pushing her down on Koji's seat next to him. The blush on Hinata's face spread at a speed visible to the naked eye. As soon as Koji was about to speak, he was stopped by Shikamaru, who was a bit precocious. Ding! Congratulations host, pretend value +1, +1, +1, +1, +1, +1, +1. Naruto's bold move really shocked the classmates who were still in the hazy period of love. The rice is not fragrant, the dishes are not fragrant, and even the appetite is a little bit weak. Naruto said with a smile, "Hinata, after eating your bento, I will definitely be the number one in the exam in the afternoon." Hinata didn't dare to look at Hinata's shy face. Naruto just sat beside him, lowered his head, and ate the rice ball in his pink bento in small bites. Yamanaka-zu looked at Naruto, and said in a jealous tone, "If you can get the first place in the exam, I, Yamanaka-zu, will have your surname." Naruto didn't even need to look at Yamanaka Bamboo's expression, he knew that he was full of envy, jealousy, and hatred. So Naruto simply ignored the Yamanaka Bamboo, but gently said to Hinata, who lowered his head, "Hinata, I exercised for a long time last night, so my right hand hurts a bit, can you feed me a bite?" Hearing that Naruto's hand was hurting, Hinata panicked. "Ah, Naruto-kun, are you okay?" Naruto held Hinata's hand and said solemnly, "Hinata, if you feed me a few mouthfuls, my hand will not hurt, and I can get the first place in the exam in the afternoon." Hinata's fair little face flushed instantly with embarrassment. Naruto, unexpectedly, took the initiative to hold my hand. Hinata couldn't believe it, her feet were a little unsteady, and her head was a little dizzy. Naruto put his other hand on Hinata's shoulder and said, "Hinata, if you faint, my exam in the afternoon will be ruined." Hearing this, Hinata cheered up quickly. Hinata blushed, summoned up her courage, picked up a rice ball tremblingly with chopsticks, and handed it to Naruto's mouth. Naruto swallowed it in one gulp satisfied. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value +2, +2, +2, +5. Yamanaka-zu looked at this scene with envy, he couldn't figure out why Hinata, the white-eyed princess of the Hyuga clan, would obey a crane. Chapter 5. Yamanaka Bamboo said, "Student Hinata, if Naruto threatens you, I will ask the teacher to make decisions for you. If the teacher can't, I will ask Lord Third Hokage to make decisions for you." Hinata saw that Yamanaka Bamboo framed Naruto, and hurriedly explained, "Student Yamanaka, you misunderstood, Naruto-kun did not threaten me, I did these things willingly for Naruto-kun." Naruto touched Hinata lightly and said, "Hinata, don't talk to irrelevant people, I'm still full." "Okay, Naruto-kun." Hinata nodded shyly, took another rice ball and fed it to Naruto. Ding! Pretend value +5. Yamanaka-zu, who was about to be stunned by this scene, gritted his teeth and comforted himself, "I beat Naruto this afternoon, and Hinata will know who is the most excellent ninja." If Naruto knew Yamanaka Bamboo's thoughts, he would have sighed, "You will never wake up a licking dog that pretends to be asleep." In the afternoon exam, Irika led the students in the class to the playground and said, "Now let's take the first exam, group battle. Now, let's play the first team, Nara Shikamaru and Akimichi Koji." Naruto suddenly raised his hand in the crowd. "Naruto, is there a problem?" Naruto walked to the front of the class and said, "I want to be the first to have a group battle." "Why do you want to be the first to conduct a group battle?" Naruto glanced at Yamanaka Bamboo out of the corner of his eye, "Because some people can't wait to lose to me." Irika didn't expect Naruto to be so arrogant. Irika said, "As long as you can win, Shikamaru and Koji and Yamanaka Bamboo agree, you can be the first to fight." Sasuke on the side looked at Naruto with disdain, "It's obviously a crane tail, but it still likes to show off. Also, it's really troublesome." Shikamaru shrugged and left the playground of the competition. Koji made a cheering gesture to Naruto, and went down with Shikamaru. For others, it was a competition. For him and Shikamaru, even chakra didn't have to move, which is equivalent to a regimen. Yamanaka Bamboo came out of the class and said with a sneer, "I can't wait to be beaten into a pig's head, I will satisfy you." The little Sakura standing at the front of the team saw Naruto, who was showing off, and said disdainfully, "This Naruto, in order to get beaten up earlier, he also worked hard. Naruto, throw in the towel early. That's right, go up earlier, and shame yourself earlier. The competition hasn't started yet, but most people don't think Naruto can win. Naruto, come on." A soft but firm voice came from the crowd. Naruto turned his head and saw Hinata hiding behind the crowd, cheering for himself. "Hinata, don't worry, for you, I can defeat all the enemies in front of me." Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +1, +1, +1, +1, +1, +1, +1, +1. Naruto's words are almost a confession, and he has harvested the pretend value of many classmates. In the middle of the playground, Naruto and Yamanaka Bamboo stand opposite each other. Just when Irika said that he was ready to start, Mizuki suddenly ran over from a distance, dripping with sweat. Mizuki asked, "Mr. Irika, can I be the referee with you for today's exam?" Although Irika was puzzled, he still nodded, Mr. Mizuki, of course." Mizuki nodded with a smile and stood behind the Yamanaka Bamboo. Irika said, "Okay, the following competition will officially start, both sides please form the seal of confrontation." Yamanaka made a mudra with one hand and looked at Naruto vigilantly, like a tiger ready to pounce to hunt at any time. And Naruto looked at Yamanaka Bamboo with disdain behind his carefree hands. Irika frowned slightly and reminded, "Naruto, please form the seal of opposition." Naruto glanced at Yamanaka Bamboo with disdain, "There is no need to make mudras, he is not worthy to be called my opponent." When Yamanaka-zu heard Naruto's words, he immediately put down the seal of opposition in his hand as if he had been humiliated. Angrily said, "Crane End, don't be so arrogant, I will beat you into a pig's head with my own hands." Naruto said disdainfully, "I said unworthy not because of anything else, but because you have lost now. Anyone will say big things." Yamanaka Bamboo's voice stopped abruptly. Because Akunao didn't know when it was already lying on his neck. Mr. Mizuki, who was watching from the sidelines, appeared behind Yamanaka Bamboo at some point, and pressed a wooden kunao on Yamanaka Bamboo's neck. Naruto said to Yamanaka Bamboo in the voice of Mizuki, "If it was on the battlefield, you would be dead by now." "Shui, Mr. Mizuki, why did you attack me?" Yamanaka-zu's voice trembled a little. Although he knew that at school, his life would not be in danger, but the feeling of kunao lying on his neck was uncomfortable. Naruto continued Mizuki-sensei's voice, "Did you forget the appearance of this wooden kunao so quickly?" Yamanaka Bamboo's brain instantly woke up, because this morning, Naruto slapped the kunao on his desk, saying that he would put the kunao on his neck. Naruto's crane tail actually did it. This is the only thought in Yamanaka Bamboo's mind. Boom! Naruto lifted the transformation technique, walked in front of him and said casually, "I said I would put kunao on your neck, and now I did it." Yamanaka Bamboo said in shock, "This when did you become Mizuki-sensei?" Ding! Congratulations host, pretend value +10, +2, +2, +2, +2, +2, +1, +1, +1. Irika said, "Naruto, the victory has been decided, you can put down the kunao in your hand." Naruto took a general look, and the pretend value of this harvest was about 30 points, although it did not meet his expectations, but it was acceptable. Seeing that Naruto did not move, Irika reminded again. "Naruto." Naruto nodded, took back his kunao, and walked slowly to the front of the Yamanaka Bamboo. Kunao left his neck, and Yamanaka-zu became more courageous. "Mr. Irika, I reported him for cheating. Before I even started, he started attacking me." Irika also had some headaches, because according to normal, Naruto's actions just now were indeed suspected of a sneak attack. But the problem is that Naruto's transformation technique has already deceived his teacher. Chapter 6. Naruto looked at Yamanaka Bamboo with disdain, "Cheating? Did I do it?" After teacher Irika said, "The exam begins." Yamanaka's quick wit, "But you don't have the seal of confrontation." Naruto said, "I said before, you can't last even a second in my hands, you don't deserve it." Yamanaka looked at Naruto speechlessly. Naruto said disdainfully, "It's just a defeated dog. Is it difficult to admit your failure?" Irika hesitated and said, "Naruto, for the sake of fairness, you should try again." Naruto was overjoyed, such a good opportunity to pretend, did not expect to have another one. Naruto suppressed his smile as much as possible, and Yamanaka Bamboo said faintly, "All right, since you are so impatient to put my kunao around your neck, then I will satisfy you." Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +3, +3, +2, +1, +1. Off the field, Koji whispered to Shikamaru next to him, "Shikamaru, why do I feel that Naruto is not only not unhappy, but is trying to suppress his laughter?" Shikamaru said casually, "Maybe Naruto has already figured out a way to defeat Yamanaka Bamboo." The competition begins, both sides form the seal of confrontation. Naruto and Yamanaka Bamboo just completed the seal of opposition. An exclamation suddenly interrupted the competition between the two. Yamanaka Bamboo, which had been charged for a long time, staggered and almost fell to the ground. Koji stared blankly at Third Hokage, who patted his shoulder, and said in surprise, "Master Third Hokage, when did you come here?" Shikamaru took another look at Third Hokage, who suddenly appeared, and the strangeness in his eyes flashed away. Although he couldn't tell that Naruto could confuse the genuine transformation technique, he could guess that the Third Hokage that suddenly appeared was largely faked by Naruto. But after hesitating for a while, Shikamaru chose to act as if nothing happened, and bowed slightly to Third Hokage. Irika was a little surprised, but also a little suspicious, but as a common teacher, it was not easy to try. Irika asked, "Third Hokage, my lord, when did you come?" Third generation took a long puff of the pipe and said, "It's been a while." Third generation said unhurriedly, "Naruto's transformation technique just now almost fooled me. It seems that Mr. Irika taught well." Irika said modestly, where, it is the result of the student's own efforts." Irika breathed a sigh of relief. It seemed that it was the real third Hokage. Naruto, a brat, couldn't say such steady words. Yamanaka bamboo comes from the Yamanaka family, and the Yamanaka family is neither big nor small in Konoha. His father is just an ordinary Chunin. Even his father will be respectful when he sees Hokage, let alone him. Yamanaka took a deep breath. Such a great opportunity, we must perform well in front of third Hokage. Irika asked again, "Does Master Third Generation have any orders?" The third generation walked to the Yamanaka bamboo and said with a smile, "Just pretend that I don't exist, and you continue the exam. The competition continues." Irika said with a sigh of relief. Seeing the third generation walking behind him, Yamanaka-zu became even more excited. The Lord Third Hokage obviously stood behind him because he was optimistic about him. Yamanaka bamboo laughed loudly, "At the end of the crane, I will let you see how big the gap is between us." Yamanaka bamboo's laughter was not over yet. A wooden kunai lay across his neck again. The smug smile stopped abruptly, and a strong feeling of death threat surged into Yamanaka-zu's heart. Yamanaka bamboo wanted to accuse and defend, but felt that the kunai on his neck was getting closer, and it was difficult to say anything. Seeing this scene, Koji was shocked and said, "Wow! Lord Third Hokage, why did you help Naruto deal with the Yamanaka bamboo?" Shikamaru sighed, "Idiot, take a closer look, doesn't the kunai in Third Hokage's hand look familiar to you?" Koji suddenly realized, "It's Naruto's kunai, I've seen it many times today." "So, this Third Hokage, is Naruto pretending to be?" Koji hastily threw out his doubts. "Yes." Shikamaru nodded. "Wow." As soon as Shikamaru's words fell, the audience was in an uproar. All the students present, including the teacher including Irika, all looked at Naruto in shock. Damn it! Seeing Naruto's appearance, Sasuke clenched his fists hard. The moment Third Hokage came on the stage, he already noticed something was wrong, so he turned on one Tomo Sharingan deliberately, but he didn't notice anything abnormal. Sasuke trusts his Sharingan more than his own judgment. Sasuke affirmed in his heart, the person who takes kunai must be Third Hokage, it cannot be Naruto pretending to be. Ding! Congratulations host, pretend value +5, +5, +5, +5, +5, +5, +5, +5. Naruto took a general look. This time he pretended to be Third Hokage, and the pretend value he harvested was more than double the pretend value of Mizuki. And the total value of the pretend value has finally broken through the 100 mark, that is to say, Naruto can now finally exchange for the sea-level illusion tree binding kill that he has been thinking about. Chapter 7. Naruto lifted the transformation technique, and said to Yamanaka bamboo lightly, "If it is on the battlefield, your carelessness can already kill you twice." "Impossible, impossible, when did you use the transformation technique? I didn't notice it at all." Yamanaka bamboo stared at Naruto blankly, until now he couldn't believe that Naruto defeated him again. There was a sarcastic smile on the corner of Naruto's mouth. "As I said, you are not worthy of being my opponent at all, because you can't even last a round under my hands." Now that the victory and defeat have been decided, Naruto did not touch the Yamanaka bamboo, but took the wooden kunai, walked to Hinata's side little by little, and said softly, "Hinata, you give me this kunai." Hinata lowered her head and asked a little shyly, "Naruto-kun, why did you give me this kunai?" Naruto smiled and said, "Hinata, I cut out this kunai with one knife, and you always carry it with you. At critical moments, this kunai may protect you from me." After speaking, Naruto didn't wait for Hinata to refuse, and walked away directly. Irika shouted from Naruto's back, "Naruto, don't you want to take the test of three-body technique?" Naruto paused, and said without turning his head, "Mr. Irika, in this ninja school, I don't think there is anyone who is better than me in three-body technique including all the teachers." As soon as Naruto's voice fell, the system began to ding-dong prompts, and the points were continuously added to the account. Naruto's magic touch seems to have an unexpected effect. Looking at Naruto's back, Irika smiled wryly and said, "It's really disrespectful to our teacher. Tuko belongs to Tuko, but Irika has to admit that as far as three-body technique is concerned, not to mention the ninja school, even the Jonin of Konoha, there are few that can be used better than Naruto." In the crowd, Sasuke, who was originally indifferent, also showed a trace of solemnity on his face. "Why can't my Sharingan see through his transformation technique at the end of the crane?" Sasuke is very confident in his Sharingan, but now his Sharingan has not even seen through a small transformation technique. For the first time, Sasuke had doubts about his Sharingan. Most of the students next to him are talking about why Naruto's three-body technique has become so strong, and the teacher has almost the same expression. Also, this guy, when did he get his seal? Sasuke glanced at his classmates and teachers around him, so I'm the only one who realizes that Naruto's seal formation speed is far faster than ordinary people's. With a sigh of relief, Sasuke suppressed the doubts in his heart, and was going to find Naruto, the tail of the crane, to try out the depth after school. Sasuke, who wanted to understand, completed all the next exams with the most perfect posture. Without any accidents, Sasuke won the first place again. Although Sasuke is known as the first in age, but the current Sasuke until Naruto, who hides such a deep crane tail, is likely to be terrifyingly strong. Rejecting everyone's flattery and compliments, Sasuke came to the training ground alone. At this time, Sasuke did not have the joy of being the first, and there was only one person in his mind, and that was Uzumaki Naruto. Training course. Yamanaka Bamboo, who had just been completely defeated by Naruto and failed the 3-body technique exam, was hiding in the woods with 3 genins. Genin Kenta standing in front asked condescendingly, Bamboo, you know our price, we are all ninjas who have killed people, are you sure you want us to make a move? Sure. Yamanaka gritted his teeth and nodded. Because of Naruto, he even failed this assessment, but now he has no confidence to defeat Naruto head-on, so he can only find seniors who have graduated to teach Naruto. Kenta said swearingly, our 3 brothers have even killed ninjas, just deal with a crane tail who hasn't graduated yet. Our 3 brothers will go out and beat him into a pig's head. Okay, I'll leave this matter to you. I'll wait for your good news tomorrow. Yamanaka Bamboo had already imagined Naruto being beaten into a pig's head by the 3 genin in front of him. Aren't you going? Kenta asked. Yamanaka said with evasive eyes, I still have something to do at home, so I won't go. Kenta glanced sideways at Yamanaka Bamboo and said disdainfully, why, you're scared? Yamanaka Bamboo said awkwardly, yes, there is really something going on in my house. Kenta did not expose Yamanaka Bamboo's crude lie, but left directly. On the other side, Sasuke opened one Tomo Sharingan, and looked at the 4 people who had just left in the woods with disdain. Is this the current genin of Konoha? The vigilance is so poor, I don't think so. From the beginning until now, Sasuke didn't even have the intention of hiding his tracks, but so far, no one has discovered his existence, including the 3 weak chickens genin. Sasuke thought disdainfully, with this kind of strength, to deal with Uzumaki Naruto, who even I can't see the depth, is really reckless. Now in Sasuke's heart, Naruto's strength is obviously much stronger than these 3-legged cat genin. Chapter 8. Hokage Office. 3rd generation was smoking a pipe while dealing with government affairs on the table. Umbu, who was directly under several Hokages, suddenly half-kneeled in front of 3rd Hokage. The cat-faced leader Umbu said, Master Hokage, there is information about Uzumaki Naruto. 3rd Hokage frowned, Uzumaki Naruto? Isn't he in the ninja school now? Does he have any information? Could it be that his identity was exposed? Umbu truthfully reported, no, Naruto did not know why he suddenly mastered the 3-body technique proficiently. In the competition with other students, the use of transformation technique has reached the point where the real ones are confused. 3rd generation put down the document in his hand, took a deep puff of cigarette, and then asked, transformation technique, fake one, are you sure the people in Umbu read it right? Cat face Umbu took off the mask, revealing the Sharingan under the mask and said, Master 3rd generation, today I am in charge of following Uzumaki Naruto. Seeing Kakashi who suddenly took off his mask, 3rd generation asked, is there something unusual? Kakashi looked at 3rd generation and didn't speak. 3rd generation knew that Kakashi always knew how to measure, so he ordered the other 2 Umbu ninjas with some dignity. You go down first. Yes. The other 2 Umbu did not hesitate and left at the same time. This time we can say it. Kakashi said solemnly, Naruto used the transformation technique 3 times today, and for the first time in front of Iruka, he changed into your appearance. I was just a little surprised that he suddenly learned the transformation technique, but he didn't pay much attention to it. 3rd generation nodded. Kakashi continued, the second time he uses the transformation technique, he turns into a teacher at the ninja school, and the 3rd time he turns into you. First, Naruto's 3 transformation techniques are not only very skilled, but also very realistic. Second, my 3 Tomo Sharingan can't see through Naruto's transformation technique. Third, even if I use Sharingan, I haven't found any gestures when Naruto uses transformation technique. 3rd Hokage's face was so gloomy that it was almost dripping water. Naruto is the only tailed beast in Konoha village, the last thing he wanted was for Naruto to get out of his control, but from now on, the last thing he wanted happened. After a moment of silence, 3rd generation said in a deep voice, from now on, you only have one task, and that is to monitor Uzumaki Naruto. Kakashi nodded, yes. Root base. The root members are reporting today's intelligence to Danzo. It wasn't just Umbu who was staring at Naruto from beginning to end. Danzo said to himself, did the ninjas in other villages stare at the demon fox inside him? After being silent for a while, Danzo gave an order, send our people to bring that demon fox back, and let the people in the interrogation class torture it to see if anyone from other villages has had private contact with that demon fox. The ninja at the root said with some hesitation, but Mr. Hokage's Umbu has been staring at Uzumaki Naruto. If we make a move, some uncontrollable conflicts may occur. Danzo said without hesitation, arrest the Nine-Tails Demon Fox, whoever blocks it will be killed. Nine-Tails Demon Fox, there is no room for loss. Yes. The root ninja slowly exits Danzo's room. Naruto, who left the ninja school and wandered around, didn't know that his information was being sent to the third generation and Danzo. But Naruto is not stupid, he has been under the surveillance of Umbu since he was a child, even to protect him, but also to keep Nine Tails from Konoha's control. No, I have to lure the third generation out, take the initiative, and pave the way for the abilities I will acquire in the future. By the way, I will ask the third generation to improve my living conditions. Naruto secretly made a decision. Probably muscle memory, Naruto walked and came near the Ichiraku ramen restaurant. Naruto thought to himself, since you are here, you can try the Ichiraku ramen in legendary to your heart's content, anyway, third generation will pay for him later. Uncle, I'm here to eat ramen. Uncle Ichiraku held a spoon in his hand and said to Naruto with a smile, it's Naruto, why did you leave school so early today? Naruto said with a smile, there is an exam in the afternoon, I finished the exam, and the teacher let me go straight from school. What kind of ramen do you want this time? When it comes to eating, Naruto said excitedly, a super big bowl of miso ramen, and a big portion of char siu. Uncle Ichiraku looked at Naruto in surprise, but it's not the beginning of the month, so has Naruto's pocket money increased? Usually at the beginning of the month, when Naruto has the most pocket money, he will have the money to order this super luxurious package. Naruto looked at Uncle Ichiraku with a smile and said, I passed the exam for the first time today, and I rewarded myself. Hearing Naruto's words, Uncle Ichiraku felt a little sad, but he didn't show it. Ramen is here. Uncle Ichiraku put Naruto's super deluxe set meal in front of Naruto's table. Naruto took a deep sniff, then ignored the heat, directly picked up the chopsticks, and ate big mouthfuls. Even if you are already full, seeing Naruto's popular dish will give you an appetite. Uncle Ichiraku looked at Naruto with relief, seeing that the food he made was so popular that no chef was unhappy. Forget it, if Naruto has no money, just treat it as if I bought Naruto to eat. Uncle Ichiraku made up his mind secretly. Naruto focused on eliminating the ramen in front of him, and didn't notice Uncle Ichiraku whose face was constantly changing. After finishing the big bowl of ramen in front of him, Naruto said loudly, Uncle, have another bowl. Uncle Ichiraku, with a smile on his face, made Naruto a big bowl of steaming ramen, because Naruto's behavior can be said to be the greatest compliment to a chef. Uncle, here is a bowl. Uncle Ichiraku's smile was a bit sluggish. Ding! Congratulations to host, the value of pretend is +1. Chapter 9. Naruto glanced at Uncle Ichiraku suspiciously, he ate a few more bowls of noodles, how could he increase the pretend value? Uncle, another bowl. Ding! Congratulations host. Uncle Ichiraku's expression was a little stiff. Uncle, another bowl. Ding! Uncle Ichiraku's expression was a little numb. Naruto kept harvesting Uncle Ichiraku's pretend value until he couldn't eat it anymore. It was getting dark gradually, Naruto had eaten many bowls of ramen, and the ramen bowls on the table were almost as tall as Naruto. If you get close, you can still hear Uncle Ichiraku muttering almost collapsed, 3 days, 5 days, 1 week, all for nothing. Uncle Ichiraku. Naruto finished the last sip of noodle soup, put the bowl aside, and said contentedly, I'm full. Uncle Ichiraku, with a numb expression, paused for making noodles for Naruto. After a while, Uncle Ichiraku said with a trembling voice, Naruto, to celebrate you passing the exam today, all your consumption today will be free. Free. Naruto suddenly realized, and finally knew why the pretend value was generated. But Naruto didn't intend to pay the money by himself from the beginning to the end. It was already dark, and the people he was waiting for were probably coming soon. Uncle Ichiraku nodded with difficulty, the men spat and nailed each other, and they did what they said. Naruto smiled and said, but Uncle Ichiraku, someone else will treat me to dinner today. Other people invite you, who is it? Uncle Ichiraku knew Naruto very early, not only knew that Naruto was an orphan, but also knew that Naruto had no relatives around him. Naruto scratched his head and said uncertainly, he's very busy, but he should be here soon, you'll know when he comes. As soon as Naruto finished speaking, a short and small old man slowly sat beside Naruto. Uncle Ichiraku looked at Third Hokage in surprise, Master Third Hokage. If there is anyone who has reigned the longest and is most loved by the villagers, it must be Third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. Third Hokage nodded to Uncle Ichiraku. Seeing that the Third Hokage really came, Naruto secretly heaved a sigh of relief, he bet right. He was originally a Jinchuriki with a sensitive identity, but his unusual behavior today, if nothing else happened, would definitely attract the attention of the third generation. But he wasn't sure if third generation would look for him in person, but if he didn't go home in the middle of the night, but stayed outside, Third Hokage would most likely come to him in person. Naruto looked at third generation with a smile, old man third generation, you are finally here. Third generation was a little confused. How did Naruto know that he would come? You knew I was coming? Third generation asked. Naruto asked, if the old man from the third generation doesn't come, who will pay for the ramen I ate today? Just as third generation was about to speak, Naruto whispered, anyway, in this village, the only elder I know is the old man third generation. Well. Third generation sighed, and his heart softened again. Seeing that third generation didn't speak, Naruto continued to smile and said, it's fine if you don't come. I'll drop out of school tomorrow and come to work at Uncle Ichiraku's shop. At least I can have enough food here. Just as third generation was about to refute, they heard Naruto say, in this way, you don't have to go home every day to drink expired milk and eat expired rice. Are you full? Third generation reached out and touched Naruto's head. Naruto dodges subconsciously, knowing too many things, he is destined not to be as heartless as Naruto in the original book. Third generation was stunned for a moment, but he didn't insist. Instead, he sighed and withdrew his hand. Naruto patted his belly, and said with a smile, it's only 80% full. Third generation asked kindly, remember the riverside where we ate grilled fish together? Naruto nodded, of course he remembered, this was one of the few colorful pictures in Naruto's childhood. I'll take you to eat grilled fish. Naruto followed behind third generation without refusing. Third generation asked, boss, how much? A total of 18,000. Uncle Ichiraku said with a smile. Third generation endured the pain and paid the bill, and led Naruto to the river where they ate grilled fish for the first time. When we reached the river, the third generation said nostalgically, the last time we came together, it was before your Jonin's school. Naruto looked at the sparkling river and nodded perfunctorily. You seem to know that I will come to see you today. Third generation asked again. Naruto looked at third generation squarely, and then said before turning his head away. Third generation looked at Naruto and frowned. The Naruto he remembered was lively and active, but not what he is now. Has a stranger touched you? Third generation's tone was a little serious. Naruto said in a complicated tone, a stranger, maybe. Third Hokage's heart sank, looking at Naruto's appearance, it was sure that someone had contacted Naruto in private. But what makes Third Hokage puzzled is, since that person can touch Naruto under Kakashi's nose, why doesn't he just take Naruto away? When third generation was thinking wildly, Naruto suddenly asked, old man third generation, you have a grandson, let's call him Konohamaru. Yes. Naruto continued asking, is Konohamaru's parents still alive? Third Hokage, not knowing what Naruto meant, continued to nod. Naruto said in a deep voice, but my parents are dead. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +5. Naruto was stunned for a moment, he was just laying the groundwork and hadn't started to pretend yet, so why did he get the pretend value from third generation? Chapter 10. Third Hokage said solemnly, Naruto, has someone contacted you? Naruto nodded and said, someone has indeed touched me. He not only touched me, but also taught me ninjutsu. He taught me my three-body technique. Third generation's face was a little gloomy, he didn't expect that someone actually came into contact with Naruto. Who is that person? Third generation asked. Seeing that this topic was finally brought up, Naruto breathed a sigh of relief, and said in a somewhat confused manner on purpose. I don't know his name, but he has yellow hair, wears the same white clothes as the third generation old man, and says he is my father. Third Hokage's first thought was that someone was pretending to be the dead fourth Hokage Namikaze Minato. Where have you seen this person? The sternness in Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes flashed away. As if he didn't see it, Naruto thought for a while and said, it seems to be in a dream. In a dream? Naruto said, yes, in the dream, there is also a super big red fox in the dream, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 tails. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +10. Third generation looked at Naruto in shock. Could it be that Minato didn't die, but sealed himself and 9 tails in Naruto's body? Third generation quickly asked, did that person tell you your name? Naruto proudly said, that person is a big liar, not only has been taking advantage of me, calling my son, but also said that he is the fourth Hokage, children will believe his words, I am not a child. Then I asked his name, and he said his name is Namikaze Minato, my surname is Uzumaki, his surname is Namikaze, how could I be his son? Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +20. Naruto was overjoyed, it seems that the pretend value obtained by pretending in front of a powerful person is obviously higher than that of other people. Third Hokage. Third generation wanted to explain that the person who claimed to be Namikaze Minato was really his father, and worried that Naruto would not be able to accept the huge gap in his identity as the son of Hokage. Third generation thought to himself, if that person is Minato, there is no better teacher than him. Naruto, that person won't harm you. If possible, you can learn from him how to control the fox in your body. Third generation looked at Naruto sincerely. Naruto looked at third generation with an ignorant face, but he heaved a sigh of relief inwardly. It seemed that his acting skills had already fooled third generation. Third generation personally delivered Naruto to the downstairs of his house. Before going upstairs, Naruto said, "Third generation old man, I don't know why I can eat it so much recently, I wonder if I can get a little more living expenses." Third generation thought of the 18,000 ramen money he had paid, and knew that Naruto hadn't lied, so he could only nod reluctantly. Root base. Danzo said with a gloomy face, "Hey, didn't I tell you to catch the nine-tails fox?" He knelt down on one knee, and said respectfully, "Master Danzo, when I was about to make a move, third Hokage just appeared, so I had no choice but to give up." "Please, Master Danzo, punish this subordinate." Danzo asked, "My informant told me that Hiruzen asked Take Kakashi to drop all missions to monitor and protect the Nine-Tails Kid. Hey, if you face Kakashi tomorrow, are you sure?" He lowered his head and said, "This subordinate swears to die to complete the task." "I swear." Danzo paused and said, "That's not sure." He lowered his head silently and did not speak. Except for Sunin, third generation, and Danzo, none of Konoha's ninjas can win against Kakashi, who is in the limelight, and he is no exception. "Tomorrow, I will find a way to distract Kakashi and hold Hiruzen back. Hiruzen can at most send two Chunin to protect him. If you still can't catch the Nine-Tails Kid back, you can apologize with death." He said firmly, "This subordinate will definitely complete the task." Naruto returned to his den, immediately lay down on the bed, and said in his heart, "Open the system menu." A light curtain appeared in front of Naruto, and a variety of skills and weapons filled Naruto's eyes. Naruto asked, "System, can I exchange everything in the Hokage world?" "System, but I can tell the host very responsibly that in this Hokage world, as long as there are things that have appeared, this system can exchange them." Naruto nodded in satisfaction and said, "There are all of them, this is almost the same. By the way, the system, is there any immortal talisman that Hamawang gave Sage of Six Paths to revive his younger brother in the list?" "System, remind the poor host, don't be so ambitious, don't think about things that you can't exchange for a short time." Naruto comforted himself that the Kwandang system is a joke, so he should not be like him. Naruto said, "System, I will exchange for C-level skill tree binding and killing." Ding! "System, 100 points of pretend value will be deducted, congratulations to the host, the exchange is successful, please host to check it by himself." "System, host accumulatively consumes more than 100 pretend points and will give a novice gift package as a gift. Please check it carefully." Naruto said with excitement, "Open the novice gift package." Chapter 11. Ding! "Congratulations to host, you have obtained C-level special metal Kunao, B-level skill Shadow Clone, and A-level skill Raise Non." Naruto was a little surprised and a little depressed, except for this C-level Kunao, wouldn't Raise Non and Hidden Avatar be his standard equipment in the future? And Naruto looked at the Kunao that suddenly appeared in his hand, and wanted to test the sharpness. Naruto took out a common standard Kunao from his desk, and the two Kunao collided with each other. But only a few sparks appeared, none of them were broken. Naruto said in his heart, "System, is this the system's C-level Kunao? It's no different from the common Kunao. System, envoy metal needs to be injected with chakra to show its power." Naruto tried to inject chakra into the Kunao, but the common Kunao was cut in half before he could use any force. "FK, this power is almost as powerful as the grass pheasant sword." "System, the grass pheasant sword is an A-level artifact, and the C-level Kunao is simply incomparable with the grass pheasant sword." Naruto kept the C-level Kunao close to him, and used Raise Non and Shadow Clone once. Shadow Clone can be used together with transformation technique. When combined with Raise Non and instant C-level illusion tree binding, different tactics can be developed to intimidate people. Naruto said to himself, "Even if Jonin is caught off guard, he will be killed by this combination of mine." Naruto said, "Open the system properties panel." Host, Uzumaki Naruto. Level, Genin, E. Bloodline, Uzumaki Sage Body, inactive. Skills, 3 Body Technique, E. Tree Binding, C. Shadow Clone, B. Raise Non, A. Equipment, none. Pretend value, 102. System, you young man with a confused face, rack your brains to pretend, because pretend will become stronger. Naruto experimented with other skills, but Tree-bound Kill had no target to release, and now he couldn't just find someone to use it in the middle of the night. "There are so many people who usually mock me and look down on me, don't blame me tomorrow, if you want to blame it, you are too unlucky. I just don't know who can hit the gun and become the first victim of my illusion." Naruto, who was lying on the bed, was already imagining the scene where he used illusion to pretend. An instant C-level illusion, if it is under a sneak attack, can almost instantly make a Chunin. At present, in the safest ninja school, it should be enough for self-protection. And the ultimate of illusion should be Tsukuyomi or distinguished heavenly gods. Naruto immediately asked, "System, how to exchange Tsukuyomi?" System, Tsukuyomi is an S-level skill and requires 100,000 pretend value to exchange it. "What about the dark technique?" Naruto asked again. System, Dark Walk technique is a level A skill, which requires 10,000 pretend value to be exchanged. The joy that Naruto had just exchanged for the tree binding and killing was wiped out by the system. System, is there any other way for me to get Tsukuyomi, the 100,000 pretend value? I'm afraid I have to pretend for a lifetime to redeem it. System, pretend in front of any ninja, you can get the skill fragments/equipment fragments it owns, and the skill fragments/equipment fragments can be directly synthesized into complete skills/equipment. Naruto's eyes lit up, he didn't expect the system to have such a showy operation. Doesn't that mean that he doesn't need to spend any skill points? As long as he pretends in front of Itachi, he can get the unsolvable illusion technique Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu who has the strongest attack in the room, Susanoo who appeared for the first time, 10 fist swords that seal everything, resist Hakakami of all attacks, Izanaki, Izanami. FK. After thinking about it, Naruto realized that Itachi is really a treasure boy. No wonder Kishimoto had to write him to death. It was too disruptive. If Madara didn't make a move in the early stage, even Obito and Nagato would not dare to say that it was a sure victory over Itachi. Naruto understands Kishimoto's routine, how to make the Hokage world develop smoothly, just write the bug characters to death. Hashirama is invincible in the world. If he is not written to death, the ninja war will happen. If anyone is dishonest and tries to subvert the peace, Hashirama can wipe out all the villages. The next day, Naruto swaggered and walked in the campus with 3 steps. The people who usually bully him are like a cat seeing a mouse, hiding from him when they see him. A classmate in the same grade saw Naruto, his eyes lit up, and he was about to step forward to find a sense of presence when he was stopped by his companion. Have you heard, this former crane tail learned ninjutsu somewhere, and killed Yamanaka Bamboo in one blow. How is it possible? The man's eyes widened. I saw with my own eyes that the murderous aura released by Naruto almost made that Yamanaka Bamboo pee his pants. Another classmate came over and said seriously, that's because you didn't stand in the right position. From my angle, I just saw that Yamanaka Zhu's pants were wet. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +8. After listening to the descriptions of the 2 people, that person dared to trouble Naruto, contributed 8 points of pretend value, and immediately fled. Naruto's head is full of black lines, he doesn't want to pretend now, he just needs to test how powerful the illusion he exchanged last night is. Naruto gritted his teeth, and said ruthlessly in his heart, since you don't bother me, then don't blame me for bothering you. Chapter 12. Naruto deliberately walked to the corridor, randomly found a classmate who had a little trouble with him, and bumped him hard from the side. The man didn't know what he was thinking, and was easily knocked down by Naruto. After the crash, Naruto took a step back, ready to apologize. But Naruto only stared at the classmate who fell to the ground. As long as the classmate dared to speak rudely, he would immediately show him the power of the sea-level illusion tree binding and killing. The imaginary abuse did not come, but the person who was hit immediately stood up and supported Naruto, and said with concern. Student, I'm really sorry, I didn't look at the road just now, and I bumped into you. After speaking, seeing Naruto's astonished expression, he immediately bent over and added, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I won't dare next time. Naruto looked down at the trembling arm that was supporting him, a little speechless. It was only one night, is he so scary? Naruto-kun, the teacher still has something to do with me, so I'm leaving now. Naruto said, stop. That classmate looked back at Naruto stiffly, Naruto-kun, is there anything else? Your book fell. Naruto picked up the book on the ground. The man breathed a sigh of relief, took Naruto's things with a pale face, and left even more hurriedly. Naruto was even more depressed. At this time, Naruto seemed to be invincible after 50 years of retreat, but everyone he met after leaving the mountain called him the leader of the martial arts, and no one dared to fight him. Similar to the depression of the strong. Naruto passed by a class, and when he heard that his name seemed to be mentioned, he immediately stopped to listen. Just look at the person who was knocked down by him just now and said with lingering fear. You guys don't know, I almost died just now, and the big evil star took the initiative to provoke me. Fortunately, I reacted quickly enough, and the backhand was to apologize 3 times. I'm sorry, I was wrong, I won't dare next time. Brother's reaction speed is really too fast. The classmate beamed and said, I'm quick to react. Hey, why don't you talk? A classmate who never happened whispered, the big evil star you mentioned just now seems to have just passed by. What? The classmate turned his head a little stiffly, but Naruto was still there. Naruto returned to his classroom. The more he thought about it, the more angry he became. Who made the rumor at school, portrayed himself as a character like a big devil, and startled them with a word he said casually? How could this make him gain pretend value from other students? A little girl walked into the classroom with her head bowed. Wasn't it Hinata or who? Naruto walked to Hinata's side, smiled and said, Hinata, do you have time after school today? Hinata stammered and replied, yes, yes. Naruto not only ate the bento she gave yesterday, but also gave her the wooden kunai he cut by himself in front of so many people. She was so happy that she almost fainted. Hinata, are you afraid of me? Seeing Hinata's shy look, Naruto asked with a frown on purpose. Seeing Naruto frowning, Hinata thought Naruto hated her, tears were about to fall. Naruto-kun, you misunderstood me, how could I be afraid of you? Then why don't you look me in the eye when you talk? Hinata didn't know how to speak. Naruto sighed, knowing that Hinata's character needs to be changed slowly, and there is no rush in a short time. Naruto took the initiative to hold Hinata's little fair hand and said, Hinata, I like you. Would you like to be my girlfriend? Hinata's fair little face flushed with embarrassment. Hinata looked around in a hurry. Hinata didn't expect Naruto to confess to her in public. If it wasn't for being supported by Naruto, she almost fainted to the ground. I do. Hinata's voice was like a mosquito. But no matter how soft Hinata's voice was, it was heard by Naruto, who has been paying attention. Naruto happily pecked Hinata's face. Hinata didn't blush this time, but bravely looked at Naruto, the person she had been secretly in love with and wanted to get close to. I'm Naruto's girlfriend. Hinata murmured. Ding. Congratulations host, pretend value +5, +5 +5, +5, +5, +5, +10. Ino said longingly, wow, I'm so envious of Hinata, I wish someone would confess to me in front of so many people. After speaking, he did not forget to take a peek at Sasuke. Sasuke didn't notice Ino's little trick, but it was discovered by little Sakura. Little Sakura raised her fist to Ino and said, Ino pig, stop dreaming, Sasuke is mine, so he won't confess to you. Sasuke looked at Naruto, who confessed in public, and thought disdainfully, talking about love is something only weak people do. My only wish now is to kill that man. But despite Sasuke's superficial disdain, his body obediently congratulated Naruto for having the most pretend points in the audience. For the whole day today, every usual and arrogant student saw Naruto and avoided him with his tail between his legs, for fear of any conflict. But this also made Naruto take the initiative to find trouble, and his plan to teach them with illusions failed. Chapter 13. Evening. In a small forest not far from the ninja school, Naruto took Hinata's little hand and sat on the tree, not knowing what they were talking about. Sasuke walked slowly under the tree, holding a few stones in his hands, missed Hinata's position, and hit the branch next to Naruto. Who? Naruto was furious. He waited for the provocation for a whole day, but it didn't come, and he didn't expect it to come when he and Hinata connected. Sasuke walked from behind the big tree to the front of Naruto, with his hands behind his back. He said lightly, Uchiha Sasuke. Sasuke. Naruto thought a lot, but he didn't expect that it was Sasuke who came to provoke him. If Naruto is the male protagonist in the Hokage world, then Sasuke, who has been chased by the male protagonist, is the official female protagonist in Hokage. Sasuke looked at Naruto with burning eyes. Naruto, I want to have a formal competition with you. Naruto looked at Sasuke strangely. You don't believe the rumors in the school, you think I'm a big devil. Sasuke shook his head and said, only the weak will listen to other people's rumors, I am the strong. Sasuke continued, your clone technique is different from common's clone technique, even my Sharingan can't see through it, and your printing speed, even my Sharingan can't see through it. Sasuke finally concluded, for such a long time, you must be hiding your strength. Although I don't know why you are hiding your strength, I admit that you are qualified to be my opponent. Naruto looked at Sasuke speechlessly, didn't expect Sasuke to be so able to pretend, and he Sharingan didn't see his seal? I don't have any seals at all. His own pretend is acquired and forced by the system, but Sasuke's pretend seems to be innate, and it is natural every time. Of course, it is so natural to fail the pretend and get slapped in the face. Naruto counted down the typical failures of Sasuke pretend. For example, Sasuke and Xiaoli went one-on-one, saying that they had to use all their strength, but they were easily educated by Xiaoli. Another example is that Sasuke said that Naruto could not touch his forehead, but Naruto greeted Sasuke's face. And when he saw Itachi, he tried to kill Itachi with Chidori, but Itachi easily twisted his wrist. Such as capturing Killer Bee and 8 Tails, and then the entire Eagle Squad is educated. After making a big fuss at the 5 cage talks, and then being hammered by god tiers from all walks of life, in the end, I could only find a sense of presence in Danzo, the BD who beat Susan with his fist and stabbed Susan with kunao. Set in front of Madara to send him to the coffin, and invited Konoha Dance King, and then was stabbed through the chest with a sword. Wait. Just thinking about it, Naruto shuddered a little. Humans are also of the Uchiha clan. Itachi pretends naturally, Sasuke pretends either death or injury. Sasuke explained how to correctly use his own life to pretend. Sasuke told Naruto almost with bloody lessons, pretend must have strength, otherwise the result must be called a fool by others. Sasuke said imposingly, come down, I know you have been hiding your strength, now let me see your real strength. My real strength? Naruto was puzzled for a moment, thinking behind the scenes that his momentum could not be suppressed by Sasuke. He simply said, as expected of Sasuke of the Uchiha clan, he actually saw through my hidden strength. Hearing Naruto's disguised compliment, Sasuke straightened his back even more. After praising Sasuke, Naruto directly made a big turning point, however as the Uchiha clan, you are already qualified to be defeated by me. Sasuke glared at Naruto angrily at first, but Sasuke soon came to his senses and looked at Naruto mockingly. Sasuke compared the position of his eyes with his thumbs and said, it's a good idea to irritate me, but unfortunately, these methods of yours are useless under my Sharingan. Naruto jumped down from the tree, slowly shook his head and said, if it's just one Tomo Sharingan, it won't even warm me up. In fact, as Naruto said, Naruto who has Raise Non, Shadow Clone, and Tree-Bound Kill can completely hang Sasuke in the sky to fight. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 30. Naruto was secretly delighted, he never expected to get so much pretend value from Sasuke with just one sentence. After all, Sasuke is still a child at heart, so he can tolerate Naruto's tone. You're looking for death. Saying that, Sasuke opened Shikai Great Fireball Seal. Naruto suddenly made a pause gesture, wait a minute, our competition has begun. Of course it started. Sasuke stopped making seals, and his sanity recovered a little. Sasuke regained his sanity, and said to Hinata who was still in a daze on the tree. Your name is Hinata, you stay away, I'm afraid that the ninjutsu will accidentally hurt you. Naruto nodded to Sasuke secretly. Although Sasuke defected later, Sasuke is still very kind and caring about his companions. Otherwise, he would not pass the test of Kakashi snatching the bell. Naruto remained calm and continued to provoke Sasuke, if you say this to you, I will beat you into a panda instead of a pig's head. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 30. Chapter 14. Sasuke was furious, his hands quickly sealed, and he shouted, Fire style Great Fireball. Illusion Tree Binding. Naruto said silently in his heart. Sasuke's action of sealing the seal came to an abrupt end. A towering tree appeared out of nowhere with 3 branches sticking out, just trapping Sasuke in the tree. The trap Sasuke immediately reacted and said, Wood style? No, it's illusion. Knowing that it was an illusion, Sasuke immediately mobilized his chakra and Sharingan to try to crack it, but no matter how hard he tried, it felt like he could crack it. Sasuke looked at Naruto puzzled, damn, my Sharingan is the nemesis of all illusions, why can't I break your illusions? Naruto approached Sasuke slowly and said, Sasuke, Sharingan can indeed restrain illusions, but unfortunately, as I said, your one Tomo Sharingan can't even catch one of my moves, how can you break it? Boom! Naruto hit Sasuke on the back of the neck, knocking Sasuke unconscious. Naruto looked at Sasuke who was lying on the ground, and said regretfully, sure enough, it didn't exceed my expectations. Even one Tomo Sharingan couldn't catch my move. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 100, fire style Great Fireball Technique, shards collected 60%. Naruto took a long look at Sasuke who fell on the ground and said ideally, well, there is a pretend value in the account, so it seems that Sasuke deliberately pretended to be dizzy. Naruto then checked the system prompts. This was the first time that Naruto obtained a pretend value of more than 100 in a single time, and he also obtained the only fire-style ninjutsu fragment he currently knows from Sasuke. I didn't expect that my first pretend value was over 100, and my first ninjutsu fragments were all obtained from Sasuke. Is it because I am Ashura and he is the reason for Indra's reincarnation? Naruto suppressed the doubt in his heart, and punched Sasuke's left eye and right eye in front of Sasuke. Hinata looked at Naruto suspiciously, but it was too late to stop him. He challenged me and lost, and I'm a winner. Hinata looked at Naruto's face, and whispered, but they are all classmates, and he is unconscious, you shouldn't hit Sasuke in the face, how will Sasuke go to school tomorrow? Naruto snorted twice, pulled Hinata and said arrogantly, I didn't beat him into a pig's head, it was already for your sake. Hinata walked up to Sasuke's side, embarrassedly apologizing for bending over pretending to be unconscious. Naruto knew that Sasuke had a good face, so instead of exposing Sasuke who pretended to be unconscious, Naruto took Hinata away. When the time comes, I still don't forget to continue to harvest a wave of pretend value. Actually, Sasuke is still very strong, almost our well-deserved first place in this year, but it is a pity that I met a genius like me. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 50, fire style Great Fireball Technique, debris collection progress 100%. Naruto was secretly happy, but he didn't check the system immediately, but took Hinata to practice while exchanging feelings. After confirming that Naruto had indeed left, Sasuke slowly opened his eyes, looking at Naruto who left with some confusion. Sasuke thought a little disappointed, I didn't expect it to be like what he said, I didn't even follow one of his moves. Sasuke clenched his fist tightly, I'm not strong enough, I must become stronger to kill that man. Behind the big tree in the distance, 2 Umbu are hanging Naruto from a distance. One of the women, Umbu, asked a little puzzled in the dark, Master Hokage, why did you let 2 Umbu ninjas come to monitor Naruto, isn't 1 Umbu usually enough? Another Umbu said, when the Uchiha clan was exterminated, I was assigned to monitor that Uchiha Sasuke. He is a genius of the Uchiha clan just like the defected Itachi. Although this Sasuke has not graduated, but in addition to lack of experience in battle, Sasuke already has the strength of Chunin. Even if you and I face Sasuke, we may not necessarily win. And Naruto, who defeated Sasuke in one move, can only be stronger, so don't be careless. The female Umbu had a look of disbelief. What? Just relying on that demon fox kid? He hasn't graduated yet, so he can defeat us now. Don't forget, he is the only son of 4th Hokage, and he also inherited the bloodline limit of his mother's Uzumaki clan. And there is no blood inheritance limit. In terms of pure talent, no one is better than 4th Hokage. Therefore, we all underestimate this Uzumaki Naruto who has been hiding himself. Unbeknownst to the two Umbu ninjas, there was a rooted jonin behind them. Even he is a rare expert in Danzo's roots. He has performed this kind of mission many times, so he is very cautious, hanging Naruto and the two Umbu from a distance without being discovered by any party. He waited patiently for a while, and found that Kakashi was indeed not there, so he secretly breathed a sigh of relief. Sure enough, Lord Danzo sent Hey take Kakashi to another place, and now two Chunin are following and monitoring the demon fox kid. Chapter 15. Naruto took Hinata to the small park where they met for the first time. Hinata, do you remember this park? Hinata nodded shyly. How could I forget that Naruto-kun was here to save me? Naruto pulled Hinata to the swing position. I didn't expect that it has been several years, and this swing is still here. Hinata said, I remember Naruto-kun was sitting on the swing at that time, and I was bullied and tears fell. Naruto said with a smile, although I remember being beaten badly by those brats, I also want to thank them. Grateful to them? Why? Hinata looked at Naruto puzzled, obviously not understanding Naruto's brain circuit. Naruto said his fallacy, if they hadn't bullied you, we wouldn't have met. Since we haven't met, then you wouldn't have discovered the essence of a great hero that I am. Naruto held up the small hand tightly held by Hinata and said, and I won't hold your hand so early. Hinata lowered her head and said softly, Naruto-kun, you are so excellent, you will definitely do it. Naruto laughed loudly, haha, I didn't expect my Miss Hinata to say things against her will. Miss Hinata. A slightly mature voice came from a distance. Fire Gate uncle. Hinata hurriedly greeted Hyuga Fire Gate. Hyuga Haman frowned and looked at Naruto, Miss Hinata, this is it. His name is Uzumaki Naruto, and he's my boyfriend. Naruto interrupted Hinata, I'm his male classmate. Hyuga Fire Gate looked at Naruto with sharp eyes, classmate? Then why are you holding hands? Naruto narrowed his eyes and said, as Hinata's classmate, I was worried that Hinata would fall, so I held Hinata's hand to support her. That's a reasonable explanation. It's nonsense, Miss Hinata, don't get involved with this kind of common people, and be careful to let the patriarch know about it. After Hyuga finished threatening the fire door, he took a step forward to pull Hinata to his side. Naruto stood in front of Hinata and said flatly, before you do anything, please seek the opinions of the person concerned. Hinata, are you going home now? Hinata said softly but firmly, Uncle Huiman, I want to be with Naruto-kun now, I don't want to go home. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +10. Hyuga Huiman raised his eyebrows, and Hinata almost vomited blood in anger. Hyuga Huiman reacted angrily and said angrily, the affairs of our Hyuga clan need to be managed by outsiders, and even a mere commoner dares to interfere in the affairs of our number 1 Konoha clan. Naruto said disdainfully, civilian, if the son of Hokage is also considered a commoner, then has Hokage appeared in your Hyuga clan? Still, you Hyuga clan, like the Uchiha clan, think you're bigger than Hokage, bigger than the village. Naruto pressed on every step of the way, unable to utter a word of Hyuga's angry words. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +20. I rang who you are, your 9 tails. Naruto immediately interrupted, I remember 3rd generation issued a gag order, are you sure you really want to speak out, against Hokage's order? You put Hokage on me. Naruto leaned close to Hyuga's ear, and whispered, the number 1 Konoha sect, gentle fist you are proud of, can you block one of 9 tails tails? Without waiting for Hyuga women to refute, Naruto continued on his own, this is Konoha's number 1 school, the proud gentle fist, it is as weak as paper in front of 9 tails, and it will shatter when touched. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +30. Little devil, don't be too complacent, our Hyuga clan will use gentle fist to tell you the fate of insulting the Hyuga clan. Naruto looked at Hyuga Fire Gate mockingly, I'm not even a genin now, you jonin, do you want me to see how powerful the Hyuga clan is? I won't lay hands on you, but our family. Naruto interrupted Huiman again, since you don't make a move, then shut up and let those who can do it. Huiman was so annoyed by Naruto that he was about to smoke. Although he really wanted to teach Naruto a lesson, he was afraid of Naruto's identity and 3rd Hokage's order, so he didn't dare to act. Naruto walked to Hinata's side, looked at Hyuga Fire Gate, and said something Hinata couldn't understand, I'm sorry, I'm just telling the truth. Besides, what are you people who fear me most worried about? Don't be afraid. Hyuga kept his mouth shut, because he just realized now that his tongue is not as sharp as that of a teenager. Naruto glanced at Hyuga human who looked like a defeated dog, and shook his head bored. Pinch Hinata's red face, Naruto said with a smile, Hinata, you and this jonin of your family go home, I won't see you off, I have to go for a walk in the park. Hinata reluctantly nodded to Naruto, obediently walked to Hwimen's side, and whispered, Hwimen uncle, let's go home. Hyuga Hinata's face was dark, without saying anything, he directly led Hinata away. If Naruto can spy into Hwimen's heart, I believe that Hwimen should have only one thought in his heart, and that is to find someone to kill Naruto, a brat. Chapter 16. Watching Hinata leave the park, Naruto walked alone in the park, the sky gradually became dark, and Naruto had no intention of turning back at all. The female Umbu couldn't help but said, what the hell is this brat doing? He doesn't come home so late. Our task is just to monitor and protect, just do what we are supposed to do. Gen's Jonin he has been hanging far behind, but has not found a good opportunity, because Hinata has always followed Naruto's side. Hizu said, killing two middle-aged people of Umbu, as long as it is handled well, there is no big problem, but if the young lady of the Hyuga clan's family is taken away together, the Hyuga clan will definitely go crazy. He looked up at the sky, looked at the two Umbuchinen in front of him, and Naruto who was wandering casually, and said expressionlessly, Master Danzo, this subordinate will definitely not disappoint you this time. He accelerated forward, without hiding his tracks at all, directly caught up with the two, and shot 3 shurikens at the two Umbu in a row. Clang! 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 In the blink of an eye, 2 Umbuchinens took out Kunao to block, but his 3 shurikens returned in vain. Not bad, as expected of Umbuschinen, you have 2 skills. People with roots. Umbu, the male, felt his heart sink. Inside Umbu, there have been several unwritten rules. If you encounter a root ninja outside the village, you must be vigilant, and vigilant again. Because those ninjas from the roots are often more dangerous than the ninjas from enemy countries, you never know where they will stab you. The male Umbu faced the root ninja with a defensive attitude, why are you here? He said expressionlessly, I just finished the mission, passing by here, I saw you two sneaking around, so I wanted to test it out. The female Umbu looked at he angrily, the strength of the shuriken you just threw is not like a test, and the target is our vital point. He sneered and said, if Umbu's ninja strength can't even catch one of my moves, then there's no need for you to survive. Do you think all of us in Umbu are fools? He shook his head and was about to leave, forget it, since you don't believe me, then I won't make fun of myself. The moment he turned around, the two Umbu looked at each other, years of tacit understanding allowed them to understand each other's meaning. Run away. 2 shadow clones appeared at the same time, mixed with the 2 real bodies of Umbu, and 4 figures fled in 4 directions. Fleeing in 4 directions? It's indeed a good decision. He smiled strangely, as if he had a countermeasure. He ignored the people in the other 3 positions and ran directly to Naruto's position. He was getting closer and closer to Naruto's position, and the 2 Umbu who were scattered in all directions also stopped, because they knew that their mission this time was to protect Naruto. The male Umbu and the female Umbu made a decision at the same time, 9 tails must not fall into the hands of Danzo. The figures from the 3 directions stopped at the same time and rushed towards Naruto in unison. The battle between Gen and Umbu is imminent. What the 3 of them didn't know was that from the very beginning, Naruto had sensed that someone was following him, and he had been using Shadow Clone to lure his follower to a remote place. And his own body has been hanging these 3 people farther away. Isn't there a saying that the mantis catches the cicada, the Oriole is behind, and Naruto is the hunter who catches the Oriole? The Naruto Shadow Clone seduced in front was going down the river to catch fish, when a figure suddenly rushed out. This figure is the Shadow Clone of the male Umbu. Shadow Clone anxiously said to Naruto, Naruto run, I am Lord Third Hokage's people, Danzo's people want to kill you, run. Naruto asked, are you Umbu? Yes. Run, why are you asking these questions? Naruto asked again, what is your strength? The pinnacle of Chunin, immediately become a special Jonin. What about the Danzo people? Jonin. Do you think I can escape from Jonin's hands? Following Naruto's question sentence by sentence, Umbu's ninja also calmed down. Let Naruto, a kid who is not even a genin, run away from a jonin who was assassinated and tracked by a grandmaster, it is indeed a bit of a fantasy. Naruto rolled up his trousers, as if he was going to run away. Umbuchinen looked at Naruto suspiciously, didn't you give up? Survival is the instinct of human beings, and excellent people like me are no exception. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 15. Umbuchinen said angrily, speak human words. Naruto said while running, run, there is a little hope, don't run, there is no hope at all, I'm not stupid, of course I'm running. Umbuchinen didn't hesitate, and said decisively, okay, another Chunin and I will hold that Jonin back with our lives. You run eastward as fast as you can, as fast as you can. On the other side, Jonin he confronted 2 Umbuchinen. Chapter 17. Seeing Naruto running away, he didn't care, just like what Naruto's shadow clone said just now, how could a kid who wasn't even a genin run away in the hands of a jonin who was assassinated and tracked by a grandmaster? He praised the two Umbu, it is indeed worthy of being the direct subordinate Umbu trained by Master Third Hokage himself, he is really loyal. The female Umbu stared at he, so your target is Naruto. He said calmly, the Nine Tails kid is currently being contacted by unknown people. Master Danzo ordered that Nine Tails be arrested and strictly censored. It's our Umbu people who want to be arrested, so it's not your turn to get people from your roots. He said disdainfully, you guys are dead, the Nine Tails brat will naturally be my turn. The two Umbu who went around and returned to the same place glanced at each other, and they both saw the meaning of a deadly battle in each other's eyes. They knew that if Root's target was Naruto from the beginning, then this Root's Jonin probably didn't intend to stay alive at all. Jonin's fight against Genin was an overwhelming victory. Even if it was 2 against 1, there was no chance of winning. The two Umbu's Chunin also obviously knew this, so the tactic of the two was not to defeat he from the beginning, but to drag out enough time for Naruto to run to a safe place. He saw through the intentions of the two Umbu ninjas at a glance, so he said with disdain, two Umbu Genins, how long do you think you can waste my time? The two Umbu ninjas changed from the original back-to-back defensive posture to a formation of alternating left and right, each defending one side. The back-to-back defensive posture is the best way to face group attacks, but obviously, if the two are back-to-back, it is easy to be caught by the Jonin he. The male Umbu said loudly, we try our best to defend, contain and save chakra, and don't use ninjutsu unless it is absolutely necessary. Yes. He aimed at the relatively weak female Umbu and launched a strong offensive. Ninja tools, body skills and ninjutsu followed one after another. Female Umbu was only a Chunin after all, and soon couldn't hold on. But at the critical moment when the female Umbu is about to lose his hold, the male Umbu will just rightly send he for injury, forcing he to give up the goal. Mofa's attacks were blocked several times by the two Umbus, and none of them suffered fatal injuries. But Umbu's fighting style left him covered in cuts and bruises, and his whole body was almost cut into a bloody man. If he didn't treat him in time, he would lose too much blood and die even if he didn't have a fatal injury. Female Umbu is still better, but there is a bowl-sized wound on her waist, and an inch above it is a fatal wound. Panting, he looked at the two Umbu ninjas who were almost unable to stand. He never thought that it would be so troublesome for him to deal with two Chunin with one Jonin. Male Umbu reluctantly opened his eyes and said, I told you before, don't underestimate Umbu's ninjas, each of us have the will to die. If you want to kill me, I'll bite off a piece of meat from your body first. He said cruelly, in view of your performance, I will throw all your corpses to the wild dogs, so that you will die without a place to die. He took out 2 shurikens from the ninja bag and threw them at the two Umbu Chunin who had no ability to resist. Clang! Clang! Umbu with bright silver hair suddenly appeared in the field. With a big wave of his hand, the kunao in his hand split 2 shurikens in half at the same time in the air. Really, unforgivable. A slow voice reached everyone's ears after a while. Kakashi. Seeing Kakashi's back and hair, the two Umbu's tense strings were loosened, and both of them passed out on the ground. They were already exhausted. You, this hair, this mask, you are Kakashi. In the ninja world, due to Kakashi's bright silver hair and wild hairstyle, even if Kakashi wears 10 masks, he can be recognized at a glance. Seeing Kakashi who suddenly entered the venue, he was frightened out of his wits. Didn't you be transferred by Master Danzo, why did you appear here? He can't beat Kakashi normally, not to mention that his stamina and chakra have been consumed by almost half, so he is very lucky to be able to run away from Kakashi's hands. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +50, +30, +30. Naruto, who pretended to be Kakashi, did not expect that pretending to be someone else pretended to still get the pretend value. The first 50 points should be the Jonin of the root, and the last 20 points should be the two Chunins. It seems that strength also has a certain impact on the amount of pretend value obtained. The silver-haired Kakashi said calmly, I said how did the mission accident happen? It turned out to be Danzo's fault. I spent so much effort, all for 9 tails. Of course not, Lord Danzo, but before he finished speaking, a smoke bomb was thrown on the ground, and his figure suddenly disappeared. And Naruto seems to have foreseen this in advance, and the 4 shadow clones prepared in advance are looking for targets in 4 directions at the same time. Found it, to the east. A Kakashi transformed from Naruto's shadow clone appeared directly to block his path. Kakashi held kunao in one hand, and said lightly, want to escape? In front of me, can you escape? Chapter 18. Hida said angrily, damn it, how could you find me so quickly? Kakashi, Sharingan who showed his left eye, said, no one in the world can escape my pursuit. He was startled. According to the rumors he heard, Kakashi didn't easily reveal the Sharingan, but every time he revealed the Sharingan, it was when he killed someone. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +20. Naruto said silently in his heart, illusion tree binding kill. A big tree appeared out of thin air, and countless branches tightly tied he to the big tree. No, Kakashi used illusion on me. He immediately reacted. Immediately prepare to break through Kakashi's illusion with his own chakra. Seeing he standing still, Naruto hesitated for a while, but still didn't use Raise Non. The power of Raise Non is really strong, and it can achieve the effect of killing with one hit. But in Konoha village, there are very few people who can use Raise Non. If this Jonin died of Raise Non, it will definitely cause more commotion, which will be harmful to Naruto who hopes to develop safely for the time being. Naruto took out the kunao of the sea-level special metal, and then injected some chakra into the kunao. Kunao immediately lit up with a faint blue light, and Naruto put kunao on his neck without hesitation. At this time, he also just cracked Naruto's tree binding kill. Although tree binding kill is a very powerful illusion, it is only for Chunin or Genin, because for some Jonin, the cracking is certain, it's just a matter of time. Kakashi said lightly, I advise you not to act rashly. I just used this kunao to cut off your shuriken. I don't believe that your neck is harder than your shuriken. He, who gave up completely, sighed and said, as expected of the famous copying ninja Kakashi, I have already lost before I started copying. Kakashi said lightly, the moment I saw you, your death was already a foregone conclusion. His body froze obviously. Kakashi's words hit him too hard. Although he was not convinced, the kunao on his neck reminded him that this was the truth. His body was shaking slightly because of the emotion, and Kakashi's hand was steady, so it was no surprise that kunao cut his neck and severed the throat at a deeper point. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 80, Jonin level assassination, debris collection progress 30%. Seeing the kunao on his neck, he asked, I want to know, I obviously didn't look into your eyes, why did I still fall under the illusion of Sharingan? It's almost time to get the Jonin level assassination technique. Should I kill him, or continue pretending before killing him? Naruto struggled for 0.5 seconds and decided to choose the latter. Naruto directly released the transformation technique and returned to Naruto's appearance. You are right, Kakashi may indeed have been transferred by Danzo, so I am not really Kakashi. Naruto said flatly, and the illusion just now is not Sharingan's illusion, so you can't avoid it even if you don't look into my eyes. You. Jonin looked at Naruto in disbelief. He could admit that he couldn't beat Kakashi and died at Kakashi's hands, but he couldn't accept that he was about to die at the hands of a kid who wasn't even a genin. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 100, Jonin level assassination fragment collection progress 100%. Naruto saw his bewilderment and disbelief, and casually said, Jonin, who is not worthy of my name, remember, the one who killed you is the future Hokage, Uzumaki Naruto. After all, Naruto took the lead without hesitation. Blood flowed. As the root Jonin who killed countless people, he couldn't believe that he was killed by a kid who wasn't even a genin until he died. Naruto closed his unrepentant eyes for he. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, you can't blame me for your death, blame Danzo, who sent you here. Seeing the dead body on the ground, Naruto reflected on himself, oh, I'm still too kind. Naruto paused as he left, remembering something, and said softly, it's the first time I killed someone, I can't bear it, if someone comes to kill me next time, I'll give you all my ashes. Naruto returned to the positions of the two Umbu-Chunins and checked their injuries. It was found that even the Umbu man who was injured the most, although it looked a little scary, but fortunately there was no fatal injury. After Naruto gave them a little bandage, he sat in front of the big tree and panted heavily. This was his first time to kill someone, and it was also the last time he faced death. Although he was a little nervous, he still completed the plan. At the most opportune time, a sneak attack was carried out on the Jonin of that route, and the counter-kill was completed. The exhaustion of mental effort, coupled with the exhaustion of chakra, made Naruto's undeveloped body feel extremely tired. Chapter 19. Master Third Generation, the two Chunin protecting Naruto have just sent out a distress signal. An Umbu suddenly appeared at Sarutobi Hiruzen's house. Third Hokage was resting at home, but when he heard the news, his heart skipped a beat. Sarutobi Hiruzen asked in a deep voice, has Kakashi returned to the village? Captain Kakashi, it takes tomorrow to return to the village. Third Generation sighed and decided to go out in person. The importance of the Nine Tails to the village is very clear to Third Generation, so it feels a little abnormal. Third Generation directly asks Kakashi, who he trusts the most and has the strongest comprehensive strength, to protect Naruto. But it was a coincidence that Kakashi happened to be held back by his previous mission today, so he had to send two experienced Chunin to temporarily see and protect Naruto. Kakashi has only been around for a day, and this kind of thing happened. Third Generation doesn't believe it's a coincidence. While changing clothes, Third Generation thought, who is it? Kakashi's defense change, apart from me, Kakashi, and the two Chunins, no one should know about it. Almost immediately, Danzo appeared in Third Generation's mind. Yeah, Kakashi was there to fix the mess with Danzo's roots. As soon as he left, something happened, so this must have something to do with Danzo directly. Thinking of Danzo's means, Third Generation's heart sank. After such a long time, Danzo's goal should have succeeded, and everything is probably settled. But despite this, the third generation still summoned the ape demon king to turn into a golden cudgel, led Umbu's men, and rushed directly to the place where the signal was sent. Before arriving at the scene, third generation had already discovered the tragic attack. Third generation and the others stopped in their tracks, carefully observing the battle marks on the ground. The third generation sighed and said, the other party is a very powerful jonin, and those two Umbu Chunin are probably already sacrificed. The rest of the ninjas nodded. Two Chunin faced one jonin, it was hard to escape even if they wanted to. The medical ninja who followed third generation just in case sighed, since the two Umbu who protected Naruto have died, Naruto who is not even a genin. The medical ninja didn't finish his sentence, but everyone understood what he meant. Third generation continued on their way with a sad face. It didn't take long before they found the two Umbu lying on the ground, and Naruto who was leaning on the big tree and was about to fall asleep. Naruto. Seeing Naruto, third generation immediately moved to Naruto's side and looked at Naruto in shock. Naruto said weakly, I'm not dead yet, I'm just a little tired from running. I've already bandaged the two ninjas over there, and I should be able to rescue them. Third generation hurriedly ordered, quick, quick, the medical ninjas come here quickly, save people. Naruto said weakly, old man third generation, you came too late, I'm really sleepy, I'll go to bed first. After speaking, Naruto fell directly on third generation's body. Because Naruto knew that falling asleep was the best choice for him at this time. Looking at Naruto who was sleeping soundly, the stern gentleness of third generation was gone for a moment, and was immediately replaced by sternness. Third generation pointed to the two Umbu and said, you go to the vicinity and search, if there is any suspicious person, I will take Naruto back first. Yes, Lord Third Hokage. Two Umbu and one Shunpo disappeared. Take these two seriously injured ninjas back to Konoha Hospital first, where the medical facilities are more advanced and complete, and the chances of rescuing them are higher. Yes. The two ninjas skillfully took out two stretchers from the sealed scroll, and carefully lifted the two wounded onto the stretchers. The next morning, when Naruto woke up, he found that the place where he was sleeping did not seem to be his home. It smells like a hospital. Naruto said sleepily. Woke up. The third generation sitting beside him greeted Naruto with a smile. The moment Naruto heard the voice of the third generation, his consciousness was still a little vague, and he immediately woke up. Naruto who woke up subconsciously asked, old man third generation, why am I in the hospital and why are you also in the hospital? Before the third generation could answer, Naruto seemed to remember something, and immediately asked. By the way, old man third generation, what happened to the two masked ninjas? Third generation smiled and said, the two of them, don't worry, they are out of danger now, and they will be alive and kicking after a while. Naruto breathed a sigh of relief. No matter what, the two ninjas tried their best to protect him, and Naruto couldn't watch them die. This is also the reason Naruto pretended to be Kakashi and killed Joninhi, the root, but did not leave immediately, but returned to save the two ninjas. Knowing that after the two Umbu ninjas woke up, some people must wonder why Naruto appeared beside them. Forget it, soldiers come to block, water comes to cover. Putting down the thoughts in his heart, Naruto asked, old man third generation, am I physically injured? No. Third generation shook his head. Naruto said, that's nothing to do with me, I'm going to school. Third generation looked at Naruto suspiciously, when did you like going to school so much? Chapter 20. Naruto smiled and said, old man third generation, I still need to go to school with my current strength? I just don't want to part with those little friends in school. Third generation joked, is it because I can't bear those little friends, or because I can't bear Hinata? Naruto doesn't care, he likes Hinata, even if he is upright, he hasn't covered it up, except for the Hyuga clan whose eyes are higher than hands. Naruto ran to the door with a whoosh and said without looking back, old man third generation, I'm leaving. Third generation looked at Naruto with a smirk, are all children so precocious now? After Naruto completely disappeared, third generation asked into the air, is Kakashi back? A cat face Umbu appeared out of thin air. Master third generation, the task has been successfully completed. Third generation said, I will arrange a secret mission for you now, to protect Naruto in the dark, try not to do anything if you can. Kakashi looked at third generation strangely, if Naruto is in danger, will I not take action? I'll arrange another special jonin to protect Naruto, he can't handle it, you're doing it. Master third generation, how long do I need to protect Naruto? The third generation didn't know what to think of, and said with a smile, you just need to graduate from the ninja school. Haven't you always had no suitable disciples? Then I will put Naruto and Sasuke under your command. Kakashi was silent for a while and said, Sasuke? The only orphan of the Uchiha clan. Yes, Konoha is the one who owns the Sharingan now, so you can teach him how to use the Sharingan. Kakashi continued, if they fail my exam, I refuse to be their mentor Jonin. Third generation shook his head. He started to snatch the bell back then, and now he is reaping the consequences. Third generation sighed, and continued to persuade. Kakashi, you know, Naruto is the only son of Minato, and Sasuke is the only survivor of the disaster of the Uchiha clan, so you are the most suitable person to be their old teacher. And I am assured of your strength. You are their teacher not only to teach them, but also to protect them. Kakashi bowed his head silently, did not speak, and insisted on his own ideas very firmly. Nine Tails can't afford to fail, forget it, you go to carry out the mission. Third generation wanted to persuade him again, but seeing Kakashi's expression, he gave up. Kakashi responded and left with the body flicker technique. Looking at the empty ward, third generation thought to himself, oh, if they really fail the test by then, they can only force Kakashi to become their teacher with the identity of Hokage. Kakashi, this is the best way I can think of as a Hokage. Konoha Shinobi School. Irika class. Even though it was already the normal class time, there was one seat that was empty, which was Naruto's seat. Hinata looked at Naruto's actions with some concern, holding the lunch prepared for Naruto tightly in her hand. And Irika also looked at Naruto's position with some concern. Although Naruto usually skipped classes, he always came to school on time. Irika asked, Hinata, do you know why Naruto didn't come to class today? Hinata felt relieved, stood up and said worriedly. I don't know. Irika continued to ask, the other students, does anyone know why Naruto didn't come? Boom. With a muffled sound, Naruto kicked the locked door open. Naruto slowly approached the classroom from behind the door. All looked at Naruto like a cherished monster. Naruto explained, well, the door lock is broken, I push it hard, and the door looks like this explanation is reasonable. Naruto saw Sasuke with blue and purple panda eyes for the first time, and immediately said hello, brother panda, hello. All the students in the class, including Irika who wanted to be held accountable, held their breath. Because just in the morning, Sasuke threw 3 classmates out of the classroom who laughed at him for having panda eyes. Irika reacted and wanted to go forward to stop Sasuke. Humph. Sasuke turned his face away, ignoring Naruto. All the people familiar with Sasuke were shocked, they really didn't expect that Sasuke was not only not angry, but avoided Naruto's sight. Thinking of yesterday's legendary about Naruto, the big devil, several mischievous classmates looked at Naruto with some fear. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value +5, +5, +4, +4. Naruto, who had harvested the pretend value, was stunned for a moment. Conscience of heaven and earth, Naruto really just wants to say hello to Sasuke, there is no intention of the winner showing off to the loser. Naruto returned to his seat, and Irika, who was interrupted, did not hold Naruto responsible for not only being late, but also destroying public property. Irika tapped the blackboard, drawing the attention of all the students to the blackboard. Let's keep going. Naruto didn't come to school from the hospital to attend classes. Irika told Irika, Naruto quietly tore off a few small notes, and communicated with Hinata through the notes without barriers. Irika talked for a while and felt awkward, so he installed the classroom door first. After the classroom door was installed, there was another loud noise before Irika spoke for a long time. Boom! The classroom door was violently pushed open again. A ninja in a grimace mask slowly walked in from behind the door. Chapter 21. The grimace-masked man took a glance, his eyes stayed on Naruto, and he found Naruto. The masked man didn't talk nonsense, and directly announced. We are Jonin, we need to bring Uzumaki Naruto to cooperate with us in investigating a murder case now. After finishing speaking, he unscrupulously released his aura as a Jonin, directly pressing down on Irika who was the only one standing on the podium and kept retreating. As a Chunin who has never been on the battlefield, it is still too difficult for him to face the aura of Jonin who has killed countless people. Even though he knew it was Jonin, Irika stood in front of his entire class without hesitation. It's fine to take my students to investigate, but do you have Master Hokage's file? The ghost-masked man looked at Irika with murderous eyes, you are a Chunin, and I want Hokage's files. Despite the trembling legs, Irika nodded firmly and said. Yes. Naruto saw at a glance that this ninja was not from at all, but from Danzo. But Naruto also knew in his heart that even if Danzo and Gen were given 100 courage, they would not dare to kill the teacher of the ninja school in front of so many people. But can't you kill him? It's okay to use your own aura to make the teacher who blocked him look a little ugly. The aura of the masked man continued to cast on Irika, and the monstrous killing intent made Irika lose all blood. But Irika gritted his teeth and never retreated, because he is a teacher, and behind him are his students. Naruto suddenly appeared by Irika's side, and supported Irika who was about to be overwhelmed by the grimace-masked man. Naruto said to the grimace-masked man indifferently, Danzo is looking for me. Naruto's sudden appearance stunned everyone present. The dark panda eyes Sasuke tightly clenched his fists. He had been planning for a long time and was always looking for an opportunity to make a shot, but he did not expect to be preempted by Naruto. If Naruto doesn't make a move, do I really have the courage to face a Jonin? Sasuke let go of his fist and asked a question within himself. Sasuke secretly encouraged himself, it's fine if I lose to Naruto in strength, how can I lose to Naruto in courage? I am the one who is destined to kill that man. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 50, plus 30, plus 10. This is to face Jonin directly. Although they don't know the strength of Gen's ninja, it must be a Jonin who can make teacher Irika lose his composure like this. Whoosh! Sasuke made up his mind and stood directly beside Naruto, facing Jonin's aura together with Naruto. Naruto looked at Sasuke, a little surprised, he really didn't expect Sasuke to stand up at this time. Naruto said in surprise, Sasuke, they are here to find me, there is no need for you to get involved. Staring into the panda's eyes, Sasuke said proudly, I've already lost to you once, and I won't lose to you a second time. If Naruto hadn't seen Sasuke's trembling thighs, he would have almost believed Sasuke's words. Naruto looked at Sasuke and shook his head and said, this Sasuke is obviously scared to death, but he is still so brave. Hinata walked up to Naruto slowly and firmly, and held Naruto's hand. Although he didn't speak, the meaning of advancing and retreating together was obvious. And Hinata stood up as if it was a signal, the timid Koji stood up second, Shikamaru with a helpless face also walked in front of Naruto from his seat, grinning his teeth, she know who has been silent. Naruto took a general look, Konoha 12 Xiaoqiang, except for the guy class who had graduated, almost all stood by Naruto's side. Damn it! The grimace-masked man clenched his fists, and his killing intent and aura subsided a little. The few brats who stood up, and the combined forces behind them, can almost be regarded as half of Konoha's future. Even if Lord Danzo wins the position of Hokage, he must win over the families of these little ghosts. Shikamaru walked to Naruto's side and whispered, Naruto, I heard from my father that a while ago, Danzo's roots have been disbanded by Master Hokage, so you must not go with this person. But no matter how quiet Shikamaru's voice is, how can he hide the ghost-masked man, Jonin? Since you don't cooperate, I will invite you to go there myself. Kakashi, who was watching the show, saw the masked man turn his face, sighed, and stood in front of many children. Kakashi said lightly, you guys, don't you want to take action against these children? Kakashi. The grimace-masked man looked at Kakashi with apprehension, knowing that his purpose of forcibly taking Naruto away today must have failed. The ghost-masked man explained to Kakashi, our root Jonin died tragically on the way to the mission, and Naruto has nothing to do with it, so we need to take Naruto back to investigate. There is a relationship with Naruto, there is evidence. Kakashi asked. The man with the grimace mask said, we have a secret method at the root, which can trace back who the last person the corpse saw before it died. Yes or no, won't it be clear when I bring Naruto back? Kakashi looked at him aggressively, you are a Konoha shinobi. Of course. Then you can follow Hokage's orders. I am the direct confidant of Master Danzo, Kakashi interrupted, then Danzo can obey the Hokage order. Chapter 22. Danzo-sama is Elder Konoha, a disciple of second Hokage-sama like Hokage, he. Kakashi said with a rare force, don't talk nonsense, I ask you, Danzo will obey Hokage's order. After hesitating for a while, the grimace-masked man still said. Follow. Follow the Hokage order. Kakashi said coldly, now I, Kakashi, am here to protect Naruto under the Hokage order. I will see who can take Naruto away from me. This. The grimace-masked man didn't expect Kakashi to be so strong that he almost broke his face with Danzo. To be honest, Naruto was a little surprised to see Kakashi who never backed down. Kakashi in the original book has been completely separated from Umbu when he appeared on the stage, and his acting style seems to have nothing to do with Umbu. Even sometimes the appearance is less reliable than Naruto, but this can't hide that Kakashi was once known as cold-blooded Kakashi. Hokage office. Sarutobi Hiruzen said in a deep voice, Danzo, why did you shoot Uzumaki Naruto? Danzo leaned on crutches, hummed, knowing that he was wrong, so he didn't speak. Third generation took a deep puff of the smoke, Danzo, the ninja school is our teacher's painstaking effort, your hand is a bit too long this time. Danzo saw that Sarutobi Hiruzen mentioned second Hokage, and said without raising his eyelids, 9 tails, there is no room for loss. Third generation said in a rare outrage. So you transfer Kakashi away from Naruto first, and then let Gen's people take Naruto away at all costs. Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen get angry, Danzo sneered, Hiruzen, if it weren't for the mess I cleaned up for the village, do you think your Hokage's position would be as solid as heavenly prisons today? Now there are unidentified people who have come into contact with 9 tails, and the explanation you gave me before I believe that even you are dubious. Fourth Hokage is dead, and now the soul is sealed in Shinigami's stomach, how can it be possible to entrust Naruto with dreams? Hiruzen, stop dreaming. Third Hokage was left speechless by Danzo's 3 consecutive questions. After a moment of silence, third generation asked, then, what else can you do now? Obviously, he was moved by Danzo, and he didn't actually believe Naruto's 4th generation dreaming. Danzo asked with a gloomy face, I want to know, at whose hands did he die? At this time, I don't know, those 2 Umbuchinen are still sleeping at this time. Master 3rd generation. Umbu suddenly leaned close to third generation's ear, whispering something in a low voice. Okay, I get it. Third generation nodded and motioned for Umbu to go down. Third generation continued to take a puff of the pipe and said, my subordinates said that Kakashi saved them. Impossible, Kakashi was still outside the village at that time. Danzo directly denied. Third generation sighed and said, sure enough, Kakashi's mission was arranged by you. Danzo snorted and didn't say anything. He even dared to assassinate Hokage. It's such a trivial matter, so why not admit it? Third generation ordered behind him, let Kakashi bring Naruto to my office. Yes. Umbu straight away with the body flicker technique. Not long after the order from the third generation was issued, that Umbu appeared at the ninja school. Looking at the rather strange confrontation scene in amazement, Umbu's people said directly. Captain, Lord Third Generation asked you to bring Uzumaki Naruto to Hokage's office. Kakashi frowned, nodded to Umbu who just came over, didn't say much, grabbed Naruto's clothes, a body flicker technique, and disappeared into the classroom directly. Seeing that his target had been taken away by Kakashi, the grimace-masked man glanced at Irika indifferently, and left together. In the classroom, Irika and Konoha's remaining Xiaoqiang were the only ones left. Irika-sensei, nothing will happen to Naruto-kun. Hinata asked courageously. Irika forced a smile, since it's Master Hokage's order, I can guarantee that Naruto will not be in any danger. For some reason, Irika always has a bad feeling. Reassured by Irika, Hinata was not relieved, but looked worriedly at the position Naruto left. It wasn't long before Naruto and Kakashi showed up at Third Generation's office. Danzo is here too. Naruto felt a little drummed when he saw Danzo on crutches. With his current strength, he has no problem dealing with Chunin, and he can handle ordinary Jonin with a sneak attack, but it is almost the limit. It seems that we still have to develop insignificantly for a while, at least to develop the power to defeat Jonin in a fair and honest way. Seeing Kakashi coming in, Danzo first took a look at Naruto, and then asked without waiting for Third Generation to speak. Kakashi, where were you last night? Kakashi said calmly, outside the village last night. Then when did you return to the village? This morning. Danzo asked again, did he kill you? Kakashi said, no. Chapter 23. Third Generation interrupted Danzo, okay, Kakashi, have any strangers touched Naruto in the past few days? Kakashi said, someone who claimed to be the root appeared in the ninja school and wanted to take Naruto away, but I stopped him. Third Generation glanced at Danzo, as if he had expected Danzo to do this, so there was nothing much to do. Naruto couldn't figure out the relationship between Third Generation and Danzo. According to the theory, Danzo had just wiped out the Uchiha clan with a conspiracy, and was ordered by Hokage to disband the root. At this time, Danzo should keep a low profile and shouldn't dance like this. But now it seems that Danzo has no intention of disbanding the roots. And the words that Third Hokage disbanded the roots at the beginning were more like words of anger, and when the anger disappeared, they would be like a normal person. Naruto thought for a while, and decided to take the initiative. Naruto asked, Old man Third Generation, did you make a mistake? Third Hokage shook his head. Naruto said naively, then I did well in class, why did a ninja say that he was ordered by Danzo to arrest me? And that ninja casually casts killing intent on our school's teachers and students, and can do such a thing, shouldn't this ninja be the traitor of our village? Naruto cast his eyes on Danzo, still, Danzo who instigates behind the scenes is the rebellious ninja of our village. Hearing that his subordinates and himself were dubbed traitorous by this brat, Danzo was furious, and hit the ground heavily with the crutch in his hand. The chakra that has been accumulated for a long time burst out instantly. Naruto was forced back by Danzo's chakra, the strength of this chakra has surpassed that of Kamen's Jonin for a long time. Third Generation also broke out its own chakra in a timely manner, resisting the pressure of Danzo chakra for Naruto. And the figure of Kakashi next to Naruto didn't move at all from the beginning to the end. Third Generation persuaded, Naruto is still a child, childish words are ruthless, childish words are ruthless. Naruto experienced Third Generation's chakra again, and found that Third Generation's chakra obviously suppressed Danzo's chakra. Although the strength of chakra cannot directly prove the strength of Third Hokage should be much higher than that of Danzo. Third Generation said in a nonchalant manner, Naruto, Danzo is Elder Konoha, you can't slander the elder at will. Danzo glanced at Third Generation and didn't speak, but both chakra and momentum were put away. But Danzo stared at Naruto with dark eyes. Kakashi's heart is not without fluctuations, this kid is the first to be able to call the ninjas at their roots as traitorous ninjas. Third Generation turned sideways and said to Danzo lightly, although some misunderstandings have occurred, Danzo, you should really restrain your subordinates. Danzo looked away and didn't speak. Third Generation then explained to Naruto, they are not rebels, but the direct subordinates of Master Danzo the Root. Naruto asked doubtfully again, but when I was wandering around, I heard from Jonin in the village that Genbu shouldn't be disbanded by Lord Hokage. How can it still exist, and be so unscrupulous? Could it be that Master Hokage didn't say this, or that Master Hokage spoke like farting? Third Hokage. Tanjian Wuji, Tanjian Wuji. Third generation's veins twitched, but he immediately comforted himself with words to comfort Danzo in his heart. This matter is not as simple as you think. Third Hokage changed the subject and said. By the way, Naruto, can you show me the other ninjutsu you learned in your dream? Naruto lowered his head, his little head spinning wildly. Judging from the words of the third generation should not believe the dream I said before. Naruto shifted his gaze to Kaka beside him, then shook his head secretly. No, the current Kakashi is just an killing machine with no feelings, and he has not yet made friends with him. You can't count on him. Seeing that everyone was looking at him, Naruto coughed lightly and said, Old man third generation, I want to have a few words with you alone. Yes. Third generation nodded without hesitation. As soon as third generation finished speaking, Kakashi disappeared immediately. Danzo said with a gloomy face, Hiruzen, now is not the time to be soft-hearted, please do it yourself. Third generation didn't even look at Danzo, the meaning is obvious. Hi. Danzo left with a sly voice. In fact, from the very beginning, Sarutobi Hiruzen was a little skeptical whether it was 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato who taught Naruto ninjutsu. Although third generation has never heard of this kind of ninjutsu, but the ninja world is so big, there must be ninjutsu that can connect dreams. Naruto stretched out his right hand, Sky Blue's chakra continuously rotated from Naruto's right hand, condensed, and finally turned into a spherical shape. Raise Non. Third Hokage's pupils constricted, as if he couldn't believe what he saw. Naruto actually learned Raise Non. Raise Non is a real A-level ninjutsu. If no one teaches it, it is almost impossible to learn it. Even for a genius like 4th Hokage, it took almost 3 years to develop this ninjutsu. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 50. Chapter 24. Raise Non is the symbol of 4th Hokage. In the current ninja world, the only person who can master Raise Non proficiently is Jiraiya, who wanders around Tianya. And Jiraiya has not returned to the village for a long time. So as soon as Naruto, the Raise Non, came out, third Hokage had no doubts. Third generation sighed, as expected of Minato, even if he sacrificed, he still has his own son behind him. Minato is his very promising heir, and it is a pity that Minato died young. Third generation asked, Naruto, how long did it take you to learn this Raise Non? Naruto held up 3 fingers. Third Hokage was a little surprised, 3 years. Could it be that Minato has been teaching you since 3 years ago? Not 3 years, but 3 months. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 50, water style water dragon bomb technique debris collection progress 20%. Looking at the system prompt, Naruto fell into deep thought. From Sasuke to the root Jonin, and then to third generation, it seems that the collection pretend value is above 100 before the prompt to collect ninjutsu fragments pops up. Did 4th generation teach you any other ninjutsu? Naruto seals, shadow clone technique. You have even mastered shadow clone. The third generation was a little surprised, and then said to himself, A-level ninjutsu Raise Non has been mastered in 3 months, and B-level ninjutsu shadow clone should be no problem. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 20, water style, water dragon bomb technique debris collection progress 40%. Naruto hesitated for a while, and decided to blew himself up, third generation old man, that root ninja was not killed by Kakashi, but by me. Naruto, what the hell is going on? Naruto shrugged, he wanted to kill me, I killed him, it's that simple. Third generation almost spat out blood from Naruto's anger. A grandmaster assassinated, Jonin who had completed countless missions, how could he just die in the hands of a kid who hadn't graduated yet? Even if this kid knows A-level ninjutsu Raise Non and B-level ninjutsu shadow clone. Naruto said with a half smile, old man third generation, it seems that you have some misunderstandings about my strength. Third Hokage was so shocked that he didn't even bother to smoke his pipe. Misunderstanding, what's the misunderstanding? I don't believe that you can kill a battle-hardened Jonin simply with Raise Non and shadow clone. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 80, water style water dragon bomb technique debris collection progress 100%. Naruto quickly asked in his heart, System, is there a way to control Nine Tails chakra? System, yes. How many pretend values do you need to control one tail? System, 100 pretend values. Naruto breathed a sigh of relief, he was really afraid that the system would say an astronomical figure. 100 pretend values is more than enough for him now. Naruto said, System, exchange the way to control Nine Tails one tail chakra. Ding! The exchange is successful, and the host can use the chakra of Nine Tails one tail at any time. Naruto asked, Old man third generation, can you perform a sealing technique to temporarily seal this room? The third generation took a deep look at Naruto, did not ask why, and directly formed a seal, using a 3-way seal to seal the entire room. Of course, Danzo outside the house saw through the ninjutsu used by his old teammates at a glance. Damn it, what the hell is going on in the house, even the 3-party seal is used. Inside the house. Third Hokage said in a deep voice, Naruto, you can speak this time. Now Naruto has too many secrets. Naruto stretched out his right hand in front of third generation again. The third generation said impatiently, are you showing me the Raise-non? I have already seen the Raise-non. It is really powerful. But without Minato's flying thunder god, it's hard to reach fast-moving opponents. Old man third generation, have a little patience and take a closer look. Naruto did not condense Raise-non this time, but released chakra as much as possible, and Blue's chakra slowly appeared in a few days. The calm third generation evaluated this objectively, a chakra of this level is only 11 years old, but he is a descendant of the Uzumaki clan. Naruto whispered, my chakra is Blue's. Third generation nodded. But, I already control the chakra of 9 tails. Saying that, Naruto's blue chakra was suddenly eroded by Red's chakra bit by bit until it turned completely red. And Red's chakra also slowly turned into a tailed beast coat, and Naruto's right hand slowly extended to Naruto's entire right arm. And Third Hokage couldn't close his mouth in shock at Naruto's performance. No one could know what Third Hokage was shocked at this time, how big is Naruto, and he has already initially controlled the power of 9 tails. Ding! Congratulations to the host, the pretend value is plus 200, and the collection progress of Earth-style Earth Wall fragments is 100%. Naruto was also a little surprised, how shocked was the third generation, who directly contributed 200 pretend points and directly filled up a ninjutsu fragment. Chapter 25. Third generation asks, you take control of 9 tails. I don't control 9 tails. Naruto shook his head. Then what's the matter with your chakra? Third generation looked at Naruto's right hand wrapped in 9 tails chakra suspiciously. Naruto looked at third generation, deliberately hesitated for a while, frantically thinking about a reasonable explanation in his mind. Third generation looked at Naruto calmly, and did not urge him. After a while, Naruto wondered, old man third generation, I promised my father that I will not tell anyone about this. Third generation kindly said, your father is fourth Hokage, I am third Hokage, and I am also your father's master's master, besides Jiraiya, I can be regarded as your father's only relative. The only family member. Naruto sneered in his heart. When he was rejected by his peers when he was young, where was third generation? Where was third generation when he ate expired yogurt as a kid? When he was called 9 tails by everyone in the village when he was young, where was third generation? Now third generation feels that Naruto can be used, and says that he is Naruto's only relative. He didn't have much ill feeling towards third generation, because in his impression, third generation was just an old man who had no opinion but was full of hope for peace. But now the appearance of the third generation made Naruto feel disgusted from the bottom of his heart. Naruto took a breath, suppressed the emotions in his heart and said, my father told me that the chakra of 9 tails is eroding the seal all the time, and the damage of the seal will cause the chakra of 9 tails to leak bit by bit. 9 tails chakra is leaking? How can I not feel it? Naruto said, my father said that he has now resealed the chakra that leaked from 9 tails with the sealing technique. As for the part of chakra that has been resealed, under my father's teaching, I can mobilize it at will. And I, using the power and speed of the 9 tails chakra, killed the Jonin of the root by surprise. Third Hokage said solemnly, tell me what happened in detail. Good. Naruto nodded. Actually, when I was just out of school with Hinata, I already suspected that someone was following me behind me. Suspect? Naruto affirmed, yes, it's a suspicion, because I have no evidence, so I verified it with the anti-detection method I learned in school. This verification, I found out that someone is following me behind my back. Then I saw the Hyuga fire gate, and I was relieved, thinking it was him who was just stalking, so I asked him to bring Hinata home. But after Hinata left Hyuga fire gate, the feeling of stalking still existed, so I continued to walk deeper into the park. Third generation looked into Naruto's eyes and asked, since you found yourself being followed, why didn't you ask me for help? Naruto said with bright eyes, I thought about it, but I rejected it. Hi. Third generation looked at Naruto calmly, waiting for Naruto to clarify. Naruto said, old man, you will definitely not harm me. If your people are following me, then I will find you to no avail. That location is too far away from the old man of third generation, I'm afraid I've exposed my intentions. The enemy is in the dark, and I am in the light. I am afraid of revealing my intentions, and I will be directly attacked by him and die. So I found an opportunity to replace the main body with Shadow Clone, so that Shadow Clone can continue to rush to the depths of the park, while the main body is hidden in place. Third generation praised, it's a good decision. In that case, if your main body leaves secretly, it will easily arouse the vigilance of those who are following you. Thus, the relationship between the enemy and us is an exchange of two phases. I am in the dark, and the enemy is in the light. The old man of third generation should know what happened later. That Jonin made a sudden move and forced the two Chunins back. And those two Chunin, in order to cover my escape, ran back again. Third generation smiled and nodded, they are Umbu sent by the 5th rank, and their mission is to protect you. I'm afraid it's not just protection, but also surveillance. Naruto almost blurted out this sentence. Naruto agreed, protecting me is indeed protecting me, but my strength is a bit weak. With a strong Jonin, so many things wouldn't happen. Third generation smiled wryly. At that time, Umbu's manpower was too short, and there were no free Jonins, so I could only send 2 Chunins to protect you. Naruto said, I saw that Jonin seriously injured those 2 Chunins little by little, and when Jonin was about to kill the 2 Chunins, I stood up. I used the transformation technique to turn into an Umbu ninja I've seen before, and cut off 2 deadly kunao. Naruto said in a puzzled tone, then that Jonin didn't know why, he begged me for mercy as soon as he saw me appear, and he ran away before I said anything. Third generation explained, the person you transformed into is Kakashi, a very powerful Jonin. In the village, except for a few ninjas, there are few opponents. Chapter 26. Hearing third generation's explanation, Naruto suddenly realized, no wonder that Jonin ran away as soon as he saw me. Third generation pondered for a while and said, Naruto, I already know about this, but it is also true that you killed the root Jonin. Naruto asked a little panic, old man third generation, what should I do then? Seeing Naruto's performance, Third Hokage nodded secretly, this is what an 11-year-old child should realize. Third Hokage pondered for a while and said, don't tell anyone about this matter for now, leave it to me to solve it first. Then I can go back to school. With your current strength, why are you rushing back to the ninja school? Naruto smiled and said, my generation of ninjas should focus on studying. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +10. Third generation said, tomorrow, I will take you to Mie Hospital to check your body and see if the power of 9 tails has any effect on your body. Okay. Naruto readily agreed. Third generation untied the 3-party seal, waved his hand casually and said, you go to school first, Danzo and I have other things to talk about. Naruto nodded, opened the door and left. In fact, there are 2 reasons why Naruto is so anxious to go to school. One is that although the pretend value obtained in the school is relatively small, fortunately, there is no danger. The second is that you can continue to interact with the little Hinata and get in touch with each other. As soon as Naruto came out on the front foot, Danzo and Kakashi walked into Hokage's office on the back foot. Seeing Danzo enter the house, third generation said in a deep voice, Danzo, since he is dead, don't hold him accountable, just treat him as a sacrifice for the village. Danzo frowned tightly, he never expected third generation to have such a reaction. Danzo said with a gloomy face, Hiruzen, what did that brat Naruto say to you? Third Hokage said solemnly, Danzo, I am Hokage, you are just an elder. Third generation has always known Danzo's ambitions, and Hokage is just his first step, although it will take him almost a lifetime to take this step. So since knowing that Naruto can control the power of 9 tails, third generation has made up its mind not to let Naruto fall into Danzo's hands. Naruto can control the power of 9 tails, which is a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is that Konoha can get the great help of 9 tails, and the bad thing is that 9 tails can break free from the seal at any time, and stage the chaos 11 years ago again. Danzo took a deep look at third generation and walked away. Third generation asked Kakashi, is Tenzo in the village now? Exist. Kakashi hesitated for a moment and said, Tianzang just finished his mission, received a slight injury, and is recuperating at home now. Is the injury serious? Third generation asked. It's just a small injury, nothing serious. Well, third generation pondered for a while and said, when I have time in the afternoon, I will go and see Tianzang myself. Kakashi froze for a moment. Okay, Naruto has almost left the Hokage building now, you go and protect him in secret. Kakashi nodded and said. Yes. Naruto here is back at the ninja school, and it's almost noon when school is over. Seeing that Naruto came back safely, both Irika and the rest of Xiaoqiang breathed a sigh of relief. Although they imagined that third Hokage wouldn't embarrass Naruto, the battle that almost started today was a bit big. Kiba leaned over to Naruto and asked, Naruto, why did Master Hokage call you away? As soon as Yaya finished speaking, Sasuke, Koji, Shikamaru and other Xiaoqiangs all pricked up their ears to listen. Naruto smiled lightly and said, there is nothing important, but the third generation wants to accept me as a disciple. Why does third generation accept you as a disciple? Fang looked at Naruto suspiciously. Naruto said as it should be, of course it's because I'm too strong. The third generation also wanted me to graduate early, but I refused without hesitation. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value +4, +3, +3, +3. Naruto looked at Hinata affectionately, being a genin after all, it's important to be with my Hinata. And Zhong Xiaoqiang has long been used to Naruto's sudden dog food. With some stubborn teeth, he looked at Naruto suspiciously. Shikamaru pouted, obviously not believing a word of Naruto's words. Hinata whispered, Naruto-kun don't have to refuse third Hokage-sama for me. Naruto eats the love bento made by Hinata and waves to Hinata. Hinata approached Naruto and asked shyly, what are you doing? Come here a little bit. Hinata has moved a little closer to Naruto. Naruto scratched Hinata's nose gently, and said softly, "You are my most precious treasure, how can I be willing to leave you half a step away?" It may be because of what Naruto said at lunch, Hinata's face was red all afternoon, and everyone was dizzy. He didn't even know that he was dragged away by Naruto after school. And Irika looked at the backs of Naruto and Hinata, and said speechlessly, "This kid, I still want to talk to him, but I didn't expect to run so fast." Also looking at Naruto's back is Sasuke with panda eyes. At this time, Sasuke had already opened one Tomo Sharingan, and was looking at where Naruto left, eager to try. Chapter 27. Naruto looked helplessly at Sasuke who was following behind them. "Sasuke, why are you interrupting our cultivation again?" With panda eyes on his face, Sasuke refused to admit defeat and said, "I want to compete with you again." Naruto asked curiously, "Try me again, can you break my illusion?" No, Sasuke hesitated and said, "After competing with you yesterday, I can feel that my Sharingan has become stronger." Sasuke lowered his head slightly, "So, please challenge me again." After finally finding a way to become stronger quickly, Sasuke obviously didn't want to miss it. Sharingan becomes stronger. Naruto thought for a while, and realized that it was really possible. Whether the Uchiha family is opening their eyes or evolving from Sangoku to Mangekyo, they all need strong emotional stimulation. That is to say, what Sasuke actually needs is not me to beat him, but what he needs is me to stimulate him from above. Okay. Naruto agreed to Sasuke's request for the contest. Naruto turned to Hinata and said gently, "Hinata, wait for me for 3 seconds, and I can end the fight right away." Hinata nodded sensibly. "You." Sasuke pointed at Naruto, speechless for a long time. Obviously PD off by Naruto's words for a few seconds. "Ding, congratulations host, pretend value plus 30. Naruto deliberately stimulated Sasuke, "Did you hold on for more than 3 seconds in the last competition?" A feeling of shame welled up in Sasuke's heart. "Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 40. Naruto didn't speak, and directly cast an instant sea-level illusion tree binding, instantly defeating Sasuke who opened the one Tomo Sharingan. Originally defeating Sasuke, Naruto planned to pull Hinata away, but Naruto thought that defeating Sasuke was not the purpose, but the purpose was to stimulate Sasuke, so that Sasuke could quickly evolve Sharingan. Standing beside Sasuke, Naruto shook his head and sighed, "Sasuke, is this what you mean by progress, or is it that I didn't even follow one of my moves? I'm so disappointed." Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 30. Naruto watched the single hook jade in Sasuke's eyes constantly spinning, and knew that he was on the verge of evolution soon. But Naruto waited for a while, and found that Sasuke's one Tomo Sharingan turned around, but there was no sign of evolution. It's time for the next big news. Naruto pondered for a while and said, "Sasuke, I heard Itachi is almost becoming a jonin at this age, but you still. Oh, the difference from your big brother is too much." Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 100. Ah. Sasuke let out a low growl, and the one Tomo Sharingan in his eyes finally evolved into Urguya Sharingan under the stimulation of Naruto. And when Sasuke evolved into Urguya Sharingan, he also instantly broke Naruto's illusion. Sasuke broke free from the illusion, looked around, and there was no trace of Naruto. Taking a few deep breaths, Sasuke felt the completely different pupil power of Urguya and Shanguyu. Is this the power of the Sharingan? This is the two Tomo Sharingan. How strong is the special pair of Sharingan of the big brother? For a moment, Sasuke lost his mind. At this moment, the Genin trio appeared beside Sasuke. Due to the angle, they did not see Sasuke's face, and of course they did not see Sasuke's two Tomo Sharingan. One of Genin said, "Kenta, I just found some students in the ninja school to listen to Naruto, and found that his strength seems to be terrifying." Kenta slapped the talking Genin on the head and said, "Stupid, the three of us are Genin. We have completed so many tasks and even killed people. Can Naruto be more vicious than a robber?" But the ninja still hesitated. It wasn't that he was cowardly, but the rumors in the school were too evil. Before Naruto made a move, the strong murderous intent scared the opponent to pee his pants. Thinking of the rumors he had heard, Kenta, the boss of the Genin trio, also swallowed a mouthful of saliva. They became Genin, just doing some small tasks, and the people they killed were common robbers without any chakra. "We are still 3 people, no matter how strong he is, he can go there. Don't forget, we have killed people before, even the Chunin of common, our 3 brothers have not defeated before." Kenta Sunin walked into the grove and searched for it a few times, but there were still figures of Naruto and Hinata. "Brother, there's a kid there, let's ask him." The boss, Kenta, stepped forward and asked, "Little ghost, you are also a student of the ninja school, have you seen Naruto?" Sasuke was leaning under the tree in a daze, and was a little surprised to see the Genin trio approaching. "It's you 3 idiots." Sasuke immediately recalled where he had seen these 3 people. Kenta was furious, "What did you say?" Sasuke mocked, "It seems that I have poked your pain point, otherwise you wouldn't be so angry." After being beaten like this, you still dare to offend our three brothers. It seems that you will be beaten again today. Sasuke suddenly asked, are you looking for trouble with Naruto? How do you know? Kento looked at Sasuke in surprise. Sasuke didn't speak, but opened his two-tomo Sharingan. Chapter 28. He was instantly killed by Naruto just now, so chakra is almost full. At this time, Sasuke's strength far exceeds that of ordinary Chunin, and it is very easy to deal with the Genin trio. Seeing the Sharingan in Sasuke's eyes, Kento became a little more serious. Sharingan of the Uchiha clan, no wonder you are so confident. Sasuke suddenly turns off the Sharingan. The Genin trio looked confused. Sasuke said lightly, I'm sorry, you don't even need to use Sharingan to deal with garbage like you. The Genin trio almost vomited blood from Sasuke's maneuver. The Naruto shadow clone hidden behind the tree gave Sasuke a thumbs up, purely on pretend. Sasuke really has a hand. I have to learn this pretend technique in the future. Naruto secretly thought. Our three brothers have all killed people, kid, you will pay the price for your arrogance. The strength of Sasuke without Sharingan is about the same as that of common people, but with Sharingan, although the strength is not as strong as Jonin, it can be said to be far superior to the average Chunin. Between the fingers of Sasuke's right hand, a few small stones appeared at some point. Sasuke threw lightly, and each stone hit the Genin trio's knee joints with precision. The Genin trio was unsteady and knelt directly on the ground. At this level, you are ashamed to say that you have killed someone. Sasuke looked at the three kneeling in front of him with disdain. Kenta endured the humiliation, looked at Sasuke with hatred and said, are you really determined to stand up for Naruto? As soon as the words fell, the three kneeling on the ground looked at each other, and the three shurikens and the three kunai flew towards Sasuke at the same time. Under the cover of shuriken and kunai, Kenta jumped directly into the air, and a big hammer appeared out of nowhere in his hand, swinging towards Sasuke. Sasuke didn't even look at the combined attack of the three, and quickly sealed in his hand, fire-style Great Fireball technique. A great fireball with a diameter of 2 meters rushed towards the three of them with a huge heat wave. Kunai and shuriken melted into molten iron in the air, and Kenta, who had no time to dodge in the air, was about to hit the fireball. Ah! The two people who were still kneeling on the ground yelled in terror. And Kenta, who couldn't dodge in the air, has already closed his eyes resigned to his fate. He was lucky not to lie in the hospital for a month after being hit by this fireball. When the fireball immediately touched Kenta's body, Sasuke cancelled the great fireball he cast in good time. After all, they are all from the same village, and the current Sasuke is not so ruthless. The waiting fireball did not come, and Kenta fell from the air to the ground in embarrassment, and Kenta, who had survived the catastrophe, breathed in the air with great gulps. The fireball just now was only a few centimeters away from him, and even part of his clothes and hair were scorched, which shows how dangerous it was just now. Looking at the Genin trio who collapsed on the ground, Sasuke didn't feel the joy of defeating them, but said lightly. I found that you guys made a mistake. It's not that I stood up for Naruto, but that Naruto's strength is far superior to mine. Thinking of Naruto killing himself in seconds, although he is not convinced, Sasuke has to admit that Naruto's strength is far superior to his own at this time. What? How is it possible, that crane tail is stronger than you? Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +10, +10, +10. Naruto, who was hiding in the dark, was stunned. He didn't expect that he didn't say a word, but Sasuke said that he was stronger than him, so he got the pretend value? Did I open the door to the new world? Since then, there will be another way to pretend. Naruto whispered to himself. The Naruto body on the other side finally remembered that he brought Hinata out to practice. Naruto asked seriously, Hinata, do you want to become stronger? Without hesitation, Hinata nodded directly. Naruto asked again, why do you become stronger? Hinata bravely looked into Naruto's eyes, although Naruto is very powerful, I already want to protect Naruto. Naruto stroked his chin, thinking of ways to make Hinata stronger. In fact, Naruto also thought about Hinata before, but the people of the Hyuga clan, apart from awakening Tensagen or Clear Eyes, really have no other way to become stronger. A genius like Neji has also become a cannon fodder in Ninja World War. Hinata, if I am the most powerful person in the world, will you believe me? Hinata looked at Naruto tenderly, of course I believe what Naruto-kun said. Naruto waited for a long time, but the system didn't get any pretend value, so Naruto had to ask, don't you think I'm very pretending when I say these words? Hinata looked at Naruto ignorantly, I believe Naruto will do it. Naruto. Naruto sighed, oh, it's really hard to pretend in front of honest people. She will believe everything you say, and you say you are not angry. Naruto said, your father is Hyuga Hayashi. He is the head of the Hyuga clan, and he is also a Jonin. Hinata looked at Naruto curiously, not knowing what he was going to say. Naruto said proudly, your father can't even take one of my moves now. Chapter 29. After Naruto finished speaking, he waited for a long time, but the pretend value did not arrive. Naruto said a little discouraged. Hinata, you are not stupid, you thought I was telling the truth just now. Hinata said softly, I'm Naruto-kun's girlfriend, I know Naruto-kun was just kidding me, so of course I don't take it seriously. Naruto has nothing to do with Hinata, who is naturally dumb and slow to react. Forget it, let's try it from others. As for Gentle Fist, let's exchange it directly from the system, but it doesn't matter, anyway, I have harvested a lot of pretend value in the past 2 days. Naruto thought for a while, and said, Hinata, please type Gentle Fist and show me. Hinata didn't ask why, but nodded timidly. She is now Naruto's girlfriend, and with her personality, of course she listens to Naruto in everything. Hinata puts on the posture of Gentle Fist, and shows Naruto the Gentle Fist from the beginning to the end according to what he has learned since he was a child. Naruto sees Gentle Fist as a sham, and the real exchange from the system is real. System, open the system panel. Host, Uzumaki Naruto. Level, Genin, E. Bloodline, Uzumaki Sage Body, inactive. Skills, 3 Body Technique, E. Tree Binding Kill, C. Raise Non, A. Shadow Clone, B. Great Fireball Technique, B. Jonin Assassination Technique, B. Earth Array Wall, C. Water Dragon Bomb, B. Equipment, C Level Special Metal Kunao. Pretend Value, 1385. System, you young man with a confused face, rack your brains to pretend, because pretend will become stronger. Naruto nodded in satisfaction. After a few days of tossing, not only have I perfected the ninjutsu, but also succeeded in making the pretend points break through 1,000. By the way, why not ask the system to see if the system can improve Hinata's strength? Just do it, Naruto immediately asked in his heart. System, is there a way to quickly improve Hinata's strength? System, the Gentle Fist that the Hyuga family is spreading today is too different from the original version. It only has shape but no spirit. Hosts can exchange for the original version of Gentle Fist. How many pretend values do you need? System, 1000. Naruto saw that he had just saved up to 1000 pretend points. Although he felt a little heartbroken, Naruto still gritted his teeth and said, Exchange. Ding. System, Gentle Fist, initial version, has been redeemed successfully, please check the host carefully. After Naruto communicated with the system, Hinata here has just finished a complete set of Gentle Fist, and thin beads of sweat have already appeared on his head. Naruto carefully wiped Hinata's sweat with the handkerchief Hinata gave him. And Hinata has long been used to this kind of intimate physical contact, and she would indeed blush at first, but now she is used to it. Naruto said to himself, Hinata, I always feel that your Gentle Fist is a bit awkward, and it is different from my impression. Look at me playing Gentle Fist. Okay. Hinata blinked her big eyes, watching Naruto's awkward moves, her eyes became brighter the more she looked, and it didn't take long for Hinata to be attracted by Naruto's Gentle Fist. As Naruto gradually immersed in the state of Gentle Fist, Naruto's expression was also a bit wrong. Why does this look more and more like Tai Chi in my hometown? Putting aside other ideas, Naruto gave Hinata a complete initial version of Gentle Fist. Hinata asked in a low voice, Mr. Naruto, can I teach this set of Gentle Fist to my family? I feel that this set of Gentle Fist is much better than the Gentle Fist handed down by my family. Of course. But Naruto hesitated for a while and said, but you can't say my name. Then how do I explain it? Naruto thought for a while, his eyes lit up and said, well, you just say that there is a teacher named Atsutsuki Tonari who secretly taught you. Okay, Hinata, today's practice is over. As soon as Hinata came home, she saw Hyuga Hayashi kneeling at the door, staring at her calmly. Hayashi asked, Hinata, why did you come back so late? Hinata lowered her head and said with low confidence, I'm practicing outside. Hyuga Hayashi said with a gloomy face, practice? Those Chunin teachers in the school, which one can teach you Gentle Fist? Hinata lowered her head and said nothing. Okay, it happens that Niji is also practicing now, let's compare and see if you have improved recently. Yes, my lord father. Although Hinata hates sparring and competition, she subconsciously doesn't know how to resist after such a long period of obedience. In the yard, Niji knelt on the round fan, the exhaustion on his face could hardly be concealed. Almost as soon as he finished the task, he was called by Hayashi to wait in the yard. Hinata is just timid, not stupid, on the contrary Hinata has her own carefulness. And seeing Niji like this, Hinata knew that Niji should have been waiting in the yard for a long time. Before the competition, Hinata took the lead in apologizing, Niji big brother, I'm sorry, I'm late. Niji shook his head and said, Master Hinata, you don't have to apologize to me. The competition begins. Hyuga Hayashi waved his hand, interrupting their conversation. Hinata and Niji took the Gentle Fist pose at the same time, but Niji was in an offensive pose, while Hinata was in a defensive pose. Seeing the gestures of the two, Hayashi frowned. Chapter 30. A branch house clansman whispered, Master Patriarch, after all, Hinata is younger than Niji, and he can't beat him. It's normal to put on a defensive posture. Hinata tried hard to keep up with Niji's rhythm, but Niji didn't use his full strength and gave way to Hinata everywhere. Ha! Hinata, who had been defending all the time, thought about the gentle fist Naruto demonstrated to her, and suddenly hit Niji's waist by surprise, and Niji fell down in response. Hyuga Hayashi looked at Hinata in shock. In the contest between Hinata and Niji, this was the first time Hinata defeated Niji head-on. Although everyone present could see that Niji didn't use his full strength. When did Hinata become so strong? Not to mention Hyuga Hayashi, even Hinata and Niji in the courtyard stopped the competition in surprise. Hinata looked at Niji, who was knocked to the ground by himself, and thought, Naruto-kun is such a genius, he taught me a counter-attack casually, and he hit Niji big brother. Hyuga Hayashi asked in shock, who taught you gentle fist? Could it be a senior in the family? Hinata blushed, just about to say Naruto's name, but immediately thought of Naruto's request, so she said. It's Naruto-kun's friend. At present, people in the Hyuga family don't know that Hinata has become Naruto's girlfriend, otherwise they must fry the pot. Naruto, is that Nine-Tails Demon Fox kid? Hyuga Hayashi subconsciously expressed his inner thoughts. Hearing her father slander Naruto, Hinata mustered up her courage and said, Naruto is the future Hokage, isn't he the Nine-Tails Demon Fox? An elder of a clan disdainfully said, our Hyuga clan is currently the #1 clan in Konoha, and even our patriarch is not sure about Hokage's position. He is just a Nine-Tails brat? Stop dreaming. Hinata thought of what Naruto told him, and finally understood why Naruto hid his strength. Hinata, tell me the truth, who the hell taught you gentle fist? Hinata lowered his head and said, he calls himself Utsutsuki Tonari, and he also has a pair of white eyes. Hayashi looked at Hinata suspiciously, have white eyes too? Utsutsuki Tonari. Hinata nodded slightly. Does he have a caged bird on his head? Hayashi asked. No. Hayashi muttered to himself, Utsutsuki, this name is so familiar, I seem to have heard it somewhere. An elder of the patriarchal clan wondered, could it be that our Hyuga clan is living outside and has the blood of our Hyuga clan? Utsutsuki, Utsutsuki, Utsutsuki. I know where I heard it, one of the oldest elders suddenly shouted. Everyone looked at him, even Hinata was not surprised. Our family has been passed down for nearly 1,000 years, but at the very beginning, our family name seemed not to be Hyuga, but Utsutsuki. Later, for some unknown reason, it was changed to the Hyuga family. For some reason, Hyuga Hayashi said to Hinata, Hinata, don't tell anyone this name, and the next time you meet this person, ask him secretly if he has anyone from the same clan. Hinata blinked her big bright eyes and nodded slightly. Hayashi said softly, okay, Hinata, you go back and rest, we still have something to discuss. Hinata turned and left, with a deep sigh of relief in her heart. It turns out that everything is under Naruto-kun's control. I said the name of Utsutsuki Tonari, and the family really doesn't pursue it. Hinata's admiration for Naruto adds another layer. Immediately after Hinata left, Hayashi's face darkened. Elder, are you sure that our Hyuga clan should have had the surname Utsutsuki in the first place? The elder nodded, I can be sure. Everyone here is not stupid. There are only a few reasons why a powerful family can change its name, either to avoid powerful enemies or to hide from its own people. Another elder said gloomily, Patriarch, if the records in the book are correct, our Hyuga clan is very likely to be a family secretly established by the branch house of the Utsutsuki clan. All the people present were from the Zone family, and they all knew what the elder meant, so there was some concern in their eyes. The branch house of the Hyuga family occupies the majority of the people, and the main family has only a few people. If the people in the branch house know that the founder of the Hyuga clan is the branch house, the rule of the clan will be in jeopardy. Hyuga Hayashi didn't speak, but the gloomy face said it all. Hayashi asked, currently, how many jonin of the clan are not performing tasks and are on vacation in the village? There isn't a single jonin from the clan, but several of the powerful special jonin are on vacation. The elder said, although jonin's strength is not as good as jonin's, if it's just monitoring, there should be no problem. Hayashi said decisively, without further delay, immediately arrange one of the special jonin to follow Hinata, find the location of that Utsutsuki Tonari, and then capture him back. Everything in the Hyuga family is proceeding in an orderly manner according to Naruto's plan. Although they all rely on pupil art to make a living, Byun's ability to resist illusions is completely different from that of Sharinon, so even if Jonin came to follow Utsutsuki Naruto, he was confident that he could defeat the enemy with a sneak attack. Chapter 31. The next day. As soon as Naruto left the house, an Umbu ninja was waiting for Naruto at the door of Naruto's house. Umbu said, under the order of Lord Third Generation, I will take you to Konoha Hospital for a physical examination. Did the school ask for leave? Already invited. Let's go. Arriving at the hospital, Naruto was just lying on the hospital bed when a ninja in a white coat walked in. Yamato. Naruto looked suspiciously at the ninja in the white coat. Are you calling me? Tenzo pointed to himself and said, my name is Tenzo, not Yamato. Naruto thought to himself, that's right, Yamato is still Umbu just like Kakashi at this time. Yamato is the only ninja who knows wood style in Konoha village, so the task of checking the 9 tails inside Naruto's body is of course handed over to Yamato. In front of Naruto, Yamato made a complicated mudra, and held out a palm. A small sapling slowly grew in the palm of the hand, and the sapling stopped growing after a certain amount of time. It didn't take long for Yamato's head to start beating with sweat, obviously the ninjutsu he used was a bit heavy on his body and chakra. Naruto secretly controls his body, emitting extremely fine 9 tails chakra outside his body. And just a few seconds after Naruto emitted 9 tails chakra, Yamato frowned slightly, obviously sensing something. Soon, the small sapling in Yamato's palm slowly grew at a speed visible to the naked eye. Yamato heaved a sigh of relief and removed the ninjutsu. Yamato said to Naruto with a stiff expression, "Naruto, the inspection is over, you can go back to school." Naruto nodded to Yamato, jumped off the hospital bed, and left directly. After a while, third generation appeared in the ward. Third generation asked, "Why, did you find anything?" "I don't know if the seal is damaged or not, but I can be sure that the 9 tails chakra in Naruto's body is indeed constantly trying to spread outside the body, but the chakra that spread is very subtle." Third generation said, "Well, I see, and also, don't tell anyone about this." "Yes." Tianzang knelt on one knee and left the ward with a body flicker technique. When Naruto arrived at the school, it was already closing time. Kiba, Shikamaru, and Koji, who are playing well together, get together, and they don't know what they are discussing. Koji asked, "Naruto, didn't you ask for leave today, why are you still in class?" Naruto smiled and said, "I was going to be lazy for a day, but I couldn't bear little Hinata, so I came to class." Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +5, +5, +5. Ya said speechlessly, "If you don't pretend, we are still good friends." "What were you talking about just now?" Naruto changed the subject. Ya moved to Naruto, and said mysteriously, "Naruto, have you heard that the situation in the ninja world seems to be a bit chaotic recently, and all the ninja villages are ready to move?" "I heard from your mother again." Naruto didn't even lift his eyelids. Ya's mother is a jonin with a big mouth, so they usually learn about important events outside the village from Ya's mouth. But Ya's mother often likes to exaggerate things in order to show off. Ya said seriously, "This time it seems to be true." For some reason, a small village named Kusanagi village suddenly provoked Cloud Shinobi village and Rock Shinobi village at the same time. Koji asked, "A small ninja village whose name has never been heard provoked 2 big villages at the same time? Your mother must have heard it wrong." Fang whispered, "You can't hear me wrong, several ninjas from our Inyazuka clan have been sent to the border." Koji suddenly realized, "You said that, I remember that some ninjas of our Akamika family seemed to have taken the unexpected mission and left the village." Naruto was stunned for a moment. If he remembered correctly, Kusanagi village should be ruled by Orochimaru now. At this point in time, no, is Orochimaru going to jump out and do something? Naruto thought a little strangely, however, is it good for Orochimaru to provoke Cloud Shinobi village and Iwagakure at this time? Fang asked impatiently, "Naruto, Naruto, we asked you something, did you hear me?" "Ah, what are you asking me?" Ya asked, "We ask you, if there is a war, will you participate in the war?" Naruto said disdainfully, "War, what a war, it can't be fought at all." Although Naruto doesn't remember Kusanagi village provoking Cloud Shinobi village and Iwagakure, but at this time in his memory, there is no possibility of war. "Naruto, with the current situation in the ninja world, the war may end at the touch of a button." Naruto said with a smile, "Little kid, what do you know about the situation in the ninja world? Also, if this sentence comes from Shikamaru's mouth, I still have a little faith in it. If it comes from your mouth, forget it." Shikamaru on the side hesitated for a moment, but decided to speak out his thoughts. "Naruto, the current situation in the ninja world is indeed a bit complicated." "Are you sure?" Naruto asked solemnly. Shikamaru looked at Naruto and nodded slightly. It seems that the current situation in the ninja world is indeed a bit complicated. Although Shikamaru is still young, Naruto believes that Shikamaru's IQ will not be targeted indiscriminately. P.S. Favorites, recommendation votes have not risen in the past few days. Although this can't explain anything, it has a bit of a blow to the author's self-confidence. If anyone is still reading this book, I hope to give the author some motivation, thank you. Chapter 32. The Country of Fire. Border. Somewhere in a small town, in a small hotel, Nara Shikasa, Akamika Choza, Yamanaka Hiki, and the 3 Konoha Jonin sat behind a table with a detailed strategic map of the ninja world. Cloud Shinobi Village and Rock Shinobi Village don't know what's crazy, and they keep sending ninjas to the border. So far, Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi have fought against Konoha's ninjas several times. Fortunately, Konoha's reinforcements were timely and did not cause too many casualties. Dingzhou asked with a bitter face, "Luju, is war really inevitable?" Luju sighed and said, "With the current situation, Kusanagi village is no longer important. Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi have now put more energy on our border. And these 2 ninja villages are putting more and more pressure on our border. If there is no reinforcement, after a while, our ninjas will suffer casualties. Ding Zhou asked, Hi Yi, I heard that Master Danzo is going to come to the border, but was rejected by Master Third Generation. Hai nodded, his powerful secret technique can make the information transmission between here and Konoha faster. Lu Ju thought for a while and said, if the war is really going to break out, taking advantage of the reinforcements from Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi not yet fully in place, taking the initiative to attack is the best way for us now. Continuing to develop, Cloud Shinobi Village and Rock Shinobi Village are likely to join forces to target us Konoha, and the Fourth Ninja World War may break out by then. Of course, that's why Lord Danzo wants to come to the frontier. Danzo is the main combat faction, and Third Hokage is the main peace faction. This is no secret in Konoha. And if it is peacetime, Danzo will not be able to become Hokage for almost a lifetime. But it will be different if it is a war period, as long as Danzo has enough military exploits like Minato in the Third Ninja World War. Even if Third Hokage disagrees, Danzo can run for Hokage strongly. After being silent for a while, Lu Ju said, with the strength of our current frontier, it is simply unrealistic to attack two ninja villages at the same time, but if we concentrate our efforts to defeat one ninja village, it is very likely to break the Cloud Shinobi and Rock that are about to take shape. Alliance of Shinobi. Hai sighed and said, Luoyu, in the first 3 ninja world wars, none of our Konoha took the initiative, so Third Generation will not agree with your plan. Shikaiju knows Sarutobi Hiruzen better than Hiei, and what he said just now was nothing more than a complaint under tremendous pressure. In fact, it is indeed as Lu Ju said, because Kusanagi village, a small village, is about to start a war in the ninja world. As more and more ninjas rushed to the border, what the ninja school heard most recently was about the border war. But no matter what the situation on the border is, as long as Konoha is not defeated, ninja school is definitely one of the safest places in Konoha. Naruto saw Irika who was in a hurry just after the meeting, and quickly stopped him. Mr. Irika, I have a ninjutsu that I would like to ask Mizuki-sensei. I wonder if he asked for leave today. Irika shook his head and said, Mr. Mizuki's illness should not be cured, so he didn't come to school. Oh, got it. Watching Irika leave, Naruto whispered to himself, this is Mizuki's 7th day off, I can't doubt it. The grass ninja village of Orochimaru suddenly launched an attack, provoking the anger of Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi, but from now on, Konoha has been forced to be involved in this war. Naruto suddenly thought, could it be that Orochimaru's Konoha collapse plan was advanced? Naruto shook his head, and didn't continue to think about it. He has too little information now, and he can't analyze it if he wants to. Taking advantage of get out of class time, Naruto quietly conjures a shadow clone and lets shadow clone attend class instead of him, while his body first went to the hospital where Mizuki was. When he came to the hospital, the ward that originally belonged to Mizuki was empty. Naruto continued to come to Mizuki's house, and jumped in through the window easily, but Naruto found that Mizuki's house had not been lived in for a while, and a thick layer of ashes had already accumulated. After leaving Mizuki's house, Naruto knew his guess was right. Sure enough, Mizuki is not in the hospital at all. It seems that this matter has something to do with Orochimaru. At this time, Mizuki is either in the laboratory abandoned by Orochimaru, or has already contacted Orochimaru's spies. In the original book, Mizuki is actually a subordinate who was abandoned by Orochimaru under Konoha. Because he admires Orochimaru very much, he hopes that Orochimaru will accept him again through the Book of Seals stolen by Naruto. Leaving aside whether Orochimaru can accept it because of the Book of Seals, if Naruto's guess is correct, Orochimaru has already read the entire content of the Book of Seals through some channels. This Mizuki seems to have a little IQ problem. And in the original book, Umbu next to Naruto should have already discovered Mizuki's intention and identity. The reason why they didn't subdue Mizuki in the first place should be that Third Generation knew Mizuki's strength and wanted to use Mizuki to exercise Naruto. Chapter 33. Fire Country Forest. An abandoned base in Orochimaru. Mizuki, who had disappeared for 7 days, was lying in a research room full of medical equipment, and the surface of his body was covered with tubes. Some green, purple, and black liquids were slowly injected into Mizuki's body along the tube. The sound of a powerful heart beating constantly echoed throughout the research room. Mizuki, who had been sleeping for 7 days, finally opened his eyes at this time. A pair of snake-like vertical pupils were revealed. Pulling out the messy tubes on his body, Mizuki asked coldly to Toka who was waiting by the bed. Did the experiment succeed? Do pushed his eyes and said with a smile, the experiment is perfect, you have successfully passed the test of Lord Orochimaru. Clenching his fist lightly, Mizuki muttered to himself, is this the power of Jonin? As expected of Lord Orochimaru. Do said, your current body data are almost the same as Jonin's. Even in berserk mode, your physical fitness can completely surpass Jonin, but it can't last for too long. The excitement in Mizuki's eyes flashed away. Do said solemnly, don't be too happy too early, you can only become Lord Orochimaru's subordinate again if you pass the test of Lord Orochimaru. Tell me, what test? Mizuki asked confidently. I have been Mizuki of Chunin all my life, when did I experience this level of power? And having just obtained this terrifying power, Mizuki is in a period of expansion. Even if Orochimaru ordered the task of assassinating Hokage, Mizuki is probably confident to complete it. Do squinted his eyes and said, as long as you bring Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke back to this base, you will pass the test. Two brats from the ninja school. Mizuki said disdainfully, even if Master Orochimaru didn't inject me with the perfect potion, I could still capture them easily. Do didn't care about Mizuki's arrogant tone, but reminded, there is an Umbu ninja behind Uzumaki Naruto to protect him 24 hours a day. If you want to take Naruto away, you'd better deal with the Umbu ninja behind him first. Boom. Mizuki punched the alloy operating table into a big hole. Mizuki said with a ferocious expression, Umbu ninjas, just test my latest power on their bodies. Looking at the back of Mizuki's leaving, Tou shook his head. He didn't know why Master Orochimaru injected the already discarded Yamada cells into the hands of this simple-minded, well-developed fool. Moreover, Do didn't think that Mizuki could successfully complete the task. On the contrary, there was a great chance that Mizuki would die under the erosion of the 8 snake cells. I don't know if it was an accident or a coincidence, Naruto met Mizuki just after returning to the ninja school. Mizuki, why did he suddenly appear at the ninja school? Naruto remained calm, and returned to the classroom as the bell rang. Just after class, there was a knock on the classroom door. Boom boom. Come in. Irika said. Mizuki opened the door and whispered to Irika, Mr. Irika, I have something to ask Naruto and Sasuke. Irika was stunned for a moment. Without doubting anything, he said directly, Naruto, Sasuke, Mr. Mizuki is looking for you. Sasuke frowned, obviously dissatisfied that Mizuki disturbed him during class. Naruto looked at Mizuki at the door. Although he didn't know what kind of medicine was buried in his gourd, he still stood up. Let alone his own strength, he is not afraid of Mizuki, not to mention Kakashi is secretly protecting him. Unless Orochimaru himself made a move, there would be no danger at all. Seeing this Mizuki who had already defected to Orochimaru with a high probability, Naruto decided to take the initiative. Mizuki-sensei, are you looking for me and Sasuke for something? Mizuki said to Naruto and Sasuke, Naruto, Sasuke, I have something important to tell you, it's not convenient to talk here, come with me. Okay. Sasuke was about to speak, but Naruto agreed. Teacher Mizuki was overjoyed. He thought it would take some talking to fool the two of them to leave, but he didn't expect it to be so easy. Mizuki-sensei walked in front, Sasuke and Naruto followed. Sasuke gently tugged on Naruto's sleeve, signaling Naruto to walk slowly. What's wrong? Naruto asked Sasuke with his eyes. Sasuke pointed at Mizuki, then shook his head. Naruto understood Sasuke's meaning, and just about to express something, Mizuki in front just turned around. What's the matter, do you two students have anything to say? It's nothing, I just want to ask how long we have to go. Mizuki said, we'll be there soon, right in front of the training ground. Sasuke interrupted suddenly, I remember that training ground seems to have been abandoned, no one usually goes there. Mizuki frowned, and the Baki cells in his body became restless, and Mizuki's eyes also tended to evolve like vertical pupils. Chapter 34. Naruto sees the vertical pupils in Mizuki's eyes, which further confirms his relationship with Orochimaru. Mr. Mizuki, you. After regaining his senses, Mizuki suppressed the Yaki cells that were about to move in his body, and continued to lead the way. Not long after, Mizuki led the two to the abandoned training ground. Sasuke opened the two Tomo Sharingan vigilantly, and looked at the somewhat messy abandoned training ground. If his observations were correct, there had just been a not-so-intense battle in this training ground. Mr. Mizuki, what are you going to say when you bring us here? Sasuke tugged on Naruto's sleeve, looked at Mizuki vigilantly, planning to run away if there was any disagreement. Mizuki noticed Sasuke's small movements, but he didn't take it to heart. This place is already very remote, and he didn't think that the two little devils, Sasuke and Naruto, could escape from his grasp. Mizuki casually threw an unknown Umbu into the center of the training ground. Naruto, this man has been following you, do you know him? Umbu who was following me, isn't he Kakashi? Naruto was taken aback. He thought that Kakashi was secretly protecting him recently. Is it because the pressure on the border is too great, third Hokage, Kakashi transferred to the border? Naruto narrowed his eyes and asked, you killed Umbu, the direct subordinate of Lord Hokage, are you going to defect from the village? Mizuki said enthusiastically, I will soon follow in the footsteps of the great Orochimaru-sama. In front of Orochimaru-sama, what is Konoha? Looking at Mizuki's appearance, Naruto was speechless. This Orochimaru's brainwashing ability is really enough to cause headaches. Naruto asked, so now you mean to tie me up with Sasuke and give it to Orochimaru? Mizuki looked at Naruto in surprise, he didn't expect Naruto to guess Orochimaru's order. My current strength has far surpassed that of ordinary jonin. You two brats are not even genin. I advise you not to resist, otherwise. Mizuki glanced at Umbu on the ground and said. This jonin of Umbu is your fate. Sasuke looked at Mizuki in surprise, what, this Umbu who was killed by you is a jonin, how did you become so strong? Naruto said, is it far superior to the average jonin? I want to see how strong you are. Boom. 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 Naruto conjures more than a dozen shadow clones in a row, and the dozen shadow clones rush towards Mizuki together. Mizuki immediately reacted, transformation technique? No, it's shadow clone. I didn't expect you to master this level of ninjutsu. Ding. Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 20. For some low-qualified genin, it is already difficult to master the transformation technique during the ninja school, let alone the shadow clone that can only be mastered by Chunin Jonin. Mizuki said angrily, geniuses like you deserve to die. Boom. 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 3 times, 5 times, and 2 times, Mizuki didn't bother to blow up all of Naruto's shadow clone. Mizuki shook his neck and said, in my eyes, you are like an ant, I can easily crush you to death. Ant? Naruto laughed and said, I don't know who is an ant, who will kill who. Mizuki just broke a few of his shadow clones and started to pretend in front of Naruto. Naruto narrowed his eyes, people who pretend in front of me usually end badly. Whoosh. 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 A series of 3 shurikens flew towards the careless Mizuki in the shape of a character. It was Sasuke on the side, who saw the opportunity and directly launched a sneak attack. Mizuki didn't even look at the shuriken, but shook his body and disappeared instantly. A shuriken with this speed, the kid of the Uchiha clan, really looks down on me. Boom. Mizuki suddenly appeared behind Sasuke, with a knife in his hand, he slashed directly at Sasuke's lower back. The moment Sasuke disappeared in Minato, he roughly captured Mizuki's location with Sharingan. But it's one thing that Sharingan can see it, but it's another thing whether Sasuke's body can keep up. Sasuke barely turned around, and blocked Minato's knife with his own arms. But even so, the powerful force still sent Sasuke flying. Naruto supported Sasuke who flew out, and said seriously, Sasuke, take a rest first, this guy is pretending in front of me, can I make him die? This guy is very powerful and fast. My Sharingan can lock him, but can't attack him. Naruto stood in front of Sasuke and said, well, I see, just watch my performance next. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 50. Seeing the prompt from the system, Naruto calmly put on an offensive posture and said, Sasuke, don't worry, I will protect you. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 30. Naruto tasted the sweetness, and wanted to say, hey, Sasuke, I. Naruto still wanted to speak, but was pushed from behind by Sasuke who was a little bit annoyed. Mizuki said with a gloomy face, little rascal, you don't take me seriously. Chapter 35. Naruto said disdainfully, you, who gained power through unscrupulous means, have never been in my eyes. Mizuki in this state was easily provoked by Naruto. Damn kid, I want to kill you. Naruto stretched out his right hand, and a small ball of blue appeared in the palm of his right palm. Mizuki looked at the blue ball in Naruto's palm in surprise, this is Raise-non from 4th Hokage, you are obviously genin, how can you master it? Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 30. Naruto wrote lightly, stupid you can't understand what a genius I am. Ding. Congratulations to host, the pretend value is plus 50. Naruto's words hit Mizuki more than he learned Raise-non. Naruto took the Raise-non and rushed directly to Mizuki, it seemed that he was going to use one move to decide the outcome. Sasuke who fell on the ground quickly reminded, Naruto, be careful, listen to his speed, you can't reach him by going up like this. Boom. Naruto was hit in the chest without even touching Mizuki's clothes Kakuzu, and the Raise-non in his hand also fell to the ground out of control. Boom. There was a loud noise, smoke rose everywhere, and a large pit appeared on the ground. Just as Mizuki jumped out of the smoke, several shadow clones that had been prepared earlier rushed towards Mizuki with a Raise-non each. Naruto interferes with Mizuki's line of sight with shadow clone, and each shadow clone holds a Raise-non in its hand. With different shadow clone cover, Naruto's body quickly approached Mizuki in the center of the training ground. Raise-non. Boom. The Raise-non of Naruto's body was printed on Mizuki's chest, and Mizuki was also sent flying by Raise-non. Have you dealt with your opponent? Sasuke, who fell to the ground, looked hopefully at the dust in the distance. Ahem. A coughing sound gradually came from the dust. And Naruto doesn't think that his Raise-non can control the enemy with one move. Although Raise-non is an A-level ninjutsu, its power is still somewhat insufficient. Mizuki's figure slowly walked out of the dust, and the original human pupils had long been replaced by vertical pupils similar to snakes. Sasuke moved his gaze to Mizuki's chest, where Naruto's Raise-non hit just now. Sasuke said in disbelief, how is it possible, there is no injury at all. Wisps of blue smoke appeared at the wound, and Mizuki's chest was only torn from his clothes. Naruto said casually, there is a wound, but it was healed quickly, no, it was healed extremely quickly. Ha ha ha, this is the 4th generation Raise-non, it's so powerful, it just broke my clothes. Mizuki suddenly looked up to the sky and laughed. This is the power Orochimaru bestowed on me. Your attacks have no effect on me. However, Naruto found that at some point, Mizuki's hair had turned into a haggard white like an old man. It seems that the rapid treatment of injuries is not without cost. Naruto has an idea in mind, and knows how to deal with Mizuki. After Mizuki laughed maniacally, he said loudly, "The so-called genius, I will show you the real strength I used to kill Umbu Jonin now." Ah! With a roar of pain, Mizuki's body was like a balloon, expanding little by little, and his height continued to grow. The flimsy clothes could no longer support Mizuki's muscles. Mizuki's eyes have completely turned into snake-like vertical pupils, and his temperament and chakra have also become cold. Mizuki laughed wildly, "The me now can already be compared with the shadows of other villages." Shadows from various villages? If I really meet them, I'm afraid, just like Kong Wu, I will be hung in the sky and beaten. Although Naruto doesn't know what Mizuki's current strength is, Naruto can judge that Shigego's second spell seal state must be much stronger than Mizuki's current state. Sasuke moved closer to Naruto, and said with a trembling voice. "Naruto, his current chakra has increased several times, I will use ninjutsu to create opportunities for you, you hurry up and escape." Naruto said disdainfully, "Escape? It's just a bigger target, there's no need to escape yet." Sasuke quickly sealed, fire-style great fireball technique. A huge fireball flew towards Mizuki. Mizuki, whose body had doubled in size, easily scattered Sasuke's great fireball technique with his fist. Naruto assessed Mizuki's current strength. Comments Raise Non is not indifferent to Mizuki in this state, and the sea-level special metal kunao should not be effective. Naruto said to himself, "Looks like it can only be transformed into 9 tails." Having made up his mind, Naruto began to manipulate the 9 tails chakra on himself. Red's chakra started from the stomach, slowly filled the whole body, and turned into a red fox coat. A bubble-like tail appeared behind Naruto. A powerful coercion appeared in the abandoned practice field. In Mizuki's eyes at this moment, what he is facing is not Naruto at all, but a 9 tails demon fox who is as tall as the sky. Ferocious and ferocious. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +80. Chapter 36. Naruto's pupils gradually turned into red, but they were still human pupils, not the vertical pupils like the fox. This is also a sign that Naruto fully controls one tail and is not affected by 9 tails. Naruto said to Sasuke in a hoarse voice. "Sasuke, back off first, I'm afraid that the aftermath of my battle may accidentally hurt you." Sasuke couldn't believe it was Naruto's power. "Naruto, how can there be such a powerful force in your body?" Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value +100, shuriken throwing shuriken fragment collection progress 100%. Naruto looked at Mizuki fiercely, "I will explain to you later, give me a minute, and I will deal with this waste." As soon as the voice fell, Naruto disappeared from Sasuke's sight in an instant. Sasuke looked at Naruto in shock, "What kind of speed is this, even my Sharingan can't catch it." It turns out that Naruto hasn't used his true power with me during such a long time of sparring. Inexplicably, Sasuke feels inferior. Compared with Naruto, a genius of the Uchiha clan, his strength is far behind. Even Tomo Sharingan didn't capture the trajectory of Naruto's movement, and Mizuki, who was weak in dynamic strength, certainly didn't see Naruto's figure. Boom! Naruto moved to Mizuki's back, and a simple straight punch seemed to be more powerful than Raise Non just now. Mizuki stood up again, shaking his neck nonchalantly. Mizuki said arrogantly, "Little ghost, your speed has indeed increased and your strength has also increased, but were you just tickling me?" Such a short distance is enough for Naruto to use the tree binding kill move to deal with this Mizuki who has no physical strength. But Naruto suppressed the thought. Naruto thought, "Just right, I can test how strong one of my chakra modes is." Whoosh! With a gust of wind, Naruto disappeared before everyone's eyes again. Mizuki subconsciously left the position where he was just standing, and he had a strong premonition that Naruto would attack from his back. This time Naruto turned his fists into claws, and with 9 tails extremely corrosive chakra, his claws ruthlessly landed on Mizuki's back. Mizuki asked with some fear, "How fast is your speed?" Mizuki only saw a deep red light this time, and then he was hit by Naruto's attack on his back again. "It's useless, even if your claws can scratch through the body's defenses, I will fully heal the wound within a second." 1 second. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. 3 seconds passed quickly, but the wound on his back still hadn't healed, instead, it tended to expand more and more. Mizuki finally panicked, "What did you do to my body? Why didn't my wound heal?" In the final analysis, the ability of Mizuki's rapid repair is based on the rapid cell division and Yaten no Orikai's unsolvable repair cells. But if it is overbearing, how can the cells of Yamata no Orikai compare with 9 tails chakra? Looking at Mizuki's half-grey hair, Naruto shook his head and said, "Oh, forget it, turning on the 1-tail chakra mode is indeed a bit too bullying to you, let's end you with one move." Naruto in 1-tail chakra mode slowly stretches out his right hand, and 9 tails chakra keeps gathering towards Naruto's palm. The original blue Raise Non gradually turns into purple with the injection of 9 tails chakra. The more Nine Tails chakra is injected, the more obvious the purple of Rei's Nan becomes. No, this wave of energy fluctuates. No matter how stupid Mizuki was, he was aware of the danger. What's more, the rapid healing that just expired has made him not as confident as he was at the beginning. And Sasuke was shocked again by the chakra's strength of the purple spiral in Naruto's hand. Is this the real strength of Naruto? This Rei's Nan should be able to easily destroy this abandoned practice field, no wonder Naruto just let me stay away. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +100, +150. If I get hit by this purple Rei's Nan, maybe I'll die. A strong sense of crisis welled up in Mizuki's heart, and Mizuki fled here as if he had reacted. Naruto sneered, if you want to run now, are you sure you can run away? Naruto's body shook slightly, red light flashed, and the next moment, Naruto appeared directly behind Mizuki. The purple Rei's Nan in his hand smashed towards Mizuki's body without hesitation. Boom! 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 A series of loud noises spread outward from the central point. The huge energy seems to be able to blow everything up. The abandoned practice field has been replaced by a huge pothole at this time. The entire ninja school was startled by the power of Naruto's purple's Rei's Nan. Hokage office. While watching the battle, third generation's expression changed slightly with a frowning face. You can feel a slight vibration from here, that direction is the ninja school. Third generation's complexion changed drastically, come on, quickly send Umbu's ninjas to the ninja school to have a look. Yes. Several Umbu ninjas obeyed the order and disappeared at the same time. Chapter 37. The base of the root. Danzo is furious, and the attack plan he proposed several times was rejected by Sarutobi Hiruzen in the name of Hokage. How can this not make him angry? The large forces of Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi have not yet assembled, attacking is the best option at this time. If the two villages of Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi are allied, how can Konoha resist their attack? Such a good opportunity, if missed, Hiruzen will be the sinner of the entire Konoha. A Genbu Jonin suddenly appeared and said, Master Danzo, the ninja school has discovered that there is a large-scale battle, and its chakra fluctuations have surpassed the average Jonin. Ninja school? Let Hiruzen have a headache. Danzo waved his hands. The ninja school is the foundation of the whole village and the future of the village, but obviously, it is not the future of Danzo's roots, so Danzo is not very interested. As early as the moment Naruto disappeared, Sasuke had already used his fastest speed to escape in the opposite direction. But despite this, Sasuke was pushed far away by the powerful destructive power of purple Rei's Nan. But fortunately, Sasuke was not seriously injured, only a slight fracture of his left leg. Ding! Congratulations to host, the pretend value is +150. Naruto's perception has also been enhanced in one-tail chakram mode. Feeling that Mizuki's state was like a candle in the wind, Naruto simply cancelled pervert's one-tail chakram mode. Standing quietly on the edge of the big pit, waiting for the dust to clear away, Sasuke limped to Naruto's side leaning on a tree. Sasuke asked, you have blown up the entire training ground, this time Mizuki must die. Naruto said, there is still a breath, but it is not far from death. There was something wrong with Sasuke's tone. I know Mizuki well. He is almost 30 years old and still has the strength of Chunin. Why did he become so strong all of a sudden? Is Orochimaru really that magical? Naruto shrugged, Orochimaru is indeed amazing, but a large part of the reason why Mizuki has become so strong is himself. On himself. Sasuke looked at Naruto strangely. Naruto said, you will know in a while. Inside the ruins pit, a figure stood up unsteadily. Mizuki, who still breathed a sigh of relief, not only looked haggard like an old man in his 80s or 90s, but also lost most of his hair, with only a few scattered hairs still standing tenaciously. Naruto, be careful. Sasuke looked at Mizuki warily. Naruto pointed at Mizuki's aging appearance and said, this is the price for him to become stronger. Even if he is not injured now, he is destined not to see the sun tomorrow. An idea popped up in Sasuke's mind. Even at the cost of my life, as long as I can kill that man, I'm worth it even if I die. Naruto seemed to see through Sasuke's heart, and said casually. You don't have to think about these messy thoughts, even if 10 water trees are tied together, they probably can't beat your big brother. By the way, it's not that I can't beat it, it's that I can't beat it. Naruto imagined Itachikai Susa hacking Mizuki to death, burning Mizuki to death with Amaterasu, sealing Mizuki with Ten-Fist Sword, and bringing Mizuki down with Tsukuyomi. Mizuki can be killed in various ways. Naruto scolded fiercely, damn it, Itachi is the Traverser, why are there so many whole cards? Sasuke retorted, why, no matter how strong that man is, he is afraid of being surrounded by powerful ninjas. When was Gundam afraid of ants' attacks? What Gundam? Sasuke asked. Naruto pouted, nothing. Seeing that Sasuke still didn't give up, Naruto explained, even Orochimaru, who is so admired by this Mizuki, can't beat Itachi, so you should be honest and become stronger. There are no shortcuts on the road to the strong. Naruto added secretly, unless you have a system. Ding! Congratulations to the host, the pretend value is +100, +100, and the collection progress of the hidden shadow snake hand fragments is 50%. Sasuke sighed, pushing out the unrealistic thoughts in his heart. Damn it, Orochimaru sneaked into the village too. Naruto was taken aback when he saw the fragments of the latent snake's hand that suddenly appeared. As soon as Naruto's words fell, a hoarse voice rang in the ears of the two. You little devil of the Uzumaki family, the potential you have shown really surprised me. Although Orochimaru's voice was heard immediately, Naruto asked cautiously. Who is talking? Orochimaru licked his tongue in a signature way. Let me introduce myself. My name is Orochimaru. I used to be Sunin of Konoha, but I have defected now. Naruto pulled Sasuke, signaling that he could retreat at any time. Orochimaru, why are you here? Naruto estimated that even if he turns on one-tail chakram mode now, he can't cause effective damage to Orochimaru. Orochimaru saw Naruto's intentions and said with a smile. This is just my avatar, my main body is not here, so you don't have to worry about me attacking you. Chapter 38. Orochimaru looked at the two with interest and said, I remember your name is Naruto. Naruto, and Sasuke, I am very optimistic about your future, are you interested in becoming my disciple? No. Naruto directly refused. Orochimaru said in a seductive voice. I am Sunin of Konoha, the most powerful existence in the entire ninja world. Becoming my disciple can make you stronger quickly. Naruto tentatively said, the current situation in the ninja world is so chaotic, Sasuke and I have no plans to leave the village at present. Orochimaru set his sights on the limping Sasuke. Uchiha's only orphan, Uchiha Sasuke, are you interested in becoming my disciple? Orochimaru's words are obviously implying that he knows about the Uchiha clan and has a way to quickly make Sasuke stronger. Without any hesitation, Sasuke directly refused, Orochimaru, there is no shortcut on the road to the strong, so I refuse to be your disciple. Orochimaru shook his head in disappointment. The old man's umbu will come over soon, and my clone will almost disappear. Finally, I would like to remind Mr. Naruto, if you are just an ordinary ninja, it's fine, but since you already have the power to control 9 tails. So, watch out for Danzo, and also for Sarutobi Hiruzen, he might do anything for the so-called will of fire. Whoosh! There were a few crackling sounds, and a dozen umbu ninjas, including Chunin and Jonin, all appeared beside Naruto and Sasuke. And Naruto looked at Orochimaru's position again, and there was his figure there. And Naruto's ears echoed Orochimaru's last words to him. By the way, Mr. Naruto, I can attach a piece of information to you. The current turbulent situation in the ninja world was provoked by me. Orochimaru wants to use this information to make Naruto think that he has the powerful ability to intervene in the ninja world at will and provoke war. As everyone knows, Naruto has already guessed that there must be a shadow of Orochimaru in it. Sure enough, I know that Kusanagi village is a small village, and it is impossible to provoke Cloud Shinobi and Rock Shinobi for no reason. Seeing the big pit covering the practice field, the leader Tianzang asked in disbelief. What the hell is going on here? Naruto and Sasuke did not speak, and of course no one answered. Tianzang arranged in an orderly manner. You, control the ninjas in the giant pit and send them to Konoha prison, and the rest will escort Naruto and Sasuke to the Hokage building with me. Naruto supported the limping Sasuke, and wrote 2 words secret on Sasuke's arm. Sasuke looked at Naruto suspiciously. Confidential? What kind of secret is it to keep secret, Naruto's true strength, or the fact that Orochimaru appeared? Just when Sasuke was wondering, Naruto happened to ask Tenzo who was escorting him. Tenzo, shouldn't Umbu who protected me before be Kakashi? Captain Kakashi has other tasks. Tianzang hesitated for a moment, but did not reveal too many details. Is there another mission? At this time, it seems that Kakashi has really been sent to the frontier town. Sasuke was sent to Konoha Hospital by Umbu Ninja to treat his leg injury. Naruto was taken directly to the Hokage office. Hokage office. 3rd generation looked at Naruto with some headaches. You caused that big hole. Yes. Naruto didn't hide. 3rd generation asked seriously, when did you learn such a powerful move? Naruto said, I use the purple rays non in the tailed beast chakram mode. I don't know if it is because of the power of the 9 tails, so it is very powerful. That Mizuki. Naruto said, it's the reformer of Orochimaru. Orochimaru. The bleakness in 3rd generation's eyes flashed away. Of his 3 disciples, Orochimaru has the highest talent, and he likes it very much, but he went astray in the end, otherwise he might not have a place in the Hokage position in the end. Has Orochimaru appeared? No. Naruto said without blinking. 3rd generation took a puff of the pipe and asked slowly. Naruto, what do you think your current strength is? Naruto hesitated for a while and said, under normal circumstances, you can easily defeat Jonin, but under a sneak attack, you can defeat Jonin with average strength. 3rd generation asked again, under normal circumstances, is there something abnormal? Naruto said, when I use 9 tails chakra, no matter the strength, speed, or recovery ability of the body, it will increase exponentially. At this time, if I cooperate with Purple's rays non, I think I can compete with elite jonin like Kakashi. The third generation remembered the big hole they saw with the crystal ball, and didn't say anything, apparently acquiescing to what Naruto said. Third generation asked, based on your current strength, what are your plans, whether to continue studying at the ninja school, or to graduate early and become a genin? Chapter 39. Naruto said, let's graduate normally, I want to spend a quiet and undisturbed school life with Hinata. Third generation wanted to say something, but it was better to say, okay, then as you wish, graduate normally. Naruto asked, third generation old man, the one who protects me now. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed, he's already died in Mizuki's hands. Then what will the old man do with Mizuki? Third generation said, I read Mizuki's physical examination report just now. It is not easy for him to live until tomorrow. What about Orochimaru? Naruto finally asked what he cared about the most. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed, Orochimaru, there will be someone special to deal with him. Naruto knew that the person mentioned by the third generation was probably Jiraiya, who wandered around the ninja world and had been following in Orochimaru's footsteps. Naruto didn't know that when Third Hokage released Orochimaru himself, he didn't expect that today would happen. But Naruto knew that if Third Hokage was given another chance, he would definitely let Orochimaru go again due to indecision. Under the moon. A certain street in Konoha. Naruto and Hinata walked down the street holding hands. Hinata took the initiative to pick up the topic, Naruto, I heard that Sasuke was injured and hospitalized, did something happen today? In fact, not only Hinata, but many other careful classmates or teachers have guessed it. First, Mizuki, who had been on vacation for a week, suddenly appeared, and then called Naruto and Sasuke away. Not long after, a powerful explosion occurred in the ninja school. Although Naruto was not injured, Mizuki and Sasuke are both lying in the hospital now. Naruto shook Hinata's slippery and tender little hand firmly, smiled and comforted. Today's explosion was just a small episode, and Sasuke's injury was not hit by others, but he accidentally hit a tree himself. The breeze blew gently, and Hinata shivered subconsciously. Naruto took off his coat and put it directly on Hinata. Even though it was just a thin coat, Hinata felt particularly warm. Hinata blushed and didn't refuse, she was used to Naruto's meticulous care. Naruto scratched Hinata's nose and said, it's all at the door of your house, take the initiative to give me a hug, and I'll let you go home. Hinata secretly glanced at the two clansmen standing guard at the door of her house, pressed her face against Naruto's warm chest, and tightly wrapped her two white hands around Naruto's waist. After a while, Hinata reluctantly left Naruto's embrace. Watching Hinata enter the Hyuga clan, ignoring the expressions of the two Hyuga clansmen standing guard at the door tearing him alive, Naruto left with a smile. It is no secret in the Hyuga clan that Naruto is in love with the young lady of the Hyuga clan. But to the surprise of the Hyuga clan, as Hinata's father, the patriarch of the Hyuga clan, did not stop Naruto and Hinata's actions. This is very incomprehensible. This Naruto is just a brat with nothing, how could he be worthy of the rich family of Konoha, the eldest lady of the Hyuga clan? A month later. Naruto woke up in the morning and was just getting ready for school. Umbu has been waiting for Naruto at the door for a long time. Tianzang, who has been in contact with Naruto many times, took the initiative to say to Naruto. Leave has been requested. Naruto asked speechlessly, is the old man from third generation looking for something? Naruto was taken aback for a moment, he had been very quiet for a while, and he didn't do anything wrong. Could it be that the front line is about to be overwhelmed, so the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, are going to save the field? Forget it, we'll know when we arrive. Tenzo brought Naruto to Third Hokage's office. As soon as he entered the office, Naruto saw Danzo sitting on the left side of third generation, and two Konoha consultants sitting on the right side of third generation. Before he could speak, Naruto felt a tense and oppressive atmosphere. Tianzang, wearing a mask, knelt on one knee, my lords, Naruto has been brought here. Third generation ordered, okay, you go down. Danzo took another look at his former subordinate, but didn't say much. Master Hokage. Naruto lowered his head slightly. With so many people, it is obviously inappropriate for Naruto to choose third generation as an old man. Third generation suddenly asked, how is the Nine-Tails chakra controlled? Master Hokage, Naruto hesitated to speak. Don't worry, they are all high-ranking members of Konoha, and they all know that you can control Nine-Tails chakra. Danzo let out a hum when he saw this, and it seems that he only learned about it not long ago. Everyone else knows. Naruto's heart sank, sure enough, this is the rhythm for me to go to the battlefield. Naruto said, it's still the same as before, there is not much difference. Well, third generation pondered for a while and said, Naruto, old man, I beg you one thing. Naruto looked at third Hokage suspiciously, please ask me one thing. Chapter 40. Third generation smiled wryly, oh, the pressure on the front line is a bit too much now, and the ninjas that Konoha can handle alone are not in the village. When third generation said this, Danzo let out a dissatisfied hum, obviously quite dissatisfied with third generation's disapproval of his going to the front line. Naruto asked, you mean to let me go to the battlefield to relieve the pressure on the front line? Third generation shook his head and said, no, we old bones are still there, how can we let you go to the battlefield with a child? Naruto asked, then Hokage-sama said to beg me, why? Third generation shook his head and said, I said before that you and Hinata should graduate together in a safe and sound manner, and now I may be making a mistake. Did something happen? Third Hokage said, our 5 great ninja villages decided to gather together to hold a Chunin exam, and the location is temporarily set at Konoha. Naruto asked, isn't war imminent? Why is the Chunin exam held at this time? Third generation explained, the war is indeed on the verge of breaking out, but Sand Shinobi Village and Wu Ninja Village have no intention of participating in the war at present. And once this war is fought, whether we win or not, our Konoha Village, as well as Cloud Shinobi Village and Rock Shinobi Village, will suffer greatly. The Vunin Village and Sand Shinobi Village, which have been watching from the sidelines, have maintained their own strength very well, and can launch an attack on the seriously injured village at any time. So this is one of the reasons why Cloud Shinobi Village and Uegakuer haven't fought us Konoha for a long time. Third generation took a deep puff of the pipe. At this time, Sand Shinobi Village proposed the idea of uniting the 5 great ninja villages to hold the Chunin exam together. The third generation said a little depressed, it is said that it is the Chunin exam, but the real purpose is to show off the muscles, and it is also to test the strength of the new generation of ninja villages. Naruto asked, so, Master Hokage wants me to graduate early and take this Chunin exam? Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded. Although you haven't graduated yet, your strength is far stronger than the average Chunin. If you use the 9 tails chakra, the average Jonin is no match for you. Naruto instinctively wanted to refuse, but isn't there any other powerful genin in our village? He had promised Hinata before that he would accompany her to graduate from the ninja school, and Naruto did not want to break his promise to Hinata. Third Hokage sighed and said, the 3 disciples of Guy's 5th class are all very strong, but even Niji, the strongest among them, only has the strength of a special Jonin. Usually, it's pretty good, but if you compare it with other villages, there's a lot of gap. Naruto was surprised, isn't it especially Jonin? What kind of monsters appeared in other villages? Third generation handed Naruto a sealed message. This is a list of the strongest participating ninjas from the other 4 major villages, and the corresponding strength assessment, you can take a look. Naruto took the information, which provided only 3 names, but the information of each person mentioned was very detailed. 1 Ghost Lantern Full Moon, Mist Ninja Village. 1 of the second batch of 7 ninja swordsmen in Vunin Village, and the second user of double swords Flounder. Has a record of defeating Jonin many times. Suspect its hidden power, the real power is Elite Jonin. 2 Deidara, Rock Shinobi Village. Rock Shinobi Village's 3rd Tsuchikage Onaki's apprentice, Black Earth's senior brother, has the explosion-style blood successor limit. Has a record of killing Jonin multiple times. Suspect its hidden power, the real power is Elite Jonin. 3 Gara, Sand Shinobi Village. 4th Kaze Kage son of Luasha, can freely manipulate the sand, and can change into various forms to attack and defend at will. Has a record of killing Jonin multiple times. 1 Tail Jinchuriki, under special circumstances, can cause cage-level destructive power. After reading it, Naruto fell into deep thought. If he remembers correctly, Deidara's defection should be after Itaka's defection, but the exact time is not clear. Now it seems that Deidara should not have had time to join the Akatsuki organization. And the Ghost Full Moon of Vunin Village should be the big brother of Ghost Water Moon, but isn't he dead? Could it be that there was another accident that caused the Ghost Lantern Full Moon to not actually die at this time? Third generation asked, Naruto, are you finished? Naruto asked while returning the information to third generation. Why are there only 3 people, the strong ones of Cloud Shinobi Village? Third generation said, Cloud Shinobi Village may be the same as us. At present, there is no genin in the village that can stand alone. There are also some ninjas from other small villages taking this test, but none of them are too strong. Not powerful? Not necessarily. Although Naruto doubted the truth of Third Hokage's words, he didn't express it. Naruto asked, when does the Chunin exam start? 1 week later, in the past few days, ninjas from other villages have already rushed to Konoha. 1 week later, the shadows of the 5 major ninja villages will participate in this Chunin exam together. Chapter 41. Third generation said, Naruto, you should prepare first. You can submit your graduation expression to the school in 2 days. Naruto nodded to third generation and left Hokage's office. After Naruto left, Danzo asked with a gloomy face, Hiruzen, are you really assured that Naruto will take the Chunin exam? Third generation asked back, haven't we already made a decision before? Danzo said angrily, although Gaara is the youngest and not that strong, he is the Jinchuriki of 1 tail. If he is not careful to turn into a tail beast, Konoha will not be able to withstand the tossing of 1 tail Shower-He. As for Ghost Lantern Moon and Deidara, their strength, even if Kakashi is matched, they can't say they can win. Not to mention Sarutobi Hiruzen directly interrupted Danzo's words. Alright Danzo, if Naruto is not allowed to go, you recommend me someone who can shock other villages. Danzo is worried about Nine Tails' accident, why isn't Sarutobi Hiruzen worried? Third generation said in his heart, Naruto, whether you can stop the war depends entirely on whether you can use your strength to suppress the shadows of other villages. Walking out of the Hokage building, Naruto sighed helplessly. Hey, these accidents come one after another, is Hokage's world going to be messed up? The only regret is that I can't graduate with Hinata, and I don't know how to talk to Hinata. Weekend. A long-established yakiniku restaurant in Konoha. Naruto and Hinata were sitting next to each other. Hinata asked curiously, Mr. Naruto, why do you invite everyone to eat here? I heard that the prices of the food here are very high. Naruto glanced at the door and saw that the rest of the people hadn't arrived yet, so he stuck to Hinata's ear and whispered. Hinata, I might not be able to graduate with you. The shy smile on Hinata's face froze immediately. Ming, Naruto-kun, do you want me? Hinata's voice trembled a little, and the sockets of her eyes gradually turned red. Seeing that Hinata misunderstood himself, Naruto scratched Hinata's nose and said. Why don't I want you, I like you before it's too late. Naruto explained, the old man of third generation asked me to become Konoha's genin, so I will be genin in a few days, so I won't be able to graduate with you. Seeing that Naruto really didn't want himself, Hinata breathed a sigh of relief. Naruto sighed and said, actually, I don't want to graduate early either. After all, once I graduate, the low-key and easy life will probably be farther and farther away from me. Hinata asked suspiciously, you want to become genin? But won't we graduate in a few months? In a few days, Konoha will hold the largest Chunin exam in history. Hinata asked, Chunin exam, so Naruto will also take it. Of course I have to participate, otherwise what would I do if I graduated early? Hinata lowered her head slowly, thinking that Naruto had just become a genin, and soon became a Chunin again, feeling a little inferior. She gets along with Naruto day and night, and knows almost all of Naruto's cards and secrets, so she is even more confident in Naruto's strength than Naruto himself. Hinata raised her head and said softly to Naruto, Naruto, pay attention to safety, don't be brave, protect yourself. It's here. Sasuke led the rest of Xiaoqiang behind. Looking at the store's plaque, Ya said curiously. Why is Naruto so rich, he invited us here to eat barbecue. Wow, it's been a long time since I came here to eat barbecue, I really miss this barbecue. At this time Koji's eyes had already burst into flames. Naruto stood up and waved to the muscles at the door, here, come quickly. Several people filed in. Except Xiaoli, Tian and Niji who have graduated, this is the first time that the Konoha 12 Xiaoqiang have gathered together. Sasuke saw that all the people had been called, so he was ready to go to the training ground to continue training. Naruto stopped Sasuke who was about to leave. Sasuke, stay and have dinner together, I have something very important to tell you. Since the last time he was hospitalized with a leg injury, Sasuke who was discharged from the hospital practiced crazily as if stimulated. Sasuke hesitated for a moment, looked at the expectant eyes of Ino and little Sakura, then looked at Naruto, and finally decided to stay. Sasuke urged, hurry up and eat, we have to go to training after eating. All 9 people were seated, and the waiter also brought the uncooked raw meat to the table at this time. After a while, the alluring aroma began to permeate. Even if Sasuke wanted to leave early, Sasuke, who was hurrying to practice, twitched his index finger, not to mention Koji, who was drooling all the time. Just as everyone started to move, a voice appeared at the door. Mr. Guy, let's change to another place. The consumption here is really too expensive. Guy said passionately. In 2 days it will be time for you to take the Chunin exam. You are my disciples and I am your teacher. This is the only thing I can do for you. Tian said with a smile, Mr. Guy, then we will not be polite. After speaking, Tian took the lead in walking in. Chapter 42. Niji who entered the room recognized Hinata immediately. Miss Hinata, why are you here? Niji big brother. Hinata was stunned for a moment and immediately said, our classmates have dinner together. Dinner? Niji looked at Naruto who was beside Hinata with scrutiny. Hinata said softly, oh, by the way, Niji big brother, his name is Naruto, he's mine, he's my good friend. The shy Hinata was too embarrassed to tell her boyfriend in front of her and her family. Naruto put his arms around Hinata's shoulder and said, my name is Uzumaki Naruto, you should have heard my name, and now I am Hinata's boyfriend. Niji looked at Naruto silently. Naruto sent Hinata home every night, how could he not know Naruto? Snapped. Guy, who was at the back, slapped Niji on the shoulder. Niji, why are you blocking the door? Are you worried about your teacher's wallet? Haha, you let go of the food and made the teacher poor, and the teacher has no complaints. Naruto looked at Niji and the others, and at Shikamaru. Just now he was still thinking in his heart that there were only 3 of Konoha 12 Xiaoqiang, and now these 3 came so quickly. When several people were full, Naruto said softly, I have something to tell you in advance. Little Sakura asked curiously, what is it that you have to invite us to dinner before telling us? At this moment, even Koji, who had never been idle, stopped and looked at Naruto seriously. Naruto said, I have written the graduation application now, and when I go to school tomorrow, I will submit the graduation application to the school. Koji. Shikamaru. Little Sakura. They are still talking about how to graduate safely. Naruto will be in place in one step and become genin directly. Ding. Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 20, plus 20, plus 20, plus 30. Sasuke was not shocked, because he knew Naruto's strength very well, even if he became a jonin, it was a matter of course. Sasuke suddenly asked, you want to apply for graduation early? Yes. Naruto nodded. Sasuke asked again, why? Naruto explained, because the Chunin exam is just a few days away, and for some special reasons, I need to take the exam and become a Chunin. Sasuke was silent, he actually didn't want Naruto to apply for graduation in advance. Because recently, Sasuke has been maintaining high-intensity discussions with Naruto every day. The current Sasuke has almost undergone earth-shaking changes from before, and the overall strength has not lost to the general Jonin. Naruto's illusion, tree binding and killing has almost no effect on the current Sasuke. And Naruto can crush Sasuke's strength only when one-tail chakra mode is turned on. But as proud as Sasuke, he doesn't want to drag himself down Naruto's progress. Shikamaru asked calmly, Naruto, why haven't I heard of the Chunin exam? It's no secret anyway, so Naruto explained. This was only decided a few days ago, and the 5 great ninja villages will be held together with some small ninja villages. The 5 ninja villages are held at the same time, why is it so urgent? This kind of thing can't be too much to plan for a month or two. Shikamaru couldn't understand why such a large-scale Chunin exam should be so casual. It's not the old men of 3rd generation who are in a hurry, but over there Naruto pointed to the location of the border and said, urgent. Shikamaru was taken aback for a moment, and immediately figured out the reason. Guy came over and interrupted suddenly, young man, you are still studying at the ninja school. Naruto said, yes, Mr. Guy. Guy said seriously, this exam is very dangerous, if you can take it, don't take it. If it wasn't for special reasons, I wouldn't let my 3 beloved disciples take this Chunin exam. Naruto said helplessly, I actually don't want to participate, but I can't refuse the order that 3rd Hokage personally gave me. Guy was taken aback, what, Master Hokage personally asked you to take the Chunin exam? Yes. You haven't graduated from ninja school yet, why did Hokage-sama do that? Maybe my hidden strength was discovered by Master Hokage. Ding. Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 20, plus 10. Guy sighed and gave up trying to persuade Naruto. Oh, forget it, since it is Master Hokage's order, then I will talk to Master Hokage myself. Niji walked up to Naruto and said coolly. Don't worry, I will protect you during the exam even if it's not to make Miss Hinata sad. Naruto blinked and looked at Niji suspiciously. Protect me, are you sure? But as soon as Naruto finished speaking, Hinata, Sasuke and others who knew Naruto's strength looked at Niji with strange eyes. There was only one thought in their minds, with Naruto's current strength, does he still need someone else to protect him? Chapter 43. Guy gave Naruto a thumbs up and said, young man, Niji is very strong, the average Jonin is no match for Niji. In Konoha 12, apart from the first echelon like Sasuke and Naruto, Niji can be said to be closely following the second echelon. In the battle to recover Sasuke, Koji single-handedly defeated Jirobo in the second form of the spell with the help of the 3 Akamika family's 3-color pills. The tooth needs the help of Kankuro to kill the near and near in the second form of the curse seal. And Shikamaru needs Tamari's help to kill Teiwa in the second form of the seal. Kimimaro in the second form of the spell seal is even more exaggerated. Gaara and Xiaoli can't beat it together. If it weren't for the last bloodline disease, 5th Kazekage probably wouldn't be Gaara. And Hyuga Niji is different, he completely relied on this pair of white eyes with blind spots to kill Kidomaru in the form of Curse Seal 2 by himself. Instead, Naruto patted Guy on the shoulder and said, Teacher Guy, don't worry, if I see Niji Tian and Xiaoli and the others are in danger, I will definitely rescue them. Xiaoli. Day by day. Tian reacted and glared at Naruto, no, why are we in danger and you come to save us? Because I don't want to make Hinata sad. The next day, Naruto came to the classroom, said goodbye to his classmates and Irika, and then directly submitted the application for early graduation to the school. Originally, Naruto had been greeted by 3rd Hokage about graduating early, and Naruto could pass any exam randomly given by the school. But Irika, who accidentally learned that Naruto was going to take the Chunin exam, came to the principal's office and tried to persuade the school not to let Naruto pass the exam. Irika said, early graduation exam? No, as a teacher of a celebrity, I absolutely disagree. The principal of the Ninja Academy said, this is what Hokage-sama means. Irika said anxiously, what does Master Hokage mean? With Naruto's strength, it is already very difficult to graduate early, and you have to take the Chunin exam. Isn't that going to die? The principal vaguely knows that Naruto's strength is not simple, but he can't reveal it to Iruka at this time. So the principal had no choice but to say to Iruka, you can test Naruto's strength yourself. If he fails your test, I will definitely report it to Mr. Hokage for you and block Naruto's application for early graduation. Okay. Iruka had no choice but to grit his teeth and agree. The last time someone applied for early graduation was during the war. Generally speaking, in peacetime, even if students want to apply for early graduation, the school will not agree. So Naruto's graduation exam can be regarded as a shock to the whole school. And when the details of the assessment were notified to Naruto, Naruto was obviously taken aback. What? Teacher Iruka will assess me personally, and in front of the teachers and students of the whole school. A teacher asked, any questions? Naruto shook his head, did not speak, but sighed inwardly. Sure enough, the school is still cute. Seeing that he is leaving, force him to give him a chance to pretend in front of the teachers and students of the school. The first Chunin actual combat assessment. Iruka stood in front of Naruto with a complex expression and said, Naruto, as your teacher, I will try my best to prevent you from graduating early. Naruto smiled and said, Mr. Iruka, in fact, I have been hiding my strength. My real strength can already become a Jonin. Ding. Congratulations host, pretend value +10, +10, +10, +10, +10. It was the first time that Naruto pretended in front of so many people. Although the pretend value provided by individuals was relatively small, it couldn't stand the large number. Looking at Naruto, who is rather stubborn and unrepentant, Iruka said, Naruto, be careful, I'm going to FK. Iruka rushed to Naruto quickly, preparing to fight Naruto with physical skills. Illusion tree binding. When Iruka rushed to a certain range, Naruto recited silently in his heart. Boom. Without warning, Iruka collapsed directly to the ground. Ding. Congratulations host, pretend value +20, +20, +20, +10, +10, +10. Wow. The teachers and students who saw this scene were all in an uproar. Here, teacher Iruka didn't last a second. Insta-kill with one move. Naruto is too exaggerated. He can kill Chunin with one move before he graduates. Shikamaru smiled wryly, Naruto doesn't save Iruka-sensei any face. Yaya said to himself, I didn't expect Naruto's strength to be so strong, no wonder Third Hokage asked Naruto to apply for graduation in advance. Sasuke was not surprised, as if he already knew this ending. Should I apply for early graduation like Naruto, and take the Chunin exam with Naruto? Sasuke was lost in thought. Chapter 44. For Naruto now, the Jonin exam is no longer difficult, let alone the graduation exam that tests Genin. Shikamaru said a little depressed, oh, yesterday I went home and asked my dad, and he said that the difficulty of the Chunin exam is even higher than that of the Jonin exam. How difficult is the Jonin exam? Isn't Naruto dangerous? Shikamaru said, it's more than dangerous. The situation in the ninja world is so tense at the moment. Under such circumstances, the Chunin exam is no less dangerous than a small war. Koji said with some concern, then why does Naruto still take the Chunin exam, isn't he going to die? Sasuke curled his lips and said, don't worry, Naruto's strength is much stronger than you imagined. Instead of worrying about Naruto's Chunin exam, you should worry about your graduation exam. After speaking, Sasuke left everyone behind and rushed to the training ground alone. He didn't want to let go of every opportunity to become stronger. Hinata looked at Naruto standing in the middle of the playground, and said silently in his heart. Naruto-kun, come on. Naruto lived up to the expectations of Sasuke and Hinata, successfully graduated from the ninja school with full marks in all items, and won the title of Genin. Of course, this title may change to Chunin in a few days. On the street, Naruto, who had already harvested the Genin forehead protector, tied the forehead protector on his head with some novelty. And Hinata, who skipped class for the first time, lowered his head and followed Naruto step by step. Naruto untied the forehead protector and complained, although it is said to be a forehead protector, I don't know why I always want to tie the forehead protector to other places. Hinata took Naruto's forehead protector, stood on tiptoe, and helped Naruto tie the forehead protector on his head. Hinata Ninja said, Naruto-kun, the forehead protector may protect your forehead at a critical moment. Naruto was speechless, how could he remember that Hinata's forehead protector was tied around the neck as a scarf? Hinata, I want to see what you look like wearing a forehead protector. Should I wear a forehead protector? No more. Although it was a refusal tone, Naruto, who knew Hinata well, knew that Hinata actually wanted to try it. Naruto said, you put it on for me just now, now it's my turn to wear it for you. Hinata didn't refuse, and nodded slightly. Naruto stood in front of Hinata, fastened the forehead protector for Hinata in the most standard posture. After fastening the forehead protector, Naruto took a few steps back and looked at Hinata carefully. Naruto said with satisfaction, well, although my family Hinata is only 11 years old, but the body, very plastic. Hinata looked in the mirror and quickly said, Naruto, turn around quickly, my full bangs are gone. After making a fuss for a while, the forehead protector returned to Naruto's forehead again. And Hinata and Naruto are arm in arm, walking on the street, looking here and there. Enjoy the hard-won tranquility. But good times don't always come often. When you don't want to cause trouble, there will always be blind idiots. A ninja wearing a cloud shinobi forehead protector walked towards him. Naruto ignored the ninja. The Chunin exam was approaching, and Naruto and Hinata had long been familiar with the people in the outer village. And Naruto doesn't want others to disturb his happy time with Hinata. But Naruto didn't want to find trouble, but others took the initiative to find Naruto's business. Cloud Shinobi Village Ninja Seidei blocked the way of Naruto and Hinata and said arrogantly. If I remember correctly, you are Hyuga Hinata. The last time you Hyuga clan killed my father for no reason, I haven't settled with you Hyuga clan yet. The pure Hinata didn't know what happened back then, so she looked at Naruto for help. Naruto is in front of Hinata, his shoulders are not broad but extremely reliable. Seidei was still chattering, this time, our Cloud Shinobi village will definitely crush Konoha and put you Hyuga. Get out! Naruto yelled directly, and released his momentum. Seidei was about to make a move, but was shocked by Naruto's horrified aura, his whole body was like a beaten eggplant. A rough voice came from a distance. What's going on? The voice has not yet fallen, but people have come to Naruto and Seidei. It turned out that fourth Raikage sensed Naruto's aura and suddenly appeared in the field. Naruto frowned and looked at the person coming, fourth Raikage. Little ghost, do you know me? Fourth Raikage raised his eyebrows. Naruto gestured with his eyes to the Raikage cloak around fourth Raikage's waist. Cough. Killer Bee coughed and was about to laugh at his big brother when fourth Raikage preempted him and sent him flying with a punch. Naruto looked at fourth Raikage and asked aggressively. This person belongs to your Cloud Shinobi. Yes, kid, do you have any comments? Naruto looked at fourth Raikage calmly. He said that you, Cloud Shinobi, are going to crush our Konohas and take my girlfriend away. For this kind of ninja who keeps us Konoha and you Cloud Shinobi alive, I suspect he is a spy for Rock Shinobi village. Seeing fourth generation's furious eyes, Seidei hurriedly explained, fourth generation, he got it wrong, I didn't say. Chapter 45. Fourth Raikage said angrily, Darui, lock up Seidei and prohibit him from taking the Chunin exam. After the exam is over, he will be sent to prison directly. Darui nodded, yes, fourth generation. Fourth Raikage looked at Naruto and asked, boy, are you satisfied this time? Naruto smiled and said, fourth Raikage, I advise you to let this Seidei take the Chunin exam. Why? Naruto said solemnly, I usually don't dare to speak loudly with my girlfriend, but he actually slandered my girlfriend, so I will kill him during the Chunin exam. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 30, plus 20. With Raikage's defensive character, Naruto actually wanted to kill his subordinates in front of him. Although this subordinate does not belong to the same faction as Raikage, he is also a ninja of Cloud Shinobi village anyway. Fourth Raikage was furious by Naruto. Little devil, you threatened to kill my subordinates in front of me, you are provoking me. Fourth Raikage, you may have misunderstood, I don't want to provoke you. Naruto's gaze focused, and his momentum rose again. However, if anyone hits Hinata's attention again, I will definitely let him die without a burial. Ding! Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 80, plus 50, plus 30, lightning style chakra mode debris collection progress 1%. Fourth Raikage was secretly startled, with such a powerful chakra, and at this age, is Konoha going to show a genius like Yellow Flash again? Fourth Raikage was surprised, and Naruto was even more surprised. FK, pretending to be in front of so many people, this time it's finally going to be shipped. If the lightning style chakra mode of fourth Raikage is rated by the system, it must be S level or higher. It can be said that in addition to the Ninetales chakra mode and the Sage mode with a high upper limit, which are two pervert modes, the lightning style chakra mode has almost increased the speed of the human body to ultimate. Naruto secretly said, it's a bit stronger, but the progress of collecting fragments is a bit slow. It seems that we need to pretend to be more aggressive in front of the fourth generation in the future. Although fourth Raikage fears that Konoha will have a new genius, he has no plans to take action against the kid. Little devil, tell me your name. Naruto said, Uzumaki Naruto. Fourth Raikage gritted his teeth, okay, I remembered the name, don't let me see you on the battlefield. Naruto said without showing any weakness, fourth Raikage, during the Chunin exam, don't let me see the ninjas from Cloud Shinobi village, otherwise I will take good care of those fragile ninjas. Hokage Building Conference Room. The shadows of the 5 villages have gathered together around a round table, with Hokage sitting in the middle. Third Tsuchikage Onoji hugged his shoulders and said contemptuously, fifth Mizukage, you seem very strange and young. Ao and Kojuro behind Terumi Mei heard that Ying from another village looked down on his Mizukage so much, and wanted to do it on the spot, but was stopped by Terumi Mei. Terumi Mei looked at Onaki, and replied vaguely, Third Tsuchikage, do you want to face the attack from the land of fire and the land of water at the same time? Snort. He wanted to bully the young Mizukage, but was counterattacked lightly, and Onoki had no choice but to turn his head away and not answer Terumi Mei's words. Third Hokage coughed and said, okay, the shadows from the 5 great nations are here to gather here, not to quarrel, but to discuss the Chunin exam together. Fourth Raikage said in a gruff voice, Third Hokage, I want to get a copy of the latest materials for each village to take the Chunin exam. Onoki said, at the beginning, didn't every village give a share? Fourth Raikage said, I lost it, so I can ask for the newest one, okay. Before he came, he checked the materials of the Chunin exam several times, but he couldn't find any information about Uzumaki Naruto. This made Fourth Raikage even more uneasy. That Uzumaki Naruto must be Konoha's trump card, and he wants to surprise other villages. Third Hokage, who didn't realize the purpose of Fourth Raikage, casually handed the contestants who had just been counted to Fourth Raikage. Fourth Raikage took a quick look, and sure enough, he found the name Uzumaki Naruto among the recently registered contestants. The thick and thin Fourth Raikage pointed to Uzumaki Naruto who just signed up today. Third Hokage, the exam is about to start in 3 days, so sign up now. Sarutobi Hiruzen explained calmly, this genin, he had a mission to leave the village before, and he just returned to the village now, so the registration can be late. Fourth Raikage asked, Third Hokage, there is also a genin in our village who forgot to sign up before. Is it too late to sign up now? Of course. Sarutobi Hiruzen said. Very well, Darui. Darui responded, the subordinate is here. Fourth Raikage yelled, you know you're wrong. Darui was a little confused. Boss, I. Chapter 46. Raikage widened his eyes and asked, Darui, what did I tell you when I left the village? Darui. Darui didn't know why his boss was going crazy, and what Lee said when he left the village, he didn't remember it at all. Fourth Raikage continued, Darui, don't you even listen to my calls now? Well, I will deprive you of your Jonin status and your Chunin status now. Boss, I. Fourth Raikage interrupted Darui. Darui, you're a genin now, do you know what you're going to do? Darui looked at his boss tentatively, I'm going to take the Chunin exam. Fourth Raikage nodded inaudibly. Darui sighed and asked Sarutobi Hiruzen with his head down. Master Third Hokage, where to register for the Chunin exam? Third Generation said helplessly, there is a special place for registration on the first floor of Hokage's office. Fourth Kazekage couldn't help but Luo Sha said, Fourth Raikage, only genin can take the Chunin exam, your love will not be genin. Fourth Raikage said without raising his eyelids. Darui wasn't genin just now, but now it is. Terumi Mei smiled and said, but the age of Raikage's favorite general seems to be older than me. Fourth Raikage said roughly, Darui looks older, he is not yet 20 this year, and he is still a young man. The corner of Darui's mouth twitched slightly, he took the test, and his age has changed. Onoji looked at Raikage with a bad face, Fourth Raikage, this is not in compliance with the rules. Rules. Raikage looked at Onoji with a sneer. Your disciple named Deidara killed several Jonin in our Cloud Shinobi village. You let him take the Chunin exam, is it in compliance with the rules? This Onoki saw that Raikage mentioned Deidara, and he knew he was wrong, so he didn't speak. Fourth Raikage looked around grumpily, anyone from other villages have any objections? Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed, Raikage, your unreasonable posture really has the demeanor of your father, Third Raikage. Fourth Raikage turned a deaf ear, completely as Sarutobi Hiruzen was praising him and his father. After Fourth Raikage's troublesome move, among the ninjas taking the exam in the 5 major ninja villages, each village has a candidate with an elite Jonin general combat power. Time flies. 3 days passed quickly. All the candidates for the Chunin exam gathered in the playground of Konoha School, which had already been poured out. The 5 shadows were standing at the front of the ninja school playground. The third Hokage in the middle stood up and said, the Chunin exam jointly organized by the 5 major ninja villages, now, officially begins. The positions of the 5 major ninja villages are clearly defined. Cloud Shinobi Village is headed by Darui, Rock Shinobi Village is headed by Deidara, Sand Shinobi Village is headed by Gaara, and Vunin Village is headed by Ghost Lamp Full Moon. As for Konoha Village, there is no leader, and the position is extremely loose. The examiner of the first written test, Ibiki Marino looked at the positions of the ninjas in his own village, and then looked at the positions of the ninjas in other villages. He could only sigh helplessly. The ninjas in his own village have nothing to look at, so in fact, Naruto has already started to secretly observe the ninjas in other villages. But observing and observing, Naruto came to a conclusion. No matter how you look at it, Konoha's genin is like a mess of loose sand. While Naruto was watching the others, the ninjas from other villages were also watching Konoha's ninja. But most eyes were on Hyuga Niji. According to information from their village, this Hyuga Niji is suspected to have Jonin level strength. But only Darui set his sights on Naruto. After being reminded by Fourth Raikage, in Darui's eyes, Naruto has been labeled as extremely dangerous. While Naruto was observing, he happened to meet Darui's eyes, and both of them were taken aback. Then Naruto nodded friendly to Darui, although it is not clear why Darui, the right-hand man of the fourth Raikage, suddenly joined Chunin. But Naruto doesn't care, after all, it doesn't itch to have one more. After nodding, Naruto shifted his gaze to the others, just in time to see the sneaky Seidai hiding behind Darui. Naruto's face darkened, and in front of the shadow of the 5 major villages and all the other contestants from the 5 major villages, he made a gesture of cutting his throat to Seidai. Ding! Congratulations host, pretend value plus 50, plus 50, plus 50, plus 30, plus 30, plus 30, plus 20, plus 20. In just a split second, Naruto had already attracted everyone's attention to himself. Deidara, who has been pinching the mud and ignoring anyone, smiled and said, "This person fits my temper." Closing his eyes and resting his mind, Gaara also opened his eyes. Although he didn't speak, he could clearly see the killing intent in his eyes. Naruto's move not to mention aroused the surprise of the contestants, even the shadows of the 5 major villages were attracted by Naruto. Chapter 47. Onaki asked curiously, "Third Hokage, what's the name of that brat with yellow hair?" Third generation smiled and said, "He, Uzumaki Naruto. The orphan of the Uzumaki clan." Onoki was a little surprised. Terumi Mei said softly, "A descendant of the Uzumaki clan, it's interesting." While all the ninjas were chattering, a scar-faced strong man in a black cloak walked up to all the genin. Marino Ibuki shouted, "Quiet." After all the voices disappeared, Ibuki Marino said expressionlessly, "I'm the examiner for your first round of exams, Ibuki Marino. You all enter the exam in turn according to the random number, and finally remind everyone, don't be caught cheating by me, because..." Ibuki Marino said with a gloomy expression, "You may not be able to become Chunin in your whole life." Wow! Some timid female genins were scared by Ibuki Marino Hibiki and took several steps back. If it is said that he really has the temperament to scare a child to cry, then Ibuki Marino must be sure of it. All the ninjas quickly walked to the classroom and took their seats, each seat was about 1 meter apart. After everyone was seated, Ibuki Marino walked to the podium and said, "I would like to remind all genins again, the shadows of your village are watching you through 360-degree surveillance without dead ends. If I or other examiners find out about cheating, the cheating ninja will never be able to become a Chunin for the rest of his life." Mori Nai patted the table heavily and said, "Genins, did you hear clearly?" Several frightened genins subconsciously answered loudly. "Listen clearly." Naruto was not attracted by Ibuki Marino's performance, but was attracted by a female genin who answered loudly beside him. With blue-green hair color, almost wheat-like complexion, and the ninja forehead protector of Taki Ninja Village, why did Seven Tails Jinchuriki Fu also come to take the Chunin exam? Naruto searched his memory. In his memory, Fu should secretly sign up for the second Chunin joint exam with the village behind his back. This exaggerated performance by Ibuki Marino can also scare genin like Fu who has never been out of the village and has little mission experience. Most of the experienced genin were dismissive of Ibuki Marino's performance, but even so, there was no fool who jumped out to tear it down. As soon as the chief examiner's voice fell, the other examiners had already started to distribute the test papers for this exam. After the test papers were distributed, Ibuki Marino waved his hand and said, "The first exam, officially started." Shua, shua, shua. When all the candidates were reviewing the questions, several examiners who knew the answers in advance and pretended to be genin began to write the answers quickly. However, some students with bad attitudes in the classroom found it difficult to improve the exam items, and the voices of other candidates' pens always echoed in their ears. "I wouldn't do it at first, and my mentality is still a little bit jumpy." And Naruto, who knew the whole plot, was not in a hurry at all. Anyone who copied other people's exams and cheated in this kind of exam will be inferior. Only handing in blank papers with confidence is the real excellence. And the ninja who comprehended the first meaning of the examiner is the 8 immortals crossing the sea, each showing their magical powers. On the 37th, cheating was discovered, and he was expelled from the examination room and disqualified from becoming a Chunin. On the 60th, cheating was discovered, and he was expelled from the examination room and disqualified from becoming a Chunin. Number 21, cheating. Number 7. Constantly people were found cheating, and people were constantly expelled from the examination room. Deidara glanced proudly at Ibuki Marino, thinking to himself, "If you are caught plagiarizing, you will never be able to become a Chunin. Wouldn't it be nice if you don't get caught?" The exam has been going on for a while, and a certain number of genins have been eliminated, and most of the remaining genins have comprehended the true meaning of the exam. Ibuki Marino Hibiki stood up at the right time and said, "In view of your performance, I now add a condition. Among the teams, if one is eliminated, the entire team will face elimination and will never be able to become Chunin. But if you choose to give up voluntarily, although the team is still eliminated together, you can continue to take the exam next year. So, all genin present, please make your choice." Naruto suddenly raised his hand and stood up. "Student, are you going to give up?" Naruto slapped his blank test paper with a palm, and said loudly, "Even if I can't become a Chunin in this lifetime, but I, Uzumaki Naruto, will never give up. Ibiki Marino asked with a gloomy face. Are you sure? Naruto said to himself, I'm sure. I'll ask again, this is a gamble on the choice of your life, is there anyone else who wants to give up? Ibiki Marino Hibiki was silent for a while, and looked around at all the students. Are there still 132 candidates? There are a bit too many left, but if we persevere, no one will give up. Ibiki Marino said happily, next, I announce that you all passed my test. Chapter 48. Ibiki Marino explained, in this exam, I will first give you some questions that you can't complete, so as to test your cheating ability. The Vitality Girl Fu raised her hand timidly and asked, Examiner, I want to ask you a question. Ubixi recognized this girl right away, and she was the loudest when she responded to him just now. Ask. Ibixi said. Fu tilted her head and asked, Examiner, haven't you emphasized many times that cheating is not allowed? Why do you want to test your ability to cheat? Ibixi. This is the Han cultivated in that village, he has talked about this part, but he hasn't heard it yet. Ubixi explained, only those with poor cheating methods will be eliminated. As long as your cheating methods are concealed enough, we will not care about it. Oh. Fu nodded, half understanding. Ubixi breathed a sigh of relief, turned his gaze elsewhere and continued. But the real core of this exam is to test the level of trust between your team. Ninjas who don't trust their companions are not qualified to become Chunin. Taking advantage of Ibixi not paying attention, Fu quietly asked Naruto beside him. Hey, classmate, did you understand what the uncle said just now? Naruto didn't expect Fu, a vigorous girl, to be in his hands. Didn't you understand? Naruto asked. Fu blinked her big eyes and nodded slightly. Naruto choked and said. Me? Of course, I didn't understand either. Ubixi continued, okay, all candidates who pass the exam, hurry to the second exam immediately. A large group of candidates left the classroom and rushed to the second examination place notified in advance. I don't know if I caught up with Naruto, and confirmed the eyes and IQ. When Fu left the classroom, she followed Naruto closely, for fear of getting lost. And Naruto didn't care. He still has a good impression of this innocent and lovely energetic girl. Not long after, the genin arrived at the location of the second exam. Dead Forest. Since the first exam didn't take much time, the second exam started soon. Looking at the dark genin in front of him, Anko patted his head and said seriously. This is the venue for the second exam, Konoha number 44 training ground. Of course, those who are familiar with it are used to calling this place Death Forest. Anko suddenly smiled and said. I am the chief examiner of your second session, Mitarashi Anko, what you will experience next is the threat of death. Anko held a stack of papers and said to the genin. Okay, everyone, come here and sign here. Why do you need to sign? The girl Fu asked in confusion, are you going to sell us? Anko. For the first time, she discovered that there was someone bigger than her. Naruto glanced at Fu's serious expression, it didn't look like he was joking. But I was really worried that after I signed this agreement, I would be sold by Konoha. Anko squinted and explained. This is a consent form, because you may die next, so you need to sign this consent form in advance. Of course, you can also choose not to sign. Those who don't sign will just lose the qualification to be an albeit. It's no big deal. After distributing the consent forms, Anko continued. It seems that this year's genin is very courageous, and they don't take their own lives seriously. Naruto said lightly. Only the weak fear death. Ding. Congratulations to host, pretend value +10, +10, +10. Anko choked on Naruto's words. Cough, stop talking nonsense, let me tell you about the exam rules. There are now 132 candidates and 46 teams in the field. Each team has a scroll, either the Sky Scroll or the Earth Scroll. The girl Fu raised her little hand and asked. Examiner, what's in the scroll? Anko said indifferently. There are very important secrets in the scrolls. While protecting your own scrolls, you also have to snatch your opponent's scrolls. And only those who have all the earth coiling axes at the same time can finally pass the exam. The girl Fu pinched her fingers and said, 46 divided by 2 equals 23, which means that there are 23 teams that can advance. Anko said, no, you miscalculated, because there will only be 10 teams that pass the assessment in the end. Maiden Fu asked, what about the other teams that also have the earth coiling axis? Anko looked at the girl Fu, shook his head gently and said. As for the rest of the teams, I'm sorry, Chunin's places are limited, so we can only eliminate them all. Anko signaled the other ninjas to open the gate of the Death Forest, and then said. From now on, the second exam will officially begin. Chapter 49. The moment Anko said to start, Naruto blocked the entrance with a body flicker technique. Naruto said, let me pretend, say a few words. A ninja from Rock Shinobi Village said arrogantly. Little Konoha, I don't have time to waste time with you, you might as well go away as soon as possible. Naruto shook his head regretfully and said. It seems that there are always some people who don't know why, and they don't understand how clear the strength of the food chain is. Little devil, you. Rock Shinobi Jonin was only halfway through speaking when his whole body froze and he slowly fell to the ground. As soon as Rock Shinobi's ninja fell to the ground, the other ninjas seemed to be blown up. Because no one can see how Naruto defeated this Rock Shinobi ninja silently in full view. When did this brat make a move? Why didn't you see the seal? Ninjutsu? When is illusion? Ding. Congratulations host, pretend value plus 80, plus 80, plus 70, plus 70, plus 50. In a room not far away, the shadow clearance monitor from Wyutaka village was observing the exam situation. Terumi May covered her mouth and laughed. This Uzumaki Naruto of your Konoha is a bit fierce, blocking the ninja of my big village by himself. Onaki said disdainfully. What's the use of being fierce, we ninjas from Rock Shinobi village will definitely teach this arrogant brat a lesson. As soon as the words fell, Naruto instantly killed a Rock Shinobi's genin with the sea-level illusion tree binding. Third Hokage, that brat just used illusion. Third Hokage actually didn't know, but at this time, he couldn't reveal the fact that he didn't know anything about Naruto. So Third Hokage could only nod indifferently. Hearing the word illusion, Terumi May's originally indifferent eyes became a little more serious. This boy, Grandmaster Illusion. Terumi May thought in her heart. Their Mist Ninja village was almost destroyed by illusion. Naruto looked around with a smile and said. I'm actually very gentle. Of course, that was before you interrupted me. Interrupt me, Nyo, that's what happens. The girl Fu walked to Naruto's side, touched Naruto's forehead with the back of her hand on tiptoe, and then touched her own forehead. No difference in body temperature was found. Fu said strangely, Naruto, you don't have a fever either, what nonsense. Naruto. He just finished Haki's speech, and he doesn't like others to interrupt his speech. Fu is a slap in the face at the speed of light. But he has nothing to do with Fu, a vigorous girl who doesn't have any scheming. I can't knock her out, let's sneak her home. Naruto pulled Fu Pa aside. You just stay on the sidelines and let me finish by speaking. Fu felt that she cared about Naruto, but got this attitude, so she let out an aggrieved oh. Naruto Haki said, I'm blocking the gate, not to target anyone, but to say everyone standing here is rubbish. After speaking, Naruto suddenly called out, Anko. What? Then. Naruto throws his scroll to Anko. Genins, I'm a team all by myself, and I. Naruto performed a throat-slitting motion on everyone. Waiting for you inside, please keep the scrolls I put on you for me. After speaking, Naruto's body flicker technique disappeared from everyone's sight. Ding. Congratulations to host, pretend value plus 100, plus 80, plus 70, plus 70. Ghost Lantern Full Moon said with great interest. Such a superb product is really rare in 10 years. Oh, how boring. Darui walked at the end of the line, holding the back of his head with his hands like a salted fish. Gaara said with killing intent. Killing this person should make my blood boil. Deidara said with some excitement. Konoha, Genjutsu, Uchiha, I will want you to prove my art. Taking advantage of all the attention, Fu was attracted by Naruto, and like Naruto, slipped away quietly. Where's that girl from just now? She must be an accomplice of that brat. But one of them is from Konoha village, and the other is from Taki Shinobi village. How could they be accomplices? Didn't you notice that the two of them form a team alone, and their strength should not be underestimated? Damn it, don't let me see that arrogant brat, I'll wring his neck off with my own hands. All Genin vented their dissatisfaction towards the empty doorway. Naruto hurried on his way in the Death Forest. Of course, if you want to describe Naruto's mood in one sentence, it must be. Pretend to be aggressive and run away, really exciting. Naruto. Fu called from behind. Naruto found that he couldn't get rid of this energetic girl. Naruto asked, what are you doing? Fu said aggrievedly, why did you leave me alone, didn't you agree? Chapter 50. Naruto hastily interrupted the chattering girl. Stop. This is the Chunin exam, you are not afraid that I will steal your scroll. Fu handed Naruto her scroll. Promise. If you need it, I will give you my scroll. Naruto asked, what about you, the scroll is given to me, so don't you want to be Chunin? Fu said lightly, I am very strong, I can just grab the scrolls of other candidates. Naruto. After a while, Naruto came to his senses and said, I'm also very strong, otherwise, I wouldn't have returned my scroll to Anko. Naruto, we are all on one team, why don't we form a small team together? No. Naruto directly refused. Why? Naruto said, I take the Chunin exam to kill people, can you kill people? Kill. Fu was startled by Naruto's words. Stop following me. Naruto glared at Fu viciously, and disappeared in front of Fu in an instant. Fu looked at Naruto's disappearing figure, hesitated for a while, but finally did not chase after him. Naruto heaved a sigh of relief seeing that he had flicked Fu's little tail. If this Fu really followed behind him all the time, it would affect his performance too much. The monitoring room outside the Dead Forest. Onaki said, "Humph. This brat is not strong, but he has such a murderous intent." Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled cryptically, but did not respond to Onoki. Terumi Mei's focus is different from Onoki's. Even such a cute girl is willing to abandon, this Naruto is really a piece of wood. Fourth Raikage looked at the monitor and sneered. None of you have noticed that Naruto's speed, and that named Fu's speed, are already about the same as Jonin's. From this point of view, none of them are common ninjas. After Fourth Raikage said this, the other four shadows all turned their eyes back to the display screen of Naruto and Fu. As for the key observation object, there is another Fu from Taki Ninja Village. Onaki said nonchalantly. I remember that Seven Tails seems to be in Taki Shinobu Village. The rest of the shadows were not fools either, and immediately understood what Onoji meant. But no one has spoken about it. Sarutobi Hiruzen ordered. List this Fu as a key observation object. Yes. The monitoring room has changed from 5 sides to focus on observation objects to 6 sides. The remaining 5 sides are Uzumaki Naruto of Konoha, Full Moon of Ghost Lamp of Mist Ninja, Deidara of Rock Shinobi, Darui of Cloud Shinobi, and Gaara of Sand Shinobi. In the Forest of Death, Naruto expands the range of his perception, sensing whether there are ninjas from other villages nearby or any changes. Since that Seidei has entered the Death Forest, if we don't kill him now, when will we wait? There is movement of fighting in the north. Naruto said to himself. If I remember correctly, the north seems to be the entrance to the Death Forest. Forget it, let's go and have a look. How can you make trouble at the entrance without any skills? What if you catch a big fish? Naruto quickly rushed over to where the fight took place. And when Naruto arrived, the battle was over. Only one rock shinobi with a broken arm was cleaning the battlefield, while 5 corpses lay twisted on the ground. The scrolls of the sky and the scrolls of the earth are conspicuously pinned on the waist of the rock shinobi ninja. Naruto thought speechlessly. Such an obvious trap, how does this look down on the IQ of ninjas from other villages? In fact, what Naruto didn't know was that a team of Konoha ninjas had been successfully fooled by this rock shinobi. Naruto thought about the tactics in his mind. Well, should we attack directly, or use a large-scale fire style to kill everyone with one move? Rock Shinobi, who was cleaning the battlefield, froze, obviously getting a hint from his teammates. I know there is a ninja watching, but I don't know the exact location. Generally, the bait in a team is the person with the weakest strength and the lowest status in the team. Have you been found? From Rock Shinobi's small actions, Naruto found that he might have been exposed. The fire-style Great Fireball technique obtained from Sasuke is not bad, but the range is a bit small. And thinking of large-scale fire-style ninjutsu, Naruto immediately thought of when Uchiha Madara played against the Ninja Alliance. Uchiha Madara's fire-style ninjutsu is one of a kind, fire-style fire extinguisher. Anyway, I don't lack pretend points recently, but I can pretend to pretend in front of everyone in exchange for a Hahomi. System, exchange for B-level skill fire extinguisher. System, host 1000 points will be deducted. System, congratulations to the host, the exchange is successful, please pay attention to check the host. Monitoring room. Onoji smiled and looked at Naruto who was about to fall into the trap. Third Hokage, you Konoha ninjas don't seem to be very smart, you will fall for such an obvious trap. Third Hokage let out a humph, but there was no sound, because before Naruto, a team of Konoha shinobi had already been fooled and died in the hands of Rock Shinobi.